think it's a very big risk. Now, if you shut it down before they get onto a bomb site and get the bomb down, then it's not even a topic of conversation. But we'll remind you if it gets to that point. Saimu up here, clicking away at range. They do have a couple of pistols down there upgraded against him, and I'm sure he must have figured it out by now. Shocks catching electronic coming back out of
Yo
there.
guys, welcome to the live stream.
And taking
Now,
down
आज हमने नहीं डिसाइड किया था, हमने डिसाइड किया था कि नहीं देखेंगे, लेकिन फाइनल्स है तो I thought why not, and बहुत लोगों की रिक्वेस्ट थी, so we will watch this match together. And जो भी आ रहा है, go ahead and like the stream and जल्दी सब्सक्राइब कर देना.
The lead that they have.
Let me share the stream real quick.
We've still got two absolute savages alive.
Grim, welcome, Grim, welcome.
Zaiwu and Shoxy on pistols. It feels like those guys just, well, Zaiwu just overperforms no matter what, but Shoxy and pistols, it's a match made in heaven. So still very dangerous.
Short
Zaiwu just taking Boomich out of it. And there's Shoxy. So there you go, sure enough.
Oh, man. Yeah, and that was good, right? Because it did look like
welcome everyone,
for
welcome.
a while longer than they needed to. So just a calm, like everyone stay still, don't move too much. He's not seeing a lot here, is he? Yeah, that's a pretty thin angle. Oh, we have zoom enhanced the picture.
Oh my.
All right,
भाई
right
ऐसा है फाइनल देख यो अभी डेमो रिव्यू कर ले
put the sunglasses
फाइनल
on.
देखेंगे फिर डेमो रिव्यू कर लेंगे अभी
CSI.
I guess he just let it get to his, put the glasses on.
Listen, that even that might be a boomer reference at this point in time, Sam. Like, it might be.
कर लेंगे जो करना होगा तब हो जाएगा.
Can't be that old. Can't be that long ago.
Perfecto has bought a Zeus on the T side.
Woo! Short है भाई.
Admire it.
Zaiwu.
I don't
Welcome
see
Sham,
why
welcome.
How is he going to run up and use it against someone?
Welcome.
Edge of the smoke. Okay.
Zeus लेके बैठा भाई बंदा.
I appreciate it.
What?
Wait, what?
ये क्या हुआ अभी?
Yeah, there we go. Nivera's gonna get the deny on that one. just
like कर दो भाई जल्दी से like कर दो.
But it is perfecto. And
मलन अगर वो pins खरीदने तूने तो मेरे को बता दे अभी.
He might be able to get close enough. No, Nivera's backed off. I'm trying to look for him here, man.
Oh, दिख गया. Nice.
It's just not gonna happen.
Good round, guys. Vitality
so far. And okay,
good round.
It's not. We've done a lot of focusing on vitality.
First like awesome. अब लोग आने वाले होंगे बहुत जल्द. Watch party चल रही है अपनी.
Player of the year. As far as Navi are concerned, though, yes, they're simple. Yes, there's electronic. But on Nuke in particular, Boomich, this tournament has been stepping up. Individually, he has been posting higher numbers. He's been making great plays at controlling the area around Squeak on that side of the map. And so here, as far as,
yes, Lenny happened. Okay. What's happening, bro?
And so eyes on the in-game leader here for Navi, and we'll see what he's capable of.
I actually think that's even more true because I think the style that Boomich has when he's playing really well is so.
इन 3 मैच के बाद लेगा करेगा. देखते हैं अभी मेरे ख्याल 2-3 होगा नहीं मेरे ख्याल.
He was the only thing his eyes could have been looking at was that little pixel movement for him to put down the smoke. So the fact that he was falling asleep and not seeing it is very, very unfortunate. Early kill there, and it's simple.
Welcome guys. Welcome.
Talked about the importance of having him early and having a big presence in this game, just on the board already here in the 3rd round. And the rest of what they have on the CT side, I mean, it's pretty questionable. They're going to be low on grenades early on here, so if it comes to a bomb plant again, the retake is going to be limited by that. You especially on Nuke, you really want grenades to block off. If it's the B bomb site down below, a lot of positions that you want to Molotov and smoke off, and the same really at the A bomb site. So 50 seconds on the clock, and Navi, I think, are waiting for a reaction. They're expecting for Vitality to try and recover this early loss by going aggressive somewhere, and that's not happening.
Good flash, भाई क्या flash दिया यार उसने?
No, you.
Pop flash.
Like Vitality have just elected.
That was a very nice flash. What do you predict? I predict Navi 16-7.
Their way down secret.
I predict.
That part is controlled. There's the flash as well, allowing Shoxy to get even more information. This is going to be the upper push.
Nah, अबे मरा नहीं.
Doing work all together. That was actually so clean from Navi. Moving together as a killer unit. Very little warning for Vitality there. And well, all right.
जीतेगी. Navi जीतेगी.
Go for the turret
Navi
strategy,
जीतेगी
which
मुझे
is
लग
you
रहा है.
sit and wait for them to come to you. You need to hit your headshots. You cannot afford to miss any shots. It has to be a perfect defense if you're not making plays for information. And well, this is what happens if you don't hit your headshots. You're just going to get
Oh, bye.
Yeah, I mean, it is. But I think also at that point in time,
Shocks बेचारा यार.
They'd just been waiting inside of that A-bomb site for so long, and there was no real warning. Normally, you'd have, smokes and flashes to set it up so that you have, just a little jolt of adrenaline if you're on the defending side. You're like, oh, okay, now we're going into action. But that was just really, from a lot of boredom right into...
Navi 2-0 Vitality? I think so, yes.
Caught sleeping a bit, just like Apex was, which I'm not sure. I mean, that can't really be happening. Now, they did buy into this round here, Vitality, which... again, I think we'll judge it on the outcome. If it works and if they can actually, win this round, then
too early to say anything.
Right here, but he nearly actually transfers that.
Spirit transfer रहेगा guys.
And Cyber will get the refrag. That's incredibly important because just trading evenly out there would have definitely favored Na'Vi.
Oh, that would have been key.
दाढ़ी वाला ये vitality में पीछे कौन बैठा है दाढ़ी वाला पता लग जाएगा अभी Hagrid है Hagrid Zaivu come on one kill at least Zaivu ooh nice okay yo Naman welcome to the live stream like कर दो guys जल्दी let's get some likes in chat nice ooh flaming oh my god bro perfect read
and still with a very good chance of locking it down for Vitality, but Na'Vi, I mean, Flamey's making it more expensive.
Oh, arre Flamey! Timing, dude! Timing रह गया इसका. Damn, dude, his timing was off.
A couple of things to
Mike कैसा है? Awesome है
I'm
भाई,
not sure
Mike
if
awesome
Na'Vi
है.
realized that actually Vitality bought in that round because normally if you go to that position where Shox was holding, you would Molotov it. It's one of the most common positions to throw those Molotovs or flash it or anything. And they were just jumping around the corner, sort of expecting maybe to find almost no resistance or at worst the USP or something or a deagle. So it sort of looked like maybe Na'Vi weren't quite expecting that, which again, you make a couple of small assumptions and it can absolutely backfire.
वो वाली molly है ना guys, वो बहुत OP molly है push के लिए. So that molly is a very nice molly if you want to learn that. Door के पीछे land करती है वो.
Obviously for the T side, sorry, when they've got those Galils.
Vitality read करके आई होगी न्यू अच्छे से. Yes. Map watch किया है इन्होंने. Na'Vi का.
And that CT economy.
Oh, Zaivu के ऊपर एक बंदा.
Flashed in by Apex, who was a little bit further back, and he could do it again if it comes to that. But it looks like they want to execute into the side. Early flashes, and they're going to find Zaivu wrapping around him. That was Boomich, I think, jumping down from that position. RPK up here on the rafters. He's going to get the one, but very quick return. And this trading is still going to be favoring Na'Vi. 3 versus 2 now, and outside, Electronic is looking.
Binavad भाई, binavad.
Apex actually forced.
Guys, Apex आज फिर से अगर बुरा खेलेगा ना, तो we will kick Apex guys.
Does Electronic take that into account? He heard that. He heard the footstep. Oh, no way.
So Apex must have known somehow that Electronic was out there, and then Electronic, he didn't hear it.
Nice trading, yeah, I know
about it. That's incredible. Perfecto now, 40 seconds. Can go downstairs and maybe find a clean bomb site. Shox is walking up from that position, and he's just going to hold it. I mean, there's no point in guessing. You just...
हाँ रुको guys, एक second रुक जाओ. Properties.
Still gets the headshot. A bullet and he would have been dead. And now Perfecto's picked up an AK.
Let's go Na'Vi.
Incredibly significant shots.
Let's kick Apex guys.
He's got 100 health. Got the M4. He's got an HE. All he has to do is throw it, but not yet. Perfecto on the run. And Shox is right behind him, banking the grenade. Takes a little bit of help.
Doesn't speak.
Shox has to be...
नहीं. आग दिया.
He's going to get the round. Shox, just a single kill. All he needed.
Guys.
And no
nice.
hit, but there's going to be time.
Na'Vi for the win. Na'Vi.
In that round.
मेरे हिसाब से Na'Vi जीतेगी भाई.
You know, just for him mentally, personally.
मैं तो अभी भी बोल रहा हूँ Na'Vi ही जीतेगी.
Yesterday, probably feels pretty good doing something early on here. Good round.
Dude, I'm gonna tilt if these rounds keep coming down to the wire like.
Oh, they will.
But Vitality, this is such a
hide कर लेता main में.
Because they gave up the first kill.
बंदे ने आगे जाके जो push किया ना, वो over था. That was over. But was smart decision.
Good. These teams are so good now at converting those opening kills into success, into round wins. And so for Vitality to go down a man and then come through in a clutch, this is one of those half-defining rounds. So important, and it's really going to be messing with Na'Vi. That's because it feels like they had everything there going their way. It's just
Apex आज रेस करेगा guys, मुझे लग रहा है, feeling आ रही है. Final Vitality versus Australity. Let's see.
Onto the high ground there. I don't know how Vitality are able to work
Perfecto
their way back.
2.5 kilo होगा भाई, बहुत गंदा होगा.
Really significant.
I control the high ground. I mean, how are you going to stop him?
I know. We have that. 6th round is coming up now because they got the bomb plant and the $800 bonus. It means obviously Na'Vi will keep the pressure.
I know right.
That was also a one-on-one.
टुड्डी वाला खेल रहा है आज. हाँ खेल रहा है अभी टुड्डी वाला. निवेरा है ना? निवेरा हाँ खेल रहा है टुड्डी वाला.
Of course they're going to buy. Of course they're going to keep the pressure on, and I think Vitality absolutely know that. Now a big difference is Cyber on that AWP finally, and Simple does not have his to counter.
Oh, Simple double kill.
And they try and put the pressure on.
Simple double kill ले गया guys.
And that's a disaster. 3 versus 5 now.
That was a very nice double
kill. Now we need to take it easy. They've already got Boomich pushing up very far, but remember that bomb back there? And then, again, allow Vitality to make another mistake, and you've got your round.
Why are you trying to bully the Undertaker, is what Simple is currently wondering. Because that's a bully strategy. That's like, okay, cool, they're going to be a low buy. Let's go mess them up. Let's play aggressive. And Simple is ready. This is how he handles that sort of situation. He just shoots you in the face. 2 kills, making it a little bit more difficult here for Vitality. And I'm sure that it's crossed Vitality's mind now. Unless there can be some magic here from Apex.
Sound आ गया भाई Apex को sound आ गया. 2 लोगों का sound आ गया Apex. Come on, do something भाई.
Not far off at least.
कर दे. Ooh, miss कर दिया shots.
Spotting out at least the one. Good count for Na'Vi to even know that. Realizing, yep, someone's in ramp. They're not all just stacked on a bomb site.
Nice
that's
shot,
a nice
Raivu.
headshot to take down Flamey. Could we get another one? There is a little bit of flame up there. So he's
on side, Apex. Nice, Apex. Miss कर दिया यार Apex.
Can't get away. And now we'll lose.
Nice, Apex missed that यार. फिर से हक दिया Apex.
Shame.
You had one job, dude.
Really far away from the action, but I don't know. I mean,
save होगा.
I'm surprised.
यही वाली flip knife कह रहा था ना Grim तू? यही वाली flip knife है, right?
Yeah.
Flip knife free hand.
It looked like something could have been working there. It looked like they had just the beginnings of maybe something, but it was rough because Apex is immediately getting shot in the back. He couldn't even escape. If you could have got the kill and ran into.
But Apex अगर पहले वाले बंदे को मार देता ना, तो second वाला बंदा Zaibu निकाल लेगा. Zaibu को उस पे focus करना पड़ा जिसने Apex को मारा.
Na'Vi to pick up the round.
That
and
was
make
a messed up thing to do.
2-4, still in favor of Vitality, but their money. I mean, their economy can't sustain this. This is why Na'Vi kept the pressure on and just kept buying it. They will even lose that last rifle. This is great news for Na'Vi. If you're a Na'Vi fan, you're not at all worried about the scoreline right now.
No, it's still so early in the half.
God, double kill निकाला यार Simple ने.
They were ready for
वो
that.
walk in कर गए यार. ये skin अच्छी है गली की.
Firing squad just ready and waiting as Vitality came around the corner.
Malan
That was
लेगा.
impeccable stuff. And so Na'Vi just letting Vitality know, you know, you may be ahead in rounds and you've had a couple of rounds go your way.
गाड़ी वाला पीछे पता नहीं कौन है यार. वो I think इनका coach
You can't
है.
take advantage of us that way. You can't try and bully us. And so Vitality now going to have to take that into account, and we are going to get a force buy out of Vitality. And I was curious to see if they were going to try and go for some risky plays here, and it's looking like it. RPK and Shoxy playing aggro outside. Electronic going to get caught. Point blank. RPK with the CZ.
All right, that's exciting. I think Vitality had probably done the math and thought, we're going to, even if we save here, that even in the Octa round, we probably can't really do much. Like,
हाँ, Apex का reaction candid होता है हमेशा. भाई वो real दुख होता है, real दुख.
And then hopefully the round loss bonus will help us out later on. And then
good flash, very nice
that
flash.
Actually make it work. Simple's very low
nice
on health.
Flash.
And the other part of the team here pushing into ramp and trying to take that over. Once they get the bomb down, this would be such a different round for Na'Vi, and they could start to feel a bit more safe. But as long as they are in this weird position where they have to navigate across the map,
कुछ नहीं चल रहा. Okay.
It's pretty tense.
RPK recovered.
हाँ. Grim वही. But उनको allowed नहीं होता background में guide करना.
Pimp actually talked a little bit about that on the desk and also on his Twitter, where you know he kind of called RPK out a little bit, just saying he underperformed in the series versus Astralis yesterday, and he has been one of the standout
players. Really watch all 3 maps? Let's see, bro. Let's see. I don't think so.
Really stepped up on an individual level. So we get some aggression coming in though.
Oh man, they're going to win both those fights. I was going to say the coordination between those two is actually really good because you could tell how distracted they were about what was coming in from hell.
Simple इनका main player है.
Still a 2-on-2, and don't get me wrong, this is still a fantastic round out of Vitality. The AI prediction there, still saying Na'Vi.
मैं confirm है
Let's
लूँगा.
find out.
Okay, no
They obviously do not
coach
have
को
a
allowed
kit,
होता
but
है
they
क्या?
have that
Coach
AK
को allowed
that's
होता है
been
analyze
stolen.
करना, but mid game नहीं बता
Smoke
सकते वो.
either to try and put on top of the bomb, and that's a problem. Flamey with one headshot, and it catches Saiwu
Nice
trying
shot,
to jump on out of there.
अभी
Good
तो कुछ
round
खास
for
चल नहीं
Flamey.
रहा.
Nice
Simple
triple kill.
CS को चल
I mean,
रहा है.
Na'Vi
Like
probably shouldn't have been
बहुत
that close
MM
to
जैसा
losing
scene
the
चल रहा है
round,
अभी. It's
but
like
when it gets out of
MG
control
DMG
like that,
rank
you're
में
just
जैसे
happy
MM
to make
चलता है
it
वैसा
through.
जाता है.
And we know
Eat
Vitality going
them
to be saving. It'll be the next
Anonymous,
round
welcome
before
to the
they
live
can do
stream.
much of
Anonymous मैंने तुमको subscribe कर दिया है. And I have liked your stream, bro. Very nice.
Things get too far out of hand, and I mean at least
मैं अब type नहीं करूँगा थोड़े
facially, you know,
time.
we're seeing the team
Hand का
keep their
therapy
cool
चालू होने
for
वाला है.
now.
Okay,
Not
Nader.
too many Apex reaction moments just yet. But when we started to see more of the Apex, that's when things started to work against Vitality, I think, yesterday versus Astralis. So, still early days.
I'm very conflicted because I want the Apex reactions, but I'm glad we're not seeing them because it's a sign that they're, you know, like they're keeping their cool. So I want, you know, want both things here.
You also predicted Vitality.
Thank you, no problem, bro. We played MM last night. Papi got trash talked.
That's true, isn't it?
But I mean, right now, this is going to shape up a little bit more into the norm here. I'm very curious to see for Vitality what the play is in the next round. If Shoxy's gonna, if we're gonna go
Vitality
for a
खत्म है.
approach, where
मेरे ख्याल
Shoxy
में नहीं
posts
जीत
up outside and
मुझे नहीं
just
लगता.
holds from garage, or are we gonna see a little bit of a change?
Na'Vi का न्यू
More
कितना strong है
aggression
कि
from Vitality.
जमीन आसमान का फर्क है. There is
now
no
Na'Vi
possible
are starting
team
to
जो
feel it. They've
professional
got
team है
bank,
that can
they've
beat
got money
Na'Vi
in
in
the
new
bank.
उनके कंफर्ट में.
And so far,
नावी को
they've
अगर
succeeded
बहुत
in tying
बुरा
up
दिन चल रहा होगा
4-4.
तब जाके नावी हारेगा, ऐसा सीन है.
Yeah, this is a very good
भाई
result.
कौन सी रैंक खेलना
Remember,
सबसे
Navi
मुश्किल
did
होता
pick this
है
map.
DMG
They
एलिक्स.
looked really well
कमेंट्री कहाँ है?
prepared.
कमेंट्री अभी नहीं.
They
काइडो
don't
गॉट
look
नाइट
like
बाय
they
हर्ट्स.
are
यस
making
यस.
too many mistakes at the moment. Cybers picked up the op
कमेंट्री
again.
में बाद में लूंगा, अभी मेरा मन नहीं
You
है
have to
कमेंट्री
call
करने का.
attention to, first of all, the lack of grenades, but secondly, the lack of head armor. Only shots. That means that the MAC-10 and the M4 there that Na'Vi have on their side are suddenly way more effective and can have a much bigger impact. So those are just little details here. We'll see if it actually gets to it. Every time Saibu has, oh, actually, they're going to go
ये
for
वाली
the
मॉली
straight
देखो
execute.
भाई, ये वाली
Yeah,
मॉली, ये
Molotov
डबल
sent
सेटअप
through
है.
the rafters on
They
top,
finally doing the double
behind that
setup.
the silo inside, and they're running them down.
Nice.
If the MAC-10 instantly
Possible ही
hits
नहीं
on the viewer, and he dies in a
Possible ही नहीं है हार
second.
जाना.
Electronic and Perfecto will follow it up, but
I was
I
that
mean,
kawaii.
just the
आज भी
straight
खेलेंगे
execute.
रात
And
को.
again,
अच्छा,
Vitality
you
don't
were
have the
kawaii.
grenades,
Okay.
and they don't have the head armor. Like, there's a lot of
Raj
problems there.
Pandya,
But
welcome
that
to the live
execute
stream, bro. I'm
is
Johnny's
it's
big
a
fan,
classic
okay?
by now on you.
It's a classic
Apex
by
का
now,
save
but
है. I
also
think
just
raid
for
करेगा
Navi to
Apex.
call that and to
D2
execute
हुआ
it
तो
so
OD
quickly.
जाएगा पक्का.
No
D2
hesitation,
नावी
just getting
बहुत खेलती
straight
है और
out there. The
vitality
smokes
के
haven't
खेल
even
रही है.
cleared. The initial
Easy
smokes
है
haven't
क्या?
even cleared
Easy
for
है.
Vitality before
Aim
Navi
हक दिया.
pushing onto
Aim ही
that
हक
upper
दिया Apex
site.
ने.
And so that is that is such a change of
कल रात
pace
को
from
Apex
Navi
इतना
vendors,
गंदा
'cause
हगा.
usually
Guys,
Navi would
like
expect
कर दो.
them to
Stream
play
को 15
slow
people in
into
chat,
the
only 7
round
likes. Can
and
we
take their
increase some
time
likes,
and then
guys? Come
set
on,
up
don't do
in the
that.
very tail ends of the round is when they start hitting sites. Navi showing that they can change the pace is only going to destabilize things here for Vitality.
That
नावी
Molotov
वाले
that
तक
they
कुत्तों
throw
की तरह
that
घुसे ना.
goes in and lands, by the silo where
हाँ
that's
देखा
the
on stream
default
देखा था
decision
सुधांशु
for
भाई.
almost all A players to stand there. It does something
I admit I
incredibly
didn't play
annoying
well.
if you're
Being a
that A
normal
player
stuff, please
because
carry me.
you have a
It's
choice
okay,
at
we
that
don't play
moment.
MM for
You can either
ranked, bro. We play
sit
for fun.
inside of the Molotov and fight, and obviously that's not going to be that great. But what you the reason why
Apex
you
का
want to
बुरा
do
time
that
चल
is
रहा है.
because you
शायद,
actually
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
swing to your
भूल गए
right
क्या
to
हमको?
catch them
Let
as
the
they
world
come out
welcome
of the
to the
hut,
live
right? You
stream,
want
bro.
to catch them in that
Welcome.
really confined space.
भूले
But if
थोड़ी
you
ऐसे
do
कैसे
that, I
भूल
mean,
जाएंगे
you're sort of
तुमको.
sitting in the
रिक्वेस्ट
fire
किया था
almost,
तुमने
or
बहुत प्यार से.
you can stop
हम
yourself
है
from
ना
sitting
इधर.
in fire and then take a smoke and throw it down and extinguish the Molotov. But then you're letting them out of the hut probably.
यार इतने सारे
So
नए
it's
स्मोक
a-
सीखने को
it's a
मिलते हैं ना इनसे.
really annoying timing
ये
if
लोग
you're
खुद
there
इन्वेंट
and
करते हैं अपने
as
काफी
soon
सारे
as you do it, by
स्मोक्स.
the way,
लाइक
they
काफी
obviously know
सारे
where to look.
स्मोक्स they invent
They see the
themselves.
smoke instead of the fire and they know, all right,
Sudhanshu
great.
bhai, bhai,
Almost
welcome
certainly
to the
someone
live
is there
stream.
and
Like
they'll,
it,
they'll
guys.
find you
जो
inside of
जो
that
नया है
smoke no
अभी.
matter what. So
Let's
it's
watch
a
this
really
match
cool
together.
Molotov. It
It's
does
a
a
very
bunch of
fun
different
match.
things and
Why
I
does
think
it
ये
sound like
नावी
a
का
horror
मैच है,
movie?
but
They'll find you.
नावी का मैप रहेगा. But I really hope the Vitality shows some
Don't
good
breathe. It's like alien.
opposition.
Oh man, you're
The
stuck in a locker.
isolation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
isolation.
Welcome,
Stuck in a
welcome.
locker. You know, don't
Apex
breathe.
on
Hold your
tate
breath.
mode. Apex ने कल अपना
Simples
monitor तोड़ दिया था
slowly
यार.
walking by.
मुक्का मार दिया था.
yeah,
Face
someone
it.
could
Exclamation
definitely make
face it,
that
rank
as
6,
a
bro.
little animation with simple outside instead. That'd be good.
Why are you bullying me?
Come on.
Totally. I'm
Why
down.
you bullying?
All right, Zaiwu, let's go. I mean, he's got the AWP, and he is posted up ready
Oh,
and
oh,
waiting, but it's going to be
Shocks.
Shoxy. He's going to get tested here on the ramp.
नहीं हो पाएगा शॉक
There's
से.
a Deagle. He's also being shot
Shocks
in
की
the back.
गलती
Seems like
नहीं
a
है
really
यार.
unfair fight at the moment. Boomich making his way down.
Nice
We haven't
molly,
seen
बहुत
too
अच्छा
much yet. I
molly.
mean, Boomich, making the
Minus
jump
oh,
here, but
Zaibu खत्म.
otherwise
Oh,
it's
double
just
kill.
really pistols in the
Oh,
clinic.
almost triple kill, almost
Well,
triple kill.
they
एक ही आ गया
again,
लेकिन
that's
कोई
kind of
फायदा
good
नहीं
news. I was
होगा.
gonna say they might have lost that.
नहीं नहीं Apex भी नहीं लिया.
Diving
Apex
is
ने एक
actually
भी
one
नहीं
of the
ली.
most interesting things about Navi.
Perfecto
I
ने मार
think,
दिया उसको.
on this particular map, we're on the T side. He's
Any
really good at
GN
that. There are
chat
some
who would
players
like
that
to
are
play
really
now,
good at doing it.
Yeah, go ahead and ask
And
guys.
also because he loves playing with the
आपस में
Mac 10.
खेलिए
So
करो.
even if, even
Oh,
if you
oh,
could
हाथ
add
क्या
something
खेलने
else,
मेरा?
sometimes being super quick and mobile about it will get you down
Navi
there.
guys, Navi.
It is going to be
Navi,
6 rounds for
Navi.
Navi, and as you just saw, they caught fire. They've won 5 in a row.
मोटा भाई हाथ दिखा रहे हैं. मोटा भाई
He's
बीजेपी की तरफ है.
commanding this squad. He's telling them what to do.
शॉक सैंडविच हो गया. पापा
He's in
ड्रॉन
game leading.
किया.
He's also
डबल किल यार. एक
highest
टाइम
on
न्यूज़
server
बहुत
on
सीटी
the
साइड था.
ADR,
एक टाइम
so
पे
he's
फिर इन्होंने
doing
जब अपडेट किया
everything
सब
right
बदल
now.
गया ब्रो.
What a joy.
दादा
Everything's
9 1
working
सब
out.
से
I'm
2
not
subs गायब हो
shocked
गए.
to see low utility
सब्सक्राइब
damage
करो
on the
यार.
side of
1 के
Vitality.
भाई
They
ना
are
एग्जैक्टली ब्रो.
legendary so far this tournament.
Try to
and
go
how
for 1K
ineffective
guys.
their
Very
utility
slow.
has been.
Yeah.
Navi trailing a little bit behind though makes me wonder.
And
But there's
Okay,
no
Apex
CT
should have
side, it's not
died.
CT side yet.
Oh, Nivera. Zaibu.
This is aggressive, but I love it. It's kind of an all in, right? You missed the shot here, but he doesn't. He usually doesn't.
Oh,
And he's gonna take down Perfecto as well. Yeah, you have only one chance, but some
There is
players
Zaibu.
just
We
do
need
not care
guys.
about that.
There is a
Fire
who we want.
And that is
ये
one
बात
hell of a
है
way to get your
ये
team
बात
back in now.
Let's go.
Just hold on.
And now we on fire लग रही है भाई क्या
Everyone
मारा
calm
है
down. Flamey
oh
trying to
Flamey
sneak
I
in
think
after
ये
getting
vitality का
catch.
हाथ का राउंड है
That's
सेव
so cool
करना
as
चाहिए
well.
उनको
He stops at that angle
I think
because
it's a
that's
call
right
for
where the
save. I
right
think
peak
so,
advantage
yes.
is going to kick in. And so he knows, okay, at
Yeah,
that
that's
point he'll be
short
able to
था
shoot
भाई,
me without me being able to see him. So now I need to just duck
Yeah.
right into the angle and do it quick.
go hard
This
at
man
it.
with
So
an
cool,
op, guys.
so
This
cool.
man,
Just the
man
awareness
with
of
an
it.
op, unbeatable, bro.
Zai was a beast. But
Sure,
that is a
champion,
must
welcome to the live stream.
win
Like
kind of
kar do,
round
guys,
here
and
for
boys and girls.
Vitality.
Let's
The
go,
first
let's
round
go,
where
let's
they
go.
can do
Let's
the
aim for
full
40
buy with
likes
full
today.
nades, have everything going for them.
Yeah.
And then Zaiwu plays aggro as well.
Running off from
And
Valorant.
Vitality needed to show that they had some fight.
Zaiwu
in
bhai
them.
बहुत aggressive
Otherwise,
player
Na'Vi were looking
अंधा
likely to
aggressive
start running away with this first half. And well, I mean, as far as Vitality are
करना
concerned,
पड़ेगा यार I know
for
that
both of these teams essentially.
अरे miss हो गया
We
RPK
get a little bit of a walk down the fence.
ओ
Zai's
बुड्ढा
already in position
बुड्ढा
down here.
मार नहीं
Could get some
पाया
action in a second.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have backup
Short
right
है भाई
above
Zaiwu.
him, so I don't think he's
Don't
too worried
challenge
about that
Zaiwu
window.
with an op,
Boomich
guys.
going
Don't
down.
challenge op.
So bomb plant.
Zaiwu के
I
हाथ
don't
में
think that's ever gonna happen. Ooh, he takes another one, a quad kill where it looked like he was just never even in danger of getting fired back at. Then so incredibly quick, which you know we've come to expect that by now.
Ooh, short.
But nuts right
Ooh,
now
flick.
how much of a home map this is for Na'Vi. 75%
Prediction.
win rate, 12 wins, 4 losses.
Accuracy दिखाएगा अभी accuracy
and that's
देखो
over the last 3
accuracy
months. I mean, they
maybe
just, they
chances
just, this
Zaiwu का
has
Kenny
become
Zaiwu या
their
Kenny
map.
Zaiwu bro but Kenny is still
And
good
you'll be
Kenny is
serious. I
better
mean, it
Kenny
kinda
is better
highlights how much of an upset that was.
अगर
when
तुमने
they
Kenny
beat
को miss किया उसके
Oh,
prime
yeah.
time में then
I'm sure they
you
did
can't
enjoy
even
that too.
compare bro
They didn't
तुम्हें
enjoy
पता
that, but
होगा
that was, I mean, you know,
2016 and 2017 में Kenny is से better कोई
against
offer
all
नहीं था
odds.
Yeah, I think.
and मैं
actually
OG player हूँ so
really,
I go for Kenny
really
always
refreshing, surprise for this particular
Zaiwu
tournament.
plays aimbots yeah
I think Boomich started this round with
वो अटक गया भाई सीढ़ी में
13,500
अटका
in
हुआ
the
है
bank, just as a bit of a marker for
एक
how
अच्छा
well
अच्छा
Na'Vi
Apex
have
है
been
वो
playing the last many rounds. So it'll take a while here before Vitality really manage to
हाँ,
run down
बिल्कुल
their
काम करें,
economy. Here we
बिल्कुल।
go. Similarly execute, but this time Nivira
Perfect,
is there
नहीं,
to
नहीं,
stop them in the hot zone.
Nice,
RPK
nice
not
RPK.
putting out the smoke, he's fighting instead, and
Oh,
Nivira is
Nivera. Back,
really
bad
good, had
pick.
that double kill. 2 versus
Trapped
3,
है क्या?
Vitality are
Shocks,
doing a
nice
much
kill.
better job, and it all
Shocks, come on,
starts with
come on.
that early
Please,
kill
please,
from
prediction,
Nivira.
Shocks.
Just to
Predict, nice
slow
Shocks.
things down, and they'll end up winning that round.
Kenny
6
भाई
to 6
live
now.
देखा था
Vitality
भाई
tying it
मेरे
up,
को
but
लगा
you
था
see
running
how
off है
you
असली
could
में
match
इतनी होती
those
है
2
भाई
rounds
Kenny
and
is
how
always
that
god
execute
भाई Kenny
worked
is
on top of
Kenny
each
is
other,
Kenny
you
is
just see
prime
a
god यार
massive,
I
massive
know right
difference.
prime time god bro
And the whole kit and caboodle. Did nobody communicate?
निवेदा ने
so
बहुत अच्छा kill लिया ये वाला
that the guy
second
with
kill
the
हक दिया
rafters
but
there? That
it's
was
okay
weird.
good team
Yeah,
support
probably not.
Look at this.
Kenny is
I
in
mean,
his prime was a
but that's
monster
seconds
He
after his teammate
Zaiwu
dies
is like
there.
one
So,
50%
okay,
of what
maybe
Kenny
some
has
communication
was
didn't quite happen there on Navi's side.
Anas welcome to the live
Interesting.
stream
But,
Anas
this is still going to beat Vitality
अब
tying
तो
it
1v5
up.
भी possible लगता है
And,
yeah I
just to
remember
give you
bro
perspective, I mean,
हम ऐसे
Vitality,
सोचते थे
no
Kenny
soft
जिंदा है
wins,
Kenny
7
जिंदा है
wins
हो जाएगा
in the
I
last 3
remember
months. And very quick play coming in from Electronic already. The pressure here from Apex, he's just getting in on it.
guys Apex
Yeah.
is a silver
It looked like Electronic
Oh,
thought for a minute,
perfecto!
wait, there
Nice
could be someone
shot,
here, and
bhai.
there
Good
was.
headshot.
Nivira goes down in return, so it's another 4-on-4.
RPK
is so
blinded here.
flashed. Again, instead of putting out the Molotov, he moves out, and then they catch him with a flashbang. So now,
Heaven one more,
this
heaven one more.
A
Come on,
executor's
come on.
right back on track.
Molly कर दिया यार perfect
Very,
bro
very
perfect
well. And they do
Zaiwu
it,
ने
I mean,
Molly
that's
smoke
timing
off
for
कर दिया.
them, 'cause they know Apex is normally playing inside
Shocks
that
and
bomb
Zaiwu
site,
are
so
playing on the outside so I
even
think they're
though
going
he
to
just
try to
gets the
get 2
kill
kills
outside,
and then enter side
that's already
probably
a pretty good signal that probably that bomb site's
सिद्धांत
gonna
जी
be
याद है
slightly
हमारे साथ भी
weaker.
एक पाकिस्तानी केनियस खेल रहा
And
था
like I said last time, RPK managed to
पाकिस्तानी
swing
केनियस
to
वो
his right and take that fight, but this time he was flashed. So
तब जो भी अच्छा ऑप
I don't
करता
know. We'll have to go
था
back and
सब
find
बोलते
out
थे
if they
केनियस
threw
है
the same
वही ना
flashbang or if
एग्जैक्टली
that
अभी
was
भी यही
if
बोलते
that
हैं
was
तो
a special
केनियस
gift
क्वेश्चन
just for
मार्क
RPK.
Exactly. The
Kenny
slight
is like
adjustments
Dhoni and
that are
Zaiwu is
being
like
made here,
Virat yes
from
perfect
these different
perfect
players. And,
comparison
well, I
bro
mean, Vitality, the ones making the
perfect
adjustment there. Navi make the correct call.
बड़ा हरामी था
And
क्या
that will net them
क्या
this
बता
round
करता था
on the T
ओ
side. And I kind of
शॉक्स के
see
पास
them just
शॉक्स के
keep this
पास
pace up for the remaining 2 rounds of this half.
अरे
Just bully
शॉक्स
Vitality, get in on him right now. Boomich goes up with the bomb, but that's fine. Like you said, he's filthy rich. He's gonna have plenty of money to buy.
Yeah.
But let's see again this replay here.
स्ट्रीम
Perfecto,
करो और गे गे
I mean, with the help of Flamey, right? Getting
सब
that
बिजी
opening
सब
kill
आ
on
रहे हो
RPK,
वेलकम टू द
but
लाइव
then
स्ट्रीम लाइक कर दो
that
आरव
was
भाई
Apex just
वेलकम टू द
getting
लाइव
sniped.
स्ट्रीम
Yeah.
कल से ऑसम यार
Whoa,
कल से
now,
स्ट्रीम
there
लेट्स
we-
गो
now-
माइक पे एएसएमआर दे डू यू वांट
A
एन
little
एएसएमआर
bit,
आर यू
little
श्योर
bit. It's starting to
किधर
mount.
से एकदम
It's
कान
starting
के
to
अंदर
build
भेजना
a little
तुम्हारे
bit
हैं
here. And actually, let's take a look at Apex's individual performance. 8 kills so
नावी का
far.
टीम कोऑर्डिनेशन
He's
बाप है
not
भाई
the
नावी
bottom,
का
though,
मैप
'cause
नावी का
Nivira's
मैप है यार
sitting
न्यू
there with 5.
Yeah, and Apex, I mean, I think Apex
70% win rate है नावी का, I think
so
इस पे
I'm not so concerned about that.
ओह
And a half taking down.
जाइवू बहुत
Love
अग्रेसिव
to
जा रहा
see
है
it. I mean, one of the rounds that got them back into this was obviously that double kill from Cyprus. He's just at it again, but he is just being
बिना बात aggressive यार,
shoved on
बिना बात
with
aggressive, बाहर के चला गया वो.
bladed boots. Boomich right on top of him, 4 versus 4 now. But that A bomb site is again under attack. Boomich does go down eventually, and I'm actually a little bit surprised that no
अभी
one
बाहर
from
नहीं
Na'Vi
निकलेगा
in the
कोई,
lobby
नहीं
here
निकलेगा. Liked and
tried
also
to put
hello
some
Velfonous
pressure on,
stream
'cause
man.
they
Yes.
had Boomich in a
Chased
deep
up
position.
124 Hz का लैपटॉप लिया 80
Electronic
FPS
is
आ रहा
also
है. वाओ
pretty deep
भाई,
on the
chased
map,
up
so
है. फिर क्या बोल रहे हैं
He's
सुधांशु भाई
like
इसके
the
बारे में?
secondary player here that could do something
सिर्फ
interesting.
chased up ही कर
That's
सकता है
the
ये
big
बात.
one where, you know, Electronic not able to chime in and help Boomich out.
10K
That's gonna
बाद
be so frustrating.
membership
Boomich gets
ले
killed from
इतना
Apex in a position where
ले
Electronic can't trade
क्या?
frag. And
लेता
now they're
कल
starting to
परसों
figure it out
पैसे
with
थे
50
लेकिन
seconds on
ऑन
the
स्ट्रीम
clock.
नहीं
It's looking
लेना
like they
चाहिए
want to
था
ramp
यस
back over towards ramp, where
facts.
Flamey has created a little bit of room. And Vitality are going to start focusing on the bomb sites themselves by the look of things.
Yeah, it could easily be sort of a B crunch here. If
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक के
gets
हाथ में
a
गेम
kill,
है
then
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक
they
के
got
हाथ
to
में
go
2
down
किल है
towards P.
सिंपल
maybe
सिंपल
getting caught,
सिंपल डोंट
but
चैलेंज
not quite.
सिंपल
RPK will drop.
बेसिकली ये गेम में क्या चल रहा है
Question
सिंपल
is
वर्सेस
down
जाइबू
on the lower part of
बेसिकली
the map. Could Apex be a
बेसिक
bit of a hero? It's Mike coming. Oh, he's going to get caught by Electronic. Won't even get the opportunity.
एपेक्स बहुत नूब खेल रहा है यार एपेक्स क्यों है आईजीएल इनका
Bomb is going to be going down.
एपेक्स
20
कॉल दे रहा है
seconds
लेकिन
left, and
इतना अच्छा नहीं खेल रहा है एपेक्स
he'll have to back
ये
on
माइक
out and
BM
save this
800 है ना
gun, 'cause
यस
they're not going to
BM
have much
800
else for the 15th round that's coming
That's
up.
right.
So, wow, what a rough turn of events. Yeah, Boomich here. This
Oh, wow.
बिना बात का अग्रेसिव किया जाइबू
What
स्मोक
do
से
you
बाहर
say
क्यों
about
रश किया मेरे को
Yeah,
नहीं पता
sometimes it just works.
timing
ये वाला
is
किल
on.
बहुत
I'm
अच्छा था
wondering
ये वाला
where's
किल बहुत अच्छा
Shoxy.
था
What is Shoxy doing when he gets flanked? Because he
Apex
dies
बिना
right
बात मर
before
जाता है
here by Flamey, and what that makes me think is that they've misread the situation, and that Vitality are thinking this is going to be an upper hit.
कर दे एपेक्स
And
कम
so
ऑन
they're not
कल जैसे
focusing on ramp; they're focusing
ये
elsewhere.
मारेगा नहीं
and
बेरा
that
मरेगा
just-
मरेगा
It's like one domino hitting.
वो
the
नहीं
next
आया
one,
नहीं
hitting the
आया
next
वो
one,
देख के
and it all
चला
just
गया
falls apart, right?
Yeah.
The Shoxy looked
Simple,
like he was focused
bro,
on
simple.
yard.
लिक्विड
And,
आउट
That was not. That was
Yeah, damn
obviously
यार
not where he
लिक्विड
died
एक्चुअली
from.
यू नो व्हाट लिक्विड ने गुड
We
ट्राई
also
किया
wonder
ट्राई बहुत अच्छा
slightly
लिक्विड
if-
का
So, Simple gets
Simple
the
और
kill
Kenny
on
S, Kenny S.
RPK in lobby, and
नहीं
not that
वेट
long afterwards, Electronic is essentially opening the B doors down on the B bomb site.
या
Mhm.
कैनी एस
RPK
कैनी
is going
एस
to consider,
कैनी
oh,
एस
they were in lobby and they were
लिक्विड
sort of
अच्छा
walking
परफॉर्म कर रही
towards
नहीं
the ramp,
रोस्टर
but
के
that
साथ या
doesn't
या आई नो
really
राइट
imply
मैंने
that they're
देखा
actually
उनका
on
गेम
the B
एंड
bomb
ऑन
site,
स्ट्रीम
or
भी
at
देखा
least
था
that
वॉच पार्टी
Electronic is.
में
I
एंड इट वाज
wonder
वेरी
also
गुड
if just
एक्चुअली
the sort of the weird
GT,
mapping of the Navi players in that
Blade,
round
मैंने कहा
could have
GT,
thrown
Blade
them off.
जैसे
I mean, it could have
फ्रैगिंग
been
लॉल
perfectly
नहीं
fine
वो एपेक्स
information for
यार वो
RPK to say
एपेक्स
that,
ग्लेव
yeah,
नहीं है ना
at
वो
least
एपेक्स
Simple
पता
was in
नहीं
lobby,
क्या
that's
कर
how
क्या
I
रहा है मेरे को
died.
नहीं पता वो
But
प्लेयर इतना खास नहीं है वो
Electronic, I think, might have just completely caught them by being that far into the site. So
कैन प्ले मी गेट
we'll
वन
see.
नहीं
15th round here.
Flamey is
Last of the
exposed,
half, and
Nivera
now
is
they've
exposed,
really convinced us at
RPK is
this point
exposed.
that there was a reason they picked this map. If we didn't know it already, then you're getting a taste of just how good they can
जाइबू
be.
बाहर आ
Again,
गया
it's cycles
ओवर
and
वापस
opening
जाइबू
kills for
अग्रेसिव जा रहा
Vitality, and
है
it seems
ये लोग
like a lot
एक्सपेक्ट
of
नहीं कर
what
पा रहे
Vitality
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक का एक किल है
are
एक
doing
किल है
right now,
प्लीज
or a lot of the success they've had
Come
has
on,
to do
Electronic,
with
come on,
him
come on.
and opening those up and just getting those early frags. It's
Yeah.
kind of a lot to rely on, but I guess if it keeps working, then why not? Let's see if they can get that 7th round.
But that is the big deal, though, Anders. And, well, I mean, Na'Vi are the ones who are battling up ahead because, again, Vitality have the similar stats where it's like 75% win rate if they get that opening kill. And yet Na'Vi are, you know, Zywoo's getting the opening kill, and Na'Vi are still finding a way to win. So they're battling uphill, and
Oh,
that's just
Flamey
how
gaya.
powerful this T side
नहीं,
is for Na'Vi.
नहीं,
And
अरे!
Vera going to take down Simple, but he gets traded.
आरपीके का फ्री का किल है फ्री किल है आरपीके मिस नहीं करना
He's gonna be walking in, that smoke will not cover him at all. So
ओके साउंड आ गया लास्ट वन
three,
वन गन
Cyber
एक बन
actually
जाएगा
take a
परफेक्टो का
little
साउंड आ
damage
चुका है
there.
इनको आरपीके
I think it was a Molotov or something.
अरे
burning
सुना
him,
नहीं
so
क्या आरपीके
gonna
मैंने
be
सुना सुना
happy
ना
about that. 35 seconds, and Electronic, he's trying to
कैनियस और
move around
वेल्फोनस
down the
वेल्फोनस
lower
ऑल
part of the map. That's
Any
only
day,
going to be relevant
Velfonous.
if Perfecto can vent dive in here and not
बीजेपी
get
वाला
caught.
मोटा
He
भाई
has
से
the
बात
bomb, so
करके
if
आया
he
यस ब्रो
fails
मैच
this
सेटिंग हो
and
रहा
gets caught somehow, then I don't know if what they're meant to do. But right now, Electronic is trying to clear that up. He's going to get the kill.
ओह नो जाइबू बॉम्ब ड्रॉप ऊपर रह गया
Bomb gets stuck.
ऊपर रह
15
गया
seconds.
जी
All he has to
नीचे
do
आ गया
is
नीचे आ
fall
गया
back down. They can actually pick it up. Electronic time 9 seconds. He could turn around and just try and kill him. I mean, they have to come for him, surely. They're running right behind. 3 seconds. He's going to have the bomb plant, but they're on top of him. They're right there. RPK to take him
Almost,
down. And Vitality will get that
almost.
7th
Electronic,
round
bro.
on the board
God, bro.
in
Very
an
nice try, yaar.
absolutely
Very nice try.
ridiculous fashion. It was all
Very
about
nice try.
getting down.
एपेक्स को ढूंढो और
that was
इजी
the
किल है
only
हाँ
thing that
एपेक्स को
mattered.
ढूंढ ढूंढ के मारे थे
What a
अगर
way to
ऑस्ट्रेलिया
control
साले
the
तो
first half, and we've got
Velfonous
so
is better
much
than
more to
Kenny.
come.
I know,
At the end of
right?
it, top of the
Nico wants
scoreboard,
to know your
it's Cyber with
location.
14 kills right behind him, Boomich
bye, bye.
at 13. Second
Hug
half
this,
is going to be
perfecto.
absolutely explosive, and it's coming up after the break.
गंजा भाई बुड्ढा बुड्ढा like it guys, let's go, let's watch this match. I hope you guys enjoy this match, bro. This match is going to be very nice, very nice. What's your opinion? कौन जीतेगा guys? Let me know in chat. Can we get some predictions going in chat? Let's go. गंजा 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 भाई लेकिन ये बंदा बहुत बढ़िया खेलता है जिपनिक्स इसका मिराज पे मैं होल्ड बहुत फॉलो करता हूँ
Why am I spotting right in front of you?
वाइटैलिटी नावी मैं पर्सनली नावी की साइड हूँ भाई मेरे को लगता है नावी न्यूक जीतेगी ही जीतेगी लेट्स गो नावी नावी वाइटैलिटी अबे जाइबू तो डाटो निकला क्या निकला इतना इतना बड़ा दांतू अच्छा Vitality, Vivek Kenyas Jain is pro electronic sports player from Agra. Yes, bro. Clutchmeister, Navi. Let's see. But Zaibu है ना इनके पास. Vitality still has Zaibu. Zaibu and Shocks can do a lot of damage, bro. Zaibu and Shocks are legendary players. वही है. Navi में simple and boom bitch. Exactly. Boom bitch and Navi simple. So it's basically like 2v2 star player versus star player. And जो भी God tier roster वाला कोई है ही नहीं अभी. Mortality का कुत्ता बन गया D2 पे. 14-7 से 14-16 हारे. बड़ा डिप्रेसिंग लॉस था. नवन जी बस करें, इससे पहले मैं हक दूंगा. Navi, okay, Navi fans, a lot of Navi fans here. Nico. Zipnix is kill minister. Zipnix is cold-blooded killer. He is a motherfucking cold-blooded killer. Nice shot, bro. Zaibu. ये 1.6 प्लेयर है. 100% श्योर. 100% श्योर. इसकी आंखों से दिख जाता है भाई. एकदम से पता लग जाता है. शक्ल पे पता लग जाता है इसकी. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एंड सिंपल. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक भी है लेकिन बूम बिच को. बूम बिच मुझे बोलने में मजा आता है इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ उसको. कैनियस नहीं मलन एस. ओके मलन एस. आज से मलन एस है उसका नाम. नामकरण कर दो. योगी आदित्यनाथ बन रखा है तुमने भाई. वन 1.6 प्लेयर तो मैं भी हूँ भाई. दिख जाता है. अलग से पता लग जाता है 1.6 प्लेयर्स. वेल्फोनस पहले से विवेक एस है. उसमें S sugar है. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the second half, still the first map in this best of 3 between
भाई
Navi
इतनी
and
शार्प में यार
Vitality.
बंदे की क्या है भाई.
cut clean down
बंदा
the
कहाँ है?
middle,
जॉ लाइन के अलावा
8-7,
बंदा कहाँ
8 in
है?
favor of
चेहरा
Navi,
कहाँ है
sitting on
इसका?
the T side of Nuke.
इतनी
Really
जॉ लाइन अच्छी नहीं होती
impressive.
भाई.
I mean, we're just seeing all the reasons why
कम
Navi
करो भाई,
picked this.
कम
It
करो.
looks like they've got it lined up for a win right now.
Boom bitch तो रेज
Vitality,
निकली.
they
boom
are
bitch
going to
तो
have to
रेज है.
fight
सही बात
pretty
है.
hard, I think, on this T side to get away with a map win on the first one here.
Without a doubt, and it's looking like we're going to get some quick action here as well here from Vitality. Electronic, if he peeks this, he's going to be in a world of hurt.
Oh, Apex
Yeah,
को पता है
a lot
सारे
of
कहाँ
people
पर
out
है.
here. He's just looking
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक
for
के पास
a
किल.
full tap. Oh
Yep, there you
no!
go.
But there was a
बोला ना मैं,
P250
Zaibu.
waiting for him. He just wanted that one little shot. I didn't even want to fight it. He was just like, let me just throw some bullets this way and it'll be fine.
You do not do that with Zaibu.
No. No, it's never that easy.
Good, 2
I
HP
like
gap
that
बस.
underhanding the grenade now. It didn't do that much damage, but that looked interesting.
Yeah.
So 4 on 5, RPK, not that far away from maybe finding the top of his head there. That could have been really dangerous. Let's see if they're going to be able to make the... Oh, yeah,
Oh,
he
gun
sees the
दिख
gun
गई.
barrel, and he's within range. They're going to just overwhelm him. Boomich in trouble. Simple trying to reload that CSET 75 and closing the door behind him. But yeah, bomb is going to be going down. And Navi, how do you retake this? I don't even know how you could do this. 3 versus 5. You need Vitality to give you some fights. You need them to go and take a fight like that, an instant headshot. Otherwise, I don't think you're going to walk in the crossfire.
ये वाला तो Vitality के हाथ में round. अगले 2 round भी Vitality के हाथ
giant
में.
web that you're walking into at this point in time. Perfecto goes down. Cyber is looking for a bit more and challenging Simple,
Nice.
and you'll find that headshot. He's not even reloading. He's just looking for more headshots, and now they're coming for flames.
Rivera pimp का लड़का है
Could
क्या?
have almost knifed him, but I respect the fact that they didn't. Might be a little bit too much on the line at this point in time.
Super
eye लगता है
sick.
क्या?
And hold on,
पागल
we're
है
going to
क्या?
see. All right, this was
इसका
this was
सिर्फ
the opening
2
door
बाय
versus
हैं. एक
Electronic.
deagle और एक off.
But then
Yes,
what's
I
even
know,
better
right?
is that that's just the
Viran
fake
के
from
lobby
Vitality.
होती है.
Because obviously Electronics info
Lobby
is, oh,
भाई,
you're going down
lobby
secret.
तो ये होती
And
है
so
Viran
Vitality,
से.
Navi are going to be shifting around, trying to cover that angle towards the lower side. No.
Scream का भाई
Vitality
है तो
then goes
jawline
straight
तो
up
होगी.
into the upper site and just catch them completely unawares up there. So it works out wonderfully
Silver.
for Vitality, and that was an excellent
Masters.
pistol round.
Okay.
Bit of a planned
Sudanshu
strategy,
भाई
and
लेने के
then
mood में.
playing, light on their feet. Just reacting to how the round developed. I love to see it, and that's the
Navi का
calling we
T
need to
side
see
बहुत
here from
aggressive है,
Apex if
तो
they want to
Navi
find
should have
success on
gotten
the
at
T
least
side, because
4 more rounds
to be
on T
fair,
side. But
the first half
let's see what
went
happens on the
pretty
CT
hard
side.
against Vitality.
Yeah, it did. And I mean, if Electronic in that round is the only, anchor that they have outside to look for what's happening in
पैर
Yard,
दिखा.
they lose him. They just lose all vision
नहीं
out
दिखा.
there. And Vitality
थर्ड पैर
exploded.
दिखा.
I think that's probably true. They probably did improvise a
Zaibu
little
carrying
bit there.
globals है ना?
RPK is holding as the rest of them are
यार
going down
CG
secret. It's
बेकार
always
हो रखी है.
nice to
क्यों
leave
use
someone
कर रहे
behind
CG
that red
Electronic?
container so that you're not getting flanked while you're walking down here. Because you can have some pretty wild timings where the CTs will walk in through the smoke right behind you. So I can understand why they want to do that. Molotovs. That's a fadeaway
मैंने मिस
shot.
कर दिया यार. क्या shot था? देखें जरा
Fire
screen
at
पे
his
देखो
feet,
revive.
and he just made that work. That's really beautiful. He's back for more, and Sambo will take him down.
ये
So
scream shot था guys. Scream ने one tap मारा था ऐसा.
no second chance there, but it's always flamey.
Woo,
Trying.
good try.
Some of
अरे
the
नहीं
flames
यार,
as
commit
well.
कर
I mean,
दिया.
it's probably worth it if he could
Sambo
do it,
carrying,
but
bro.
not quite this time. And RPK is still outside. He's been holding that the whole time. I mean, that's even good information, right? Once the bomb's planted and they exit this bomb site,
एक और
at
round
the
में
very
vitality
least,
का आता.
no one is going to be that
Vitality
far
बाद
back.
में
I mean,
एक
they
और
can
round,
still be
उसके
in the
बाद
vents,
मुश्किल होगा.
but they don't have to even check it,
100%.
so that's
5-7 is
also
better than
helpful.
CZ, yes.
They'll have that
But
focus.
CZ
And,
पहले
well,
बहुत
I
अच्छी
mean, it
थी.
is a
I would
position for
prefer
Navi
CZ or 5-7
where
पहले.
they're just gonna be thinking about saving
आधा एक
guns,
साल
I
पहले.
think. It's just too much of a
Yeah,
stretch.
you're right.
Down a man, going for the retake against rifles. You've only seen rifles, so there isn't even a weak point for you to exploit. At this point, you're just thinking,
Save
okay,
कर रहे
hold
हैं
on
वो
to
लोग.
these guns for the next round, and let's see what we can do then. And
CZ
while
के लिए एम
that-
अच्छा
that
चाहिए
is
नहीं
going
यार.
to
CZ का
be
डैमेज ही
one,
नहीं है.
should be
वो
another
पिचकारी
beatdown
है
here for
CZ bro.
Vitality.
Legit
Really, this
पिचकारी है
is the
CZ.
biggest save from Vitality picking up this pistol side, because Nuke is actually one of the two maps that is CT sided still, 53%. So for Na'Vi to come out ahead T side in the first half at this level, before or at a lower level, you're like,
shot
it can
देखो
go
जरा.
either way.
Yeah.
At
ये
this
scream ने
level,
मारा था,
the
तीन
top
one
three
tap मारे थे
teams,
हवा में.
every
तीन.
round matters.
तीन.
Even a couple percentage points could make the difference in the series. So that just goes to show how good Na'Vi are on this map. This really is their home map. For them to come out ahead on T side in the first half is
Close range,
fantastic. Vitality getting this, though, is worst case scenario for Na'Vi. These couple of rounds here from Vitality, we'll see if Na'Vi can stabilize when it comes to the buy round in the next one.
I'm very, very interested. And I'm also interested to learn, I mean, I think because Vitality are such a team that's so
एक
well
kill चाहिए.
prepared
अरे
on so
नहीं
many
यार.
strategies,
If Simple gets one
I
kill
think
ना.
out of all the maps out there, Nuke is
बहुत
might be
जल्दी
one
मार
of the
दिया ने.
highest on the list in terms of what you can make out of that. Like how much the map will give you back if you know what you're doing. Because you can,
Oh
you
भाई
can shift around the
साहब.
CT defense to such an absurd degree. I don't
नहीं,
think
नहीं,
any
नहीं,
map compares.
मैंने मिस
You
कर
know,
गया
maybe
वो.
Vertigo
अबे
again, those
साउंड आ गया.
double layered
तीन
maps,
लोगों का साउंड
the
आ गया.
rotation time on the CT side is almost all that matters.
तीन
And
लोगों
if
का
you-
साउंड आ गया bro.
if
Come on
you-
भागो.
If you're good at that, if you're good at manipulating that, it's absolutely wild what can happen. So we'll try and keep an eye on it. Now we didn't really play their side quite like that, and you don't have to, but I could see Vitality being prepared in that fashion, and that would be really
यार.
interesting. Good couple of kills there with the Mac 10, and
Yeah.
no real surprises in this round so far.
Dude, I swear that's the stuff of nightmares to me. Like surprise CZ behind a door. And that is a very common setup that we see from CT side as well. CZ up close, right at the door, and you're just waiting. In fact, we saw it yesterday, right, where the guy tried to open the door at the same time as the T's were trying to open the
Yeah.
door, and it just kind of went. Didn't really work out for him. But that is we're seeing that strat quite a bit now from Na'Vi. And why not? I mean, CZ up close. It's a hand cannon.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, you're right. Sometimes you can get ridiculous multi-kills with it, and I don't know how to do it.
मजा
personally.
दिला
I
रहा
would
है.
just be
बढ़िया
having
कास्ट
nightmares
है
if
ना.
I'm taking point down there as entry, and every time it's like, is there somebody behind that door or not? Is there somebody there? Just be freaking out.
How do they decide? Is it like seniority?
Who gets the farm?
Just get the youngest kid in. It's like, you go. Open the door.
Open the door first, and then tell us what you see. And it's electronic this time. Just ready. Yep, survive.
डबल किल हो गया. फ्री का डबल किल मिला इनको.
Yeah, well, 10-8 the scoreline. 2-round lead for Vitality.
Launders better है.
Na'Vi picking up rifles, but I'm noticing that is not an AWP on Simple. And
Henry
he has an
G
extra
best था.
3,700. He can't surely, no, he can't miss. I think he would have had less if it was a
Simple
misfire.
at
If
least
someone
one kill
pushes,
bro.
I don't
Come
know.
on yaar. At least
I
one
am
kill.
not smart enough to figure this out. Someone will have to help me. 19th round though, and Scout versus AWP, of course it makes a difference. So we'll see.
Oh, nice shot
an
Nivera.
entry.
Nice shot
Vera
Nivera.
taking
Entry निकाल
down
लिया.
Flame.
अब
He
ramp
was
भागना
just
चाहिए.
falling
सब भाग
back
रहे
in that
ramp.
position. The timing could not have been better. That was so clean.
Rush हो गया.
You know, we talk about him and his performance overall. Oh no. Apex, I mean,
Guys,
who's to
Apex
blame?
rage
We'll never
करेगा.
know. But that is a little
Apex
bit
rage करेगा अभी
unfortunate.
देखेंगे.
Still a 4 versus
दिखेगा
3,
अभी.
and Na'Vi,
दिखेगा.
remember, they can't really fight hard for this. They just do not have the economy as much as I'm sure they would love it. I'm sure they want to. It's so risky to go for this. Perfecto will find a free kill there, but is it still even worth it? They're so far away.
I mean, do you let Vitality get up to 11 rounds?
Oh.
Yeah, I think they have to.
हाँ पक्का सुल्तान भाई.
Oh man, it's such a painful one. I mean, you have to get a kill within the next 2 seconds. And
नाइस
see it
DK
happen.
भाई
They
रिप
don't have
एपेक्स
time
एपेक्स
to,
से
you know,
वैसे
they
किल
got
नहीं हो रहे थे
save these
भाई
guns. And what with 3
पीठ
guns,
में गोली
maybe
मारी है
enough
उसने
to
4
make the
5
nines
गोलियां
actually
मारी है
simple,
नॉन
have enough for
स्टॉप
an
अपने
AWP,
खुद के
so you
टीममेट
can try
ने
and make
मैं
some
होता तो
plays
मैं
here,
तो भी
simple,
गोली
be able
मैं
to
उठ के
pass that
चप्पल
AK
मारता
off to
उसको
somebody.
ये तो लान पे ही है
So,
अभी भी
not be
सब
actually, you're
सब
going
उठ के मैं
against fairly
उठ के
decent
चांटा
opponents.
मार देता अंशु
The
होता
thing
मेरे
is,
पीछे
though, for
100%
Navi, is I think Vitality, they play with so much
बेस्ट
confidence
टीम
in
किल
those
भाई
first
एपेक्स
scenarios
रेज
because they
करेगा
realize
कम ऑन
that
यार
Navi
एपेक्स
have
का
gone to
रिएक्शन
their
दिखाओ
default. Like simple in the garage,
Yeah,
all the
they
way
know.
back in the garage, no action in yard, you know, just flamey holding ramp. Like it's just, this is, if you see this, you know
शॉट है
what to
भाई
expect.
एपेक्स
from
इसको धमकी दे
Navi.
रहा था मुड़
And so
के गाइस
Vitality
उंगली
don't
दिखा
waste any time at all. They just
5
power
मिनट मारी है
down and
5
they know what to do.
मिनट 5
Given
मिनट
the fact that these
भाई
guys are prepared. And well, Apex, look at that, a little bit of a chuckle even.
Yeah, it's comedy. Once they win the round, it's comedy, right? If they lose it, it's not fun. That's how it works.
True.
Now,
लगता है
you
एपेक्स
know,
ने मेरे
just
को नहीं
talking about
खिलाएगा
Uranus performance, right? Whatever ends up happening here, just keep that round in mind. That's a huge round, and it's on him. I mean, that opening is worth so much. So, I don't know, put a little gold star by his name in the back of your mind or something like that. Just remember it, because the scoreboard is not everything. RPK and Vera taking a lot of grenade damage, but they've got shocks down here, and that's interesting.
55 and
But they don't
75
have any idea that Electronic is close.
अरे यार एपेक्स
The thing is, there's no nades to give
एपेक्स
this
को
away.
मार दे
Navi
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक
do this
प्लीज
every
भाई
now and again,
कसम है
though.
तेरे को देख
Electronic,
ले
like, 1 round a half,
ये
he'll
बात
push
ये
up
बात
like
सुन रहा
this,
मेरी बातें
and
सुन
there
रहा
it is,
मेरी बातें
actually
गाइस
works, and he
ही
gets
इज
that kill
लिसनिंग
on
टू अस
Apex.
चैट
This is big.
स्ट्रीम
Can Shoxy
स्नाइपर
trade him back though? Shoxy, he hesitates. He's worried about the setup.
Yeah. It definitely
गया
looked
शॉक्स
like
भी गया शॉक्स भी
Electronic
गया
was looking for it. He was paranoid about that too.
टीम
So
डैमेज ऑन होता है क्या हाँ होता है
everyone is getting real
एपेक्स
suspicious
में
at
जो
the
जीत गया तो
moment.
लेजेंड हो
Yeah,
जाएगा
so suspicious.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to be the one to make a mistake.
Yeah.
You're just like,
एपेक्स भी लाइक
my
अंधा
feet.
है क्या
Shocks is looking out there and saying, I'm
अगले
not
मैप नहीं
seeing
खिलाएगा वो
anyone
नहीं
else
खिलाएगा
outside. The bomb is dropped far back. Nivira inside. We're going to go back and take a look. Try and see if they could find anyone. I don't know if they want to try and help out. Shocks out here. 45 seconds though. I mean, they're actually running this clock down slightly low.
ओ
considering
दिखा
where the bomb is.
फ्री का
That's
किल
a
फ्री का किल दे
very
दिया
good
आरपीके ने
catch.
फ्री का
Boomich taking down RPK.
हाथ का किल था
Makes it 5 versus 3. And now, I don't even know if you're Vitality. You need some very, very easy, clean kills here for this to be close to worth it. Shocks outside. He's been spotted. So, I don't know if they can make their way through here. It seems very unrealistic. 20 seconds. They could still do a lot of damage to the Na'Vi economy, and that is the secondary objective in every
बूम
single
बूम
round.
विच
But,
इन्फो आ गया
maybe
नहीं
on his own.
13
Shocks, that's a
seconds.
pretty good headshot. Time is
Oh,
running out.
nice,
10 seconds
nice,
left
nice,
here,
nice.
so I
नहीं हो
don't think
पाएगा,
they can
नहीं हो
actually do
पाएगा.
it, but one more
Perfecto
kill
ने
would have
निकाल
been
दिया,
huge here.
Perfecto
Again,
ने
the
निकाल
difference
दिया.
between 2 and 3 when you get the
Perfecto ने
rifles away
निकाल
is
दिया.
really huge. Three rifles left on the Navi side means
They hit
they're
again?
building money. They're still
They
making
tried bro
some.
they tried they
Whereas
had a
if,
good try by
you
the way
take that extra
but मुझे
one
पहला
off
किल
there,
मिला
it
उसके
would
बाद
be
शॉक्स ने
interesting.
बहुत
Suddenly
हेजिटेट
they'd
कर
be
दिया
losing money and you could do a lot
16
more.
to 13 final score line
Yeah,
let's see
somebody has
let's
to
see
force
मैंने assume किया था
what we're gonna see,
16
with
7
Boomich.
but
And Boomich, again, it's worth
Okay.
mentioning. T side, really solid with the
अगर
vent
नहीं
drones,
खिलाएगा तो
a really
स्क्रीम
solid
को
round sweep.
स्क्रीम
CT
चप्पल से वन
side,
टैप
he
देगा
has
दूर
been
से फेंक के
murking
मारेगा
fools there.
नाइस शॉट
He
सिंपल
is so good on point this tournament. He's really figured it out, and so he is a nightmare to deal with in that position. RPK is going to have his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
If he's going to keep holding there, and man, Shoxy just got rocked.
ओह
did.
कितना
Not gonna
डैमेज नहीं
hit the
पड़ा
follow nade there, unfortunately. I mean, looking at the Navi scoreboard though, Boomich is top, Electronic is behind, and then everyone else is in a cluster. But you know,
जाइवो की किल देखो
it
गाइस
isn't the Electronic and Simple duo and everyone else far behind. I mean, actually,
क्या है
as
ये
much as
मजाक
we
है
love that, this does look
Am
like
I a
a
joke to you?
slightly healthier version of Navi.
What?
And I'm sure
Well, this is the winning Navi.
this
Wow,
seems like
boy.
the winning Navi, yeah. And obviously,
करण भाव जवाज
we all
वेलकम
know
ये
it's
स्ट्रीम
only a
कर रहे
matter
थे
of
क्या
time before
नाइस
Simple,
नाइस
you know, is bored of
वेलकम
being
टू द
down
लाइव
there,
स्ट्रीम
so
लाइक कर दो
that's
गाइस
also
बॉयज एंड
probably
गर्ल्स
gonna
कम ऑन
change.
कम ऑन कम
Now
ऑन
look at the setup here. Very similar, except for Apex not getting killed by Electronic early, but Shox is down here again, and the rest of the
भाई
team.
बेइज्जती मार रहा है
they're
एपेक्स को
over in
एपेक्स
lobby.
की
And what's
बेइज्जती
so
मार रहा है
interesting
मुंह
about
पे
this map is you could do anything you want with it. You could crunch the B bomb site, but you don't have to.
Oh no, boom
You can
bits.
easily turn it into something A-related and just have a guy coming out of the vent at the right time. Boomich actually getting completely caught. No warning, no flashes, and they get every single kill in the bomb site. That is a completely naked walk-in. Normally,
न्यूज़ पे टीम
again,
प्ले आता है तो
wow, you
बताना
throw grenades. and
नहीं
it
मेरा न्यू
signals
कितना
also
स्ट्रांग
to
नहीं
the
है
CT
इतना
side
क्या
that
मेरा न्यू
something's
स्ट्रांग है
happening.
ही नहीं बिल्कुल भी
But this time they just walked in. and
किसी
it's
सपोर्ट
mega
कर रहा है मैं
risky.
नावी
I
को
mean,
कर
if
रहा हूँ
someone is holding those
बट
angles and
लुक्स
you're
लाइक
walking around
वाइटैलिटी
it,
इज
you
गोइंग
could
टू
be
विन
dead in
दिस
a
वन
second, right?
Dude.
But the timing was unreal.
Boomich has just got to not tilt off the face of the planet when that happens to you, man. That is so frustrating. You just nailed it, Anders. No nades. I mean, Boomich, you saw it. He checked the door, sees the smoke. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and focus main for a little bit. And of course, that's when they push. That's just the unwritten rule of CS. As soon as you turn off of an angle, that's when the person peaks, or that's when they push. Or that, you know, it just has to happen that way.
Yes.
Yeah. It is, You're not wrong. Those are some of the funniest clips whenever they pop up, or someone holding like a long position, A long or something on Dust 2 with an AWP scope.
ये जो 3 kill निकले ना ये बहुत गंदे kills थे. Dirty kills थे, cheap kills थे बहुत.
It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal.
Who called the timeout though? I
चल
imagine it's Na'Vi.
CT भी हार रहे वही ना यार CT हार
Yeah,
रहे.
I mean, no one.
ये Apex को assist मिला.
I think the really interesting, yeah, you're right, it is.
अरे
Na'Vi.
जीतेगी Na'Vi
I
नहीं.
think the
Let's see
really
bro,
interesting
let's
stuff
see.
is that Vitality actually have a pretty good economy, so that they're
अभी
up
strategy
3
change
rounds,
करने
but
का
they also
plan
have
है,
some
पक्का
money,
से.
so they're not instantly being reset.
भाई मोटा भाई को देखो जरा. मोटा भाई swag में बैठे हैं भाई. मोटे भाई को फर्क ही नहीं
converting
पड़ता.
some rounds here, and I mean, so stringing rounds together, they've only won 1 round in the second half, so that has got to change. There are many ways to change it though.
You can't go to your default. The round you've had success on is when you played aggro.
Yeah.
So you know I mean, but you got to get aggro on a different part of the map. If you go out there with electronic again, you're going to get
simple
bopped.
and hot and shoot people with the AWP.
That's a fair point. Just shotgun them.
Yeah, do that all day. Or lobby crash
Finals
them.
भी
We
करोगे
saw
ना.
like
Let's
an
see bro. I
academy
don't think
where
so,
you
but
can push from
अगर मेरे team में
sweep
नहीं आते तो
and
finals भी
hot
कर लेंगे.
and ramp at the same time, it's really interesting. And especially when they've been running this 4-1 type setup, Vitality looks like
Good
they're going to
flash.
go real quick right through into
Wow.
the smoke. But the spray
Wow.
is great. So what? He takes him right through the smoke. He just spun and took down Electronic. He had no idea where he was. 2 versus 4, and Flamey and Simple, I mean, they can't even get close. They just have to get away. What a ridiculous human being.
Oh, Vitality just spanked him.
अगर morale down होगा तो
That
easy.
was
नहीं morale high है
savage.
उनका, ऐसी
And
बात नहीं है.
Anders, that's what they were doing. Electronic, he was gonna do the same thing. Push up under silo. Simple is in garage right now.
क्या था यार,
Simple
ये
was gonna
मेरे
be
को
there to
समझ नहीं आया.
support, and Electronic was gonna push up the same way he killed
Simple
Apex
तो
that
multi
last
kill
time they
निकालना
found
चाहिए
success.
यार.
So
कोशिश
they were
तो
gonna
कर रहा है
rinse and
Simple.
repeat on Navi's side.
Yeah.
But
Now
Electronic,
they
because
need
of that,
at
he's in
least
position
2
to put
more
that spray
rounds.
through.
Navi.
If
They
he's out
they
there,
need
he's
2
in
more
position
rounds
in
to
mid to
deny.
put that spray through. Except that Vitality also have
Oh.
3 guys there just ready to spray
कोई
through
आया
the
नहीं
smoke.
बाहर. Flamey मरेगा. Flamey
Absolutely
मरेगा.
outrageous. Oh man.
Zaibu sucks रे. Zaibu
Here's
अच्छा
something
player
that
भाई.
would
क्या
be very
kills देख.
interesting.
Zaibu की तरह kills देख
They've
जरा.
put quite a
22
bit of
और 9.
pressure on that squeak door now.
2.5, 2.3 के आसपास,
If
2.2
you
के
get
आसपास
the
का
right
KD चल रहा है. Man,
spawn,
this guy's
and
insane,
I
bro.
wonder if they're trying. If you get
ये
the
देख ये
right
देख
spawn on the T
पहला
side,
shot,
if you spawn
second
right up on
shot,
the bomb
smoke
side,
में कहीं भी कुछ भी
Get out of
headshot.
here.
What?
It's so crazy.
I'm back. Radhika, welcome back. लेकिन
sorry.
भाई मैप सारी
You
स्टार्ट
can jump up on the
खोल के
silo and
पी
jump
रखी है
up
इन्होंने.
onto the mini
साहब
roof
बहुत
and
अच्छे से
just
स्टडी
jump
करके
right
आए
down
हैं.
and
बहुत
kill
अच्छे
this
से
the
study किया
CT that's playing there.
Yeah.
वही हिट कर
And
रहे
if
हैं
you
जा रहे
just
हैं
put the
सिंपल
same
ना.
pressure on Squeak Door,
भाई डेमो नहीं
he's
करेगा
going to
क्या
be
फिर आज
very
देखते हैं
if it's boom
डिपेंड
again,
करता है
think
कब
of how
खत्म हो रहा है.
incentivized he's going to be to just guard that. If you're quick about it, you can absolutely catch people off guard. So I would love it if they tried to do something like that. But this
Radhika,
time looks
welcome
like
back to the live stream by the way. मैं welcome
Don't
करना
take
भूल
it
गया I think
cool,
so.
Don't want to be throwing anything away. It's 13-9. They have got a very good
आंखें
lead.
बंद करिए, लाइक का बटन दबा दो
And
guys.
Navi, I
Let's
mean,
aim for
they keep
35
saving
likes.
some guns every other round, which is, I mean, that's what's keeping them in this right now.
Yes.
If they lose all the rifles, they're really toast.
Actually, it felt like some indecision there from Vitality. It looks like they were about to set up for an execute, and then they called it off. So something is got them right in the nick of time. They called it off, and something warned them that they needed to slow down the pace a little bit. And so this smoke going down, it's either Shox or Apex that throw this smoke. So that's some information for Na'Vi to go off of. They always, it's either one or the other that throws this exact smoke that Shox.
बहुत ज़्यादा ही पैसिव खेल रहा है, मरेगा.
So Electronic can kind of have an idea that somebody's out here now.
कर दिया था, welcome. Okay.
Yeah. I'm wondering why he put out that smoke or the Molotov. I'm something I don't know.
बहुत गंदा है, सिंपल की जगह ले ली.
Right position.
Nice
really
shot,
quick
Simple.
about
एक और.
it, But now he's a little
He
bit
can't
trapped in
re-peek
his. Cyber's
Zaibu,
on
he
the other
can't
side, and Simple will take him down. That's a massive fight to be winning.
Zaibu
Cyber's been
खत्म,
very
मतलब
much
game खत्म.
outperforming Simple in this game
Hello.
so far. And that
Light
is a
stream,
critical duel
Score
right
कर
there.
रहा है.
5 versus 3, 38 seconds.
मेरा.
Now we
हाँ,
have to
join कर ले.
keep the economy going. Shox with just a single point of health.
How mega tilted are you if you're Electronic too? You've been sitting there waiting for Shoxy that entire time, and then he just bops you in the face. Well, RPK and Apex heading down the vents, it looks like.
आंख बंद करके dislike दब गया bro. नहीं यार, नहीं like दबाओ.
Simple's just now showing
Simple
up,
की
but
rating KPR
he could
दोनों
get a
ज़्यादा
bomb
थी
pop.
उससे.
This is not out of the realm. Oh, he's
Nice.
gonna get shot right in the face.
Apex ने
That's
निकाल
pretty
लिया
good from
बे.
Apex. That'll
Shox
give
1
them the
HP है,
bonus,
1v1 है,
and
1v3
still
है
a
basically.
2-on-3. They have no grenades
Oh.
left on the Vitality side, and that makes this
65 HP.
very tough in the after plant. But I wouldn't rule this out. Shox a single point of health, but
Round
he's
over,
an
अभी
absolute
let's see
god
bro.
in the
Still
right position.
alive
So
bro.
let's just see what
अब
happens.
round over.
Apex turns
नहीं
in,
हुआ.
straight headshot to take down Flamey, and now it's real interesting. 2 versus 2. Shox has walked in this hallway. Apex shooting at the
Shox.
door. Shox coming in. And 1 health. All
इन्होंने
he
कर दिया
needed.
बे
And Perfecto has to back on out.
कर दिया
What an
इन्होंने राउंड जीत गए
incredible
वाला
win.
vitality one more
They
हाथ
had
का
that
राउंड चला गया
setup,
यार
simple
9-14
games and the
गाइस
double opening
कदे
that
को
they
भी
needed.
ब्राइट ये तीन
And
लोग
Vitality
तीन
somehow took it away.
3-2 टी हार गए नहीं
Again,
जीतेंगे
going
नावी
against the
लेट्स सी ब्रो
Alexanders.
नावी अभी भी कम बैक कर सकती है नावी और
This is
ऑस्ट्रेलिया
just
बहुत
such
ज्यादा
a
तेज कम बैक
chaotic
करते हैं
map. It's so hard to predict.
he
It's
clutch
not
I will
going
PTM you
anywhere
500
near- It's a complete statistical audit.
Cam Karan deleted
You have
messages
7 rounds on the T side so far.
Bhai,
For
Cam Karan.
Vitality, just utterly dominating the T side of Nuke.
ये बहुत
Navi
अच्छा
having
shot
no
था
say.
headshot.
And even
Oh,
like
very
you said,
nice.
simple
Zayu
get the
hacker
double
जैसे
kill to
moves
open it
दिखा
up.
रहा
You're
है
thinking, that's it. They've got
उसने
this round
स्मोक में
on
अंधा
lock.
फायर
There's
दे
no
दिया
way
भाई
Vitality to come
रिप
back in
कैम
here.
करन रिप
But
कैम करन के
Apex
500
played
रुपए
that so well.
प्लस
With
500
the
इन
wrap
माय
and
वॉलेट
the
कैम करन आई
zoom
एम वेटिंग
on
फॉर
the
यू
lower halls there, that was so big.
हक दे छक्की नावी वाले भाई क्या यार हक दिया इन्होंने
This, I mean, this has been a very impressive map from Apex on all fronts.
ज्यादा
It's
पैसिव
really
करते हैं
worth
वो भी
emphasizing.
बहुत इशू है
It's been really cool
Ooh, Shox, nice
to take
round
the
यार
opening
Shox बहुत
fight
बढ़िया player
outside
है
and dropping simple.
यार Shox is like must
They
all rounders
still
है
have money, Navi. That's the most surprising thing about everything that we're seeing
9-14
right now.
guys,
is how they
9-14
keep
is the
having
score.
just enough to still put up a fight, but I mean that's going to come to an
Zebu.
end one way or another here. First of all, they're running out of
Oh,
rounds
electronic.
to do this with, but certainly their economy is
Oh,
you
electronic
know,
heard him.
right on the edge. They have $650 total amongst them right now, so round loss bonus will not save them if they lose everything here. Set up Boomich is downstairs, so he's just playing that angle and will probably just, you know, smoke and run back and buy some time
Shox
if
is
he can.
cute yes bro
Hope to
Shox
pick
is
up
very
kill before
handsome
that
bro
happens,
सही
I guess,
बताऊंगा
but
मैं तो खुद agree
So
करता हूँ
this
भाई
is dangerous for electronic, but he's
Zayu
gonna be rewarded.
भाई इनको है नहीं
Stepping, making a bit of noise. Yep, there's the smoke from Boomich.
वापस आ गए
And
कभी उम्मीद ना छोड़ो
I
नावी
believe
से
electronic is not looking behind him.
कुछ बोल क्या
But they got
कुछ
it to
बोल
go
क्या
down
गाइस
early
सॉरी मेरा
enough
छोटा
where
कजन के पास है
Vitality, they can
मोबाइल
still
तो
back around to halls if they need
अपने
to.
छोटे कजन से पैसे निकलवा ले
It's
वरना
gonna
उसको
not
उठा
leave them a lot
लूंगा
of time, but they still have that option.
सरेंडर कर दे ना
And it's looking like they want to hold on to that option.
है ना मोटा है ना टेडी बियर है भाई
Heard him right there. He must have heard something. Yes, he moved
Oh,
a really
मरा
long
नहीं।
time. He's still in the server, I could tell.
Damn यार
Boomich
told you
goes down,
vitality
and now
wins
it's
bro
25
Apex
seconds.
Apex है
Oh
रहा
god, they're
हूँ
gonna
Velfo
run
यार
straight for it.
I really hope Navi अभी भी come back कर सके यार I
They
really
just
hope
do not have the read. Remember when I said earlier how
Surrender
much you
कर दे
can
Navi
move
हम
with
अगला
that
क्यों करें
CT setup, and
कल Apex
I
इसी
mean,
साथ
there's
में
just
खेल रहा
no
था
one
रैन तो
here
कभी
to
और
deal
खेलेंगे
with it. This is not quite a free round. They
शादी
obviously
हो
worked for
रखी है
Vitality,
शॉक्स
but
का
they
उम्मीद
just
ना
needed
रखें
that
ठीक है
opening.
करण ठीक है ब्रो
And that's going to be 15
मैं
on the
बिल्कुल
board
उम्मीद
for
नहीं
the
रखूंगा
Frenchman.
शॉक्स से guys
I mean, this is an outrageous performance coming in from
उठा ले ठीक है भाई
Vitality.
उठा रहा हूँ आ रहा हूँ गाड़ी
ये
लेके
prediction कितनी झूठी है भाई
Sai was about to walk up here.
ये prediction last second
He
predict
turns
कर दिया
around. He's only got
लास्ट
9
सेकंड में
health.
देखिए और जो जीत रही है उसे ही 90 प्लस
वही वही
It's
वही
such a difficult
अबे
position
कल
to find
डिवाइस का
yourself in
राउंड था ना
because
जो
every
डीगल
time
क्लच
it's
था
like you
उसमें
eventually
99 और
you
1
can't
था
just keep playing
और
it
एक
safe.
किल के बाद 90
Eventually, you need
98
to
हो गया था
play to
और
win
फिर
the
जब
round.
उसने
Even if
सीधा
you're
मारा
behind in the
फिर भी
round, you
75
still need to be out
ऑपोजिट
there
टीम के हाथ
fighting.
में था
And I'm wondering right now, you know, it's like
Because
electronic
सबसे
is
best
playing
record
too
है।
passively in that
इसमें
yard,
न्यूक पे
giving up
और
too
फिर
much
भी
space.
90
I mean, that's just one example, but there's plenty of examples where Navi, they're playing very
Trash है
safe,
भाई ये।
trying to
Trash
save the
है
guns for the
सही में
next
यार।
round. It's just that you're going to eventually run out of rounds.
We talked about
ये अच्छा
simple,
खेलता शॉक्स
you know, combat AWPing. You put like we haven't seen really any of that. I kind of agree with you. I think there is that bit of
ओ
a problem.
क्यों
And
क्यों
in
करी
terms of what
शादी
you brought up as
आउच
well,
राधिका का
you
प्लान
know,
था यार
being their own
निकालू वैन
worst
फिर निकाल
enemy.
वैन निकाल राधिका
We
साथ
need
में
that-
चलते हैं
that
इसको किडनैप
space,
करने
you
आ जाओ
know. Oh, they always were, you know.
गड्डी निकालो थल्ले खड़ी आ जाओ
That's just how it's always been. There's no.
Oh, man.
That is the truth.
भाई बूम
I
बिच
mean,
को दिखाओ बूम
that's
बिच
the
को
most
कम
true thing that's
बूम
been
बिच
said on
देखना
the
है हमको
broadcast
मोटा
today.
टेडी बेयर
Electronic
हग्गू
is
भाई
playing with the lights on.
राधिका मैं
That's the
डेजिग्नेटेड
problem.
ड्राइवर हूँ नहीं
You know,
नब्बे
he needs to turn
डेजिग्नेटेड
those lights
ड्राइवर
on, man.
वेल्फो को
Every time
बैन
he
कर
succeeds,
सकता है
he's
क्या
got the lights
गद्दार
on.
चैट से क्या
Is that real?
Why are you
वेल्फो को
changing
बैन
things?
कर साला गद्दार चैट वाओ
Why are you
और पास
changing
तो
things?
जीतने से
Someone-
रहे लेट्स सी ब्रो
listen,
लेट्स सी
Somebody call Electronic and tell them to get those lights on.
Someone fact check this claim. We need someone to go back and check if that's true. Yeah, of course.
That's what's changed.
Back on.
Check the socks that you're wearing. Are you wearing your lucky socks right now if you're Navi?
Maybe tweet at Electronic and see if he does better on the second.
Look at this.
Turn it off.
How can he see his screen?
सलमान
Simple
भाई का भी
plays in the
मैं था
dark. We
क्या
know that.
बात है
Boom
शायद तभी
too.
तू जेल में
See,
था
like I
छोटा
said, this
होके
is his
जब
habitat,
साथ
though.
निकले ऑन टी साइड लगा कि
Sims
नावी
hasn't
जीत जाएगी
moved.
मेरे को भी यही
He's
लग रहा था
playing
यार
with the
बट आई
lights,
डोंट
so
नो
I
व्हाट
don't think he's
हैपेंड
playing with the
सडनली
screen off.
मैं पार्टनर हूँ सब्सक्राइब करवाना पड़ेगा ना
If he is,
मुझे
this
फिर
is the
उससे
most
वही ना भाई
impressive
तो
thing I've ever seen in my
मैं
life.
बच्चे उठाता हूँ गाइस और उनसे
I mean,
सब्सक्राइब
he's
करवाता
top
हूँ
right bragging, Electronic 16. But,
राधिका partner है मेरी, वो बच्चे scout करते
it's a
कौन
bit
से
of a
उठाने
struggle
कौन
right
से
now
नहीं.
for Na'Vi, and you really got to give it to Vitality. They have done a
Jack Saru
fantastic
किससे
job.
खेलता है
Na'Vi
वो?
have not been able to fall back to their default.
Seriously?
The only
नहीं,
thing
मैं
that's
नहीं
worked for
मानता.
them was when they went aggressive, and they haven't been able to make that work again.
Yeah, but because we've been talking about the outside aggression. I mean, it could be simple.
बुड्ढे को देखो जरा बुड्ढे को देखो हंस रहा है
Boomich on the hut with an MP. Boomich with the MP9 on this map, or a Max
करण
7.
है बच्चा दूर रहना ठीक है करण आ रहा हूं तेरे घर आ रहा हूं
Be a
next
problem for Vitality.
hide
and
your
it's
feet
not right
hide
now.
your
And
wives
yeah, with a lot of question marks. Let's see what they could do here. 25th round, and they're jumping right down to try and catch Electronic off guard. Not quite succeeding, but that was that thing we were talking about earlier, putting the pressure on. And
oh perfecto woo Navi याद कर रहा हूं Navi
amazing
wow भाई perfecto clutch भाई
and he had to
wow that was
spin
an
and
insane
cover
clutch
that entire angle.
मजा आ गया कुछ भाई
all
ये
the
वाला
way from
इतना
mid
थर्ड
all
राउंड
the
क्यों
way
नहीं कर
into
पा
the
रहे यार
side.
ये लोग
He
come
did
on
it
भाई
absolutely wonderfully.
potential है why
10
not
to 15, but that is absolutely Vitality
और
trying
मैं
to
उनसे
exploit the
montage
pressure
बनवा
from
रहा हूं
earlier,
easy child
putting
label
on that squeak door.
को भी उठा
and
लो
just
हाँ उठा
trying to
लेते
catch
राधिका
Electronic.
रास्ते में भैया
Vitality
मुझे
going through
कब
the
से
playbook now.
यहाँ
Yep. That's
कैच
when
करके
Shoxy
रखे
gets
हैं
up on
अब मैं
silo like
सब्सक्राइब
that,
कर
it's
दिया
not
तब भी नहीं
uncommon
जाने
to
दे
see
रहे
him
नहीं जाने
just
देंगे
jump down and try and go very quick.
क्या
mini.
क्लच है यार
And
परफेक्ट ने क्या
so
क्लच किया
Navi, they see
ठीक है आ
that
जाओ
they're
जब
ready.
तक आते
They
हैं
know what's
सब्सक्राइब
coming
कर
next.
देता
Really sick play there from Navi, and that could be a
सब्सक्राइबर
round
बढ़वा
that
दो
can
यार भाई
finally- I
लोग
mean, 5 rounds on CT side nuke, Anders. We're not asking for much here.
It's so doable.
It's so doable. So Navi, it's all just vanquish the demons in your head now. Silence them. You are capable of taking on Vitality.
Shocks, he's got the suspicion. I think he just saw his foot or something, or maybe it was a pure instinct. And Electronic, though, he is, I think, the one that popularized playing inside of those smokes to begin with, or at least he made the world very much aware of what was going
Electronic,
on.
nice
They're gonna win
kill.
the fight against Apex.
Oopex.
Oh man.
3v5 guys
Yeah.
can still
I mean,
I
a
think
quad
comeback हो
kill
सकता है
from one
guys
of your
comeback हो
players in
सकता
a
है it's
round,
possible
that does
Navi
get the
the
team a
best.
bit fired up, and if you can get this one, finally.
बड़े भाई तो
Vitality, I
थे
mean, they're not
राधिका
quite
अभी
gonna
1
be
के
out
भी
of
जाना है
money,
ना
but he's getting
राधिका 1 के भी
close.
जाना है राधिका इज अ
I mean,
सीक्रेट रेडर
This
गाइस
is doable if they get to
वो
11,
उसका खुद का
15.
गैंग है and उसने बताया नहीं हमको कभी
It's going to be a stretch from Vitality for the rest of the map in terms of having
परफेक्ट
all of
जब
the
राउंड
economy
हारता है
going.
तो वेट करता है
With a nice little flick there to take down Electronic.
Wait,
And now,
Peter.
now we really need to think about the time. 40 seconds. It's just a 5-on-3. They have to get a bomb plant at some point. Just try and lure them into that and don't go fighting too much. Boomich here. Timing is
Ooh,
everything.
nade
And right
भाई
on top of the grenade.
क्या नेड पड़ा यार
Just fine.
that was a good
That
nade
was
very
the
good
most,
nade
beautiful HE as well, right on top of him.
स्ट्रीम कर दे आज
Rivera survives it,
ही
though,
1
and
मिलियन हो
well,
जाएंगे
what
अनस
is
यसन
this? Zai was just gonna get assassinated, Flamey.
Bro,
Lurkin
entrepreneur
picks him
क्या
off.
He waited for a long time.
Nice shot,
Nivera
Nivera.
doing more damage, but only 15 seconds. So
No,
once
Nivera,
again,
गया
just
गया गया
play
गया
hide and seek for as long as you feel comfortable. Oh, he's gonna get one more headshot. Is he gonna fake it? No, he holds it straight down. Perfecto actually running for it. It looked like it. I would love to see that in slow motion. How
True,
close
bro.
was he to
गाइस
actually
किस चीज को देखना है
tapping his
मोनेटाइजेशन
face?
के लिए
That would
कितना
have
वॉच
been
टाइम बचा है अराउंड
absolutely
1.4k
devastating way to
only
lose it.
1.4k left
It was
and
a 5-on-3
that would take I
that
calculated
ends
that
in a
would take around
one-on-one.
20 days
This is-
20 days
Oh, he's got the right idea, but Nivera, I mean, one bullet would have done it.
That's so tough. Why is it the first thing I think is like, what a man? Like, that was a man fight from Nivera there. He's like, all right, let's go. You know, just get the kill on Vents, just juke Flamey completely into the open and take him out. Just a couple seconds more to play with there, and Nivera's got some options, but it doesn't go his way, it doesn't break his way, and it's going to be 15 to 11. So still map point for Vitality, but Navi showing some fight, and I'm glad to see a timeout getting called here by Vitality for a change. You're going to have a little bit of time to work with, you still have a couple of them.
Yeah.
Use them. And you still haven't even gone through your whole playbook yet. We saw the Shocks mini drop there. So just go down the list again still. You have plenty to work with.
Simple is near the bottom of the scoreboard. I mean, only Flamey at 13, but Simple is at 14. I still can't understand why we're not seeing more of the aggressive AWPing. I would love that. You saw from Simple pushing up through through the ramp room and getting that double kill, but Simple could do that all day as well. And he just has, I mean, it almost feels like at this point he's playing a very, very restrained sort of version of himself, which I can't really get behind. It looks
top
like he might
everywhere,
try
no?
and
I know, right?
sneak in. They could have actually diverted back in through Mini there, but it's Cyber and Shocks instead. Remember how many times it's been Shocks on his own out
नहीं
here,
दिखा
but now they
Simple
have
को
a
नहीं
little bit of a
दिखा
double
just
team.
miss
I would suggest that that makes it way more likely they're going to end up at the B-bomb site.
Now you have the buddy system. Apex needs to get across at some point, however. That bomb needs to get picked up. All right, Apex is going to find it. Electronic takes down Shoxy, though. That's going to throw a wrench on things here, Anders.
Yeah, right at the edge of the smoke. Yeah, it definitely will. I think the rest of them probably would want to put pressure on the ramp, and maybe especially with if Shocks and Cyber can get all the way to the ramp, because then they can sandwich in that ramp player really easily.
Yeah.
yes he's right
The thing is that they didn't find Simple where I think they were hoping to find him. You know, somewhere in Yard and Garrett.
इनको Simple को
getting killed by
निकालना है, hunt
Electronic.
करे Simple
Now
को
the
बस.
question is for Vitality, where's Simple? Like where on the map is the raid boss?
इनके simple भी निकालना, he's not
भाई
wrong.
सिंपल वो हर स्टोरी गेम का विलन है भाई.
Also looking obviously towards the ramp, but
सबकी फटती है
Boomich is
उससे.
right there in front. 37 seconds
Simple is the
now.
boss.
Clock
Everyone
furthers
wants to
5,
win
and they're setting up for this.
against
They
it.
want to come and see if they could do this. Down below, Cyber's still hanging out, but he could be up the vent in a second. Boom! That's a nice spray. And with Perfecto's help, that'll shut it right
Navi,
down.
one
Yeah, I
more,
think
one
Cyber
more,
wanted to
guys. Navi
come
got
popping
another
out
round.
once they cleared
No
the bomb
watching
site.
stream while studying.
That's not
Okay,
gonna be
okay.
relevant
Simple भाई
anymore.
मार ले,
So
मार रहे
another round
हैं, अब
for
मार रहे हैं वो
Navi,
लोग.
and they also get to
इन्होंने strategy
save
change
all
किया,
the
कुछ तो फर्क
AKs
पड़ा,
and, you know,
100%.
pretty
2-3
good,
round line में आ
economy
गए
going
इनके.
forward. Not that they're going to need to save much more, obviously. If they lose a round, it's done. So 12 to 15.
अब do or die पे खेल रहे हैं तो अच्छा
Vitality,
खेल रहे हैं, वैसे
no
अच्छा नहीं
bomb.
खेल रहे हैं.
By the way, those bomb plants now are going to start to make a difference. And in the last 3 rounds that have all gone to Navi, there have been no bomb
Whenever
plants.
I study, I
So
watch
that's
stream,
really
yes.
worth thinking about.
जो
They
device
don't
मेरा
get that
स्टूडेंट
$800
है,
bonus,
उसके
and
कल का डीगल
it's
क्लच
interesting
इन
now.
सेम
It's
सिचुएशन
real
मैंने ही
interesting.
समझाया था. Okay,
This might be the
okay,
most dangerous
that makes
round
sense.
for
Camper,
Navi,
that
though.
makes sense.
The reason I say that is because now Vitality could go for some half by Tech 9 kind of shenanigans, and then they just throw some crazy, you know, just crazy aggro round in there with no fear because they think this is a throwaway round. You could absolutely do that. And so Navi right now, they need to stay sharp. They need to stay focused. Do not let your guard down for an instant. We're
It is
not
the
going to get
classic,
that
isn't
from
it?
Vitality. But yeah, it is the classic, right? Where it's like, this is how you're losing. You know, you're losing to the half by because
Yeah.
they're just running in and just deagle face shotting you.
They only bought very, very conservatively. Some deagles. I think RPK bought armor as well. And that's it. Cyber obviously saved the AK from previously. And it's Cyber with an AK, so you never know what could really happen. Simple down there with the AWP.
2 kill है
Very
Simple के
smooth
हाथ में,
angle.
2
He's
kill
got
है
some
guys आराम
backup
से.
in Flamey. This should be on lockdown. He tags him up, but he doesn't want to fall back because again, he's got his
अबे क्या
teammate
reaction
with him.
time
And the
है?
fact that he doesn't fall back and stays and shoots, I mean, even that is halfway signal to Vitality that maybe something is up, you know? Because otherwise, it's not that uncommon.
मैं ऐसे ही
Fire and
पढ़ता हूँ,
just
yes.
fire and forget.
ओए चल कलाइयो,
And
क्या हुआ?
Electronic
क्या हुआ?
kills
कौन
Chauncey
कराएगा?
on Silo by the looks of things as well.
कलाने
so.
से क्या होगा?
Now there's going to be the rotate coming in here from Vitality, getting that body out in the yard. Apex, he got legged earlier. He's just going to show himself to keep
Nice kill,
keep
Simple.
Navi
One more.
honest. But his
Nice,
teammates
Simple.
just
One
dying
more.
to Simple, and this round's going to be a wash.
Nice. One more.
Sacrificing themselves. He's getting a little bit back into it at the very least.
Yeah.
Working on a triple right now. Not going to get any more than that.
Would you
But-
say he's the last guy you want to feed kills to on Navi? I think he'd be the last guy you want to feed kills to.
Yeah, surely.
देख टेडी बेयर को देख.
Whatever you can, keep him in the dark. You
Just
know,
don't feed the beast.
don't do it. It's not worth it. Not even a little bit. It's been very uncharacteristic for it, this whole map for him right now.
मतलब
So
ठीक ठाक ही खेलते हैं तो कुछ खास नहीं था लेकिन
I
ठीक है.
would
Delete him.
venture a
Yes,
pretty
bro.
large
He's
bet that that's
deleting.
not
He's
gonna
working.
keep
He's
being the
working
case.
now, guys. Simple
and
is
it could
working.
even, I mean, it could even
Only
be
2
hit towards
rounds
the end of
away
the
from
map.
overtime,
At
guys.
any point in time, you know, he could blow, and that would change a lot. Let's see, 29th round. We're gunning for overtime right now for Navi to try and pick up this map on Nuke. It's incredibly important that they pick it up. They're very much their map to win here, whereas the next one we're not maybe so sure, and it could be Vitality having a much easier time of it. So I think there's a lot on the line. Simple's out there, opening in yard
Perfect भी
again.
सही
They're
दिखता है.
not
राधिका
being
तो
very
लड़के देख
aggressive
रही है,
here,
यहाँ पर हम
Navi.
मैच देख रहे हैं. क्या
They're
कर रही है
sort of like
राधिका?
waiting around. Boomich is
मतलब माना
downstairs,
priorities,
and
but
Flamey
Radhika
is
come on,
playing
bro.
ramp.
He's 16 right now.
Could also rotate down. Looks like it's going to be another push towards the ramp, though. Ooh, that's a nice catch. And also, Flamey
एक और निकला गेम
kill
खत्म.
over on the other side of Navira. So 5 versus 3. And again, this is where you want the fundamentals to come into play here for the Navi side. Just make
ये
sure
कौन
that you
गेम खत्म.
trade this
गेम
out,
खत्म,
or
गेम खत्म.
just get the headshots of your Flamey.
नावी जी,
That's an
नावी
absolute
overtime लेके
beautiful
चली गई
round
है,
out of
मतलब
him.
मान के
3
चल लो.
kills, looking very smooth at the
good
moment.
nade.
And the bomb plants, they do matter. RPK, the damage that he does now has no impact at all. Doesn't matter how
नहीं
many
हो पाएगा.
rifles he takes away from Navi. The only thing that matters is really the bomb plant, and he's not going to be allowed to
देखो
get
पता है
that
ईशू ने
either.
टीम
So
वही लीव कर दी. हाँ मेरे को
14
कल
to
रात को बात
15,
हुआ
we go the
ईशू से मेरे.
whole distance
राधिका ही
on
शादी
the
डॉट
first
कॉम
map.
नहीं है.
30th
ब्लास्ट में
round.
चल रहा है.
All
दिख
the
दिख
way,
जाते हैं
Anders,
बीच
let's
में
go.
फेस कैम फुल स्क्रीन होता है तो.
And these were just layers on layers of detail here as Vitality. They've
ये अच्छा खेलता है. दोनों के दोनों बहुत
Shoxy was
important
holding for the
kills.
electronic push. Electronic
जब
was
तक
holding
15-15
the
नहीं होता
Shoxy
नो
drop on
ओटी.
mid,
या.
and then
बुड्ढे
Simple
में
was
जवानी
also
आ
out there
गई.
in
जो
yard this time
ट्राई
with
किया
the
फिर जवानी वाले
EWP.
बुड्ढे ने
So these
लेकिन मिस हो
teams, they're
गया.
just adjusting as
सबसे
they go
अच्छा
through
लगा
the
था
half.
वो
You
शादीशुदा
showed
है.
me a little bit of your
सही बात
playbook.
है.
Cool. I'm going to make
Facts.
adjustments, start
Facts.
countering that, and it's going to be that setup here from Navi, and it worked wonderfully.
Okay, so the obvious thing that's worked really well for Vitality is the pressure onto the squeak
Any
door.
ideas
But now
क्यों
they
leave
did
करी?
that at a point in the game where Navi's
उसने
economy
बोला
was
कि वो
lots
कुछ
lower,
बड़ा
so
ला
there
रहा
are
है
gonna
थोड़े
be
दिनों में,
fewer
मुझे
grenades
ये बोला
landed
था
at that
उसने.
position.
And
Navi have also,
वो
you know,
चीज उसके
experienced a
चैनल
lot.
और
When
उसकी
you get a tactical
पर्सनल ग्रोथ के लिए
timeout like
बहुत
this going to
इंपॉर्टेंट
the
है, ऐसा बोला
30th
था उसने
round,
मेरे
I'm
को.
sure Navi must
मेरे
be,
को लगता
you know,
है
running that over
नावी
too. So it
पर वाइटालिटी
I
ने भी
don't
क्या
know if
दिखा
White's
दिया
job,
भाई.
right?
वाइटालिटी
Yeah,
ने
it
क्या
is.
किया
And
मेरे को समझ नहीं
do
आया.
Vitality really want to do that? It's so risky if
कोई
it
नहीं,
just
कोई
gets
बार
shut
मिल
down.
जाएगा.
But
life
that is the
Radhika.
thing that's worked incredibly well so far. And it
Radhika
looks
is
like
young,
instead
guys.
we're gonna
Radhika
get
can
some
find
yard
anyone.
pressure early on. I would love it if they went full circle and came back to the pistol round where they wrapped around to hell from outside in the yard. That would be really fun if Vitality tried to throw it. Because they've been going down that, you know, the secret stairs all game long. So you could even smoke off Electronic here and just try and wrap around. You do have to deal with Simple at some point, but...
Grim सही कह रहा है. Grim is
Different
right.
set of
Grim is
smokes, though.
right.
You already see Simple having to change up
Simple
his
के at
position
least दो
because
kill
of where
निकलेंगे
the
यहाँ
smokes
से,
went
but वो
down. He
change
was
कर
worried.
गया. He's
Definitely a little bit
44
more of a
question.
passive setup here from Navi. Not committing
He's
as
like
hard to
25 or
yard, and
30,
Simple
I
gonna
think.
back
25
off right
probably.
as they peek. There
Nice.
it is.
One more,
Takes
one
down
more.
Shocks.
अरे वो back shot
There's
लग रहा
so
था ना वहाँ
few
पे. That would
grenades
have
on the
been
Vitality
insane.
side. This is a bit of a nightmare, actually.
Apex crossing में
Have a
पकड़ेगा क्या?
smoke and a
नहीं,
Molotov,
नहीं पकड़
but
पाएगा.
Electronic will catch
हो गया guys,
Apex.
overtime चला
I
था.
think this
मतलब
is
जा
on
चुका है.
rambling right now. Could very well be overtime.
Boom
5
bitch ने
versus
क्या
3.
fake
I
किया
have
उधर?
no idea how Vitality will try and
Simple,
find a way to
simple.
get back into
Simple!
this. Easy shot for Simple.
भाई
And
गॉड है
now,
भाई.
yeah, they are collapsing a little bit. Vitality, they almost had it in regulation, but I don't think this is going to hold. Saibu goes down and Navira getting shot in the back, and
Overtime,
it's
guys!
overtime.
It's going to
15
overtime! More to
15.
Teddy Bear!
What a great
It's going to overtime,
comeback
guys.
here for
Very,
Navi. That
very,
was
very
not
nice
easy
match.
to
I
do.
did not
They had
expect
to
this
win
at
what,
all.
the
मैंने
last
सोचा
6
था
rounds in a
11-7
row,
पे
maybe more than that,
Vitality
to
ले
bring it
जाएगी,
back.
but
That
this
was
was an
incredible.
insane comeback.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
shoot,
seen
can't see
something like
Conway.
this, bro.
I think they lost one.
Wow.
But you're right. They had.
Karan,
they were on
please
fire,
fact
so they
check
won
कर
the
लो
last
यार,
6 rounds
कर
in a
क्या
row.
हुआ?
Yeah, they just went on
मेरे
fire.
पास 28 का
And
नहीं
yeah,
है.
that was
Question
Navi
भाई
just
ठीक
really
है,
coming
ठीक है
into their
राधिका.
own, finally recognizing what was going
मैंने
on.
literally कहा
And
था,
so
नहीं
we're
कहा
tied
था.
up 15-15. And really, I mean,
Galil
this
AR
absolutely
versus
had
full
to
buy
happen
equal to
for
easy win
Navi.
for full buy.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be so happy if you're a Navi fan.
क्या हो गया?
going
नहीं
into
हो
this
रहा
next was
क्या?
gonna be overpass,
अब
and
सिंपल मेरी
Vitality just
चुम्मी
looked
ले लो,
absolutely
ठीक है भाई.
indomitable
सिंपल
on overpass,
करण
and
भारद्वाज
Navi,
की
not
चुम्मी
so
ले लो,
much.
but वो
It
अंडर
would
एज
have
है
been
तो.
a real grim scenario for you to get battered on your map pick on Nuke and then to go into overpass
Let's
for
fucking
Navi.
go,
Here, at least
भाई.
now,
Let's fucking go.
Navi
और
put themselves in a position where they can win this.
यहाँ शॉक्स की
and
बात चल रही है और वो
potentially
क्लच
take us the
करेगा.
distance.
And I'm not gonna
मैंने
lie,
literally लिया
because
ना.
we were criticizing Simple from
भाई,
earlier. I know
Apex,
he had
come
that
on
one
यार.
round where he sort of got fed a couple of kills down there with the triple.
Apex को realize नहीं हुआ
He's
अभी तक कि उसके
actually
साथ ये हो
quietly
गया.
moved up to 21 kills, which is
आंखें
only
blink
one
नहीं हो रही
behind
भाई बंदे
Electronic,
की.
who stopped fragging.
You
So
called it, Anders.
if you wanted to buy the dip on
Karan
Simple, you're
Bhardwaj,
too late.
full
Like,
excitement
that
or
is
what?
already like it's up. He's gone fully parabolic.
Karan
and
Bhardwaj भी
that
अंदर है?
is
Yes.
incredibly
हो गया
bad news
destroy.
for Vitality. This could end so badly.
That was a very nice kill. But ये वाला
Yeah,
ठीक
and
था,
this is, I
मतलब
mean, just simple,
second
really,
kill ही
you
अच्छा
know,
था.
you feed him-
Third
you
kill
feed
इतना
him
कुछ खास नहीं था.
kills, You give him confidence, and he just ramps up from there. Apex is agreeing with me. He's like, yeah, I know the guy's a real pain in the ass to play against. I know Apex, he is.
Karan कितने साल का है? Apex tilt mode on, yes.
That's one of the. Actually, I mean, come on, we do have to remind people. We got the #1 versus the #2 in the world right here. Zywoo versus Simple.
Yeah, it's outrageous. That I mean, again, we are so fortunate to be in this particular era in Counter-Strike. Just
18 साल का
across the
3
board.
साल में
The
होऊंगा guys,
current,
15.
I think the rivalry right now between
15
Vitality
guys,
and Astralis
15.
is probably the best that I've ever seen. I love it so much. I think it's so incredible.
नमन कह रहा है चल Apex रेज
and
करके
then
दिखा.
Navi's right behind it because
Kush,
Simple and Electronic are so good.
रेज करके दिखाइयो.
I mean, this is the thing that I really think that Navi, for a large part, are really carrying a fair bit by
कैम को
that.
फोन करता हूँ, रुक
But
स्पीकर
No
पे
भाई
डालता हूँ.
नहीं यार भाई,
Thoughts
मूड
more
खराब
from
नहीं
Navi.
करना. मैंने कहा रेज
There's
कर.
no
मूड
reason
खराब
they
नहीं
couldn't
करना.
be #1 even because if you
Apex
just look at the
is
team, like
मैं
I actually
IGL
think
उसको Alexi से
if you
replace
just
कर
look
दो.
at the
God,
fundamentals
yes.
of Navi,
You are
they're
right.
actually
You are right. You are
significantly worse, I
100%
think,
right.
than Vitality and Astralis. And the fact that they're keeping up,
Apex के
I
पास
think
ideas
that
खत्म हो
says
गए
a lot
अभी.
about what's going
नमन
on.
अग्रवाल,
This
welcome
is
to the
just
live
all
stream.
so interesting,
Don't
but
forget to leave a like,
we're gonna
Naman
get
bhai.
back into the game here. It's overtime, ladies and gentlemen. First to 19 rounds. We'll walk away with a map win here, unless it goes to double overtime, of
Oh,
course.
Zywoo.
Zywoo back with the AWP and out fighting straight up against Simple out here. Wants to try and take that.
They're going
In fact,
aggressive
Navira
this
and
round.
Shock's also pushing out there with him, and they're
Oh,
going
Simple.
really quick. And they're pushing up into the garage, so that is a lot of map control.
Electronic
And
के हाथ
we
में है, जो भी
mentioned
है.
earlier, they could try and do that wrap towards dark. That would be so interesting.
This is how you change it up. But now, yeah, you have to catch Simple, and he's aware of it. Yep.
Yep.
Sees you
Simple
coming
knows.
from a mile away.
He's
Electronic,
down.
Though, you cannot be in main. That was going to be the next point. Electronic in main. You know Vitality are going to check you.
Yeah.
They're not going to let you get another free kill there. So Vitality now with a man advantage on the T side. And again, you give these teams a man advantage, they know how to work it. It's going to be the boa
अब इस
constrictor
रेज का
now.
2% दिखाइए
Flaming
नहीं
Switch,
bro
that's
नहीं
very,
why
very cool because they lost a huge chunk of map control. They're trying to reclaim it by pushing into the lobby and they win the fight against RPK. Absolutely critical. if they lose that, they're probably done. But the problem is if
Radhika
they
is
stay
16.
inside of A and ramp,
We'll all get bullied by Navya. Where is Navya? Navya भी आ रहा है, उसकी hand therapy चल रही है, hand massage चल रहा है कुछ.
it's anybody's guess.
पक्का से hand
I don't
massage ही
think
था, उसने
any
यही
team-
बोला था.
and
Hand
none of these
massage,
teams right now
massage
know
guys, massage.
exactly what is going on. Right, this is a classic nuke round. All out confusion. Counter flash coming in. Nice shot from Perfecto. And now he's just hiding. Spots another one. Wants to take out a little bit of a fight. He's doing so much damage. And the bomb, yeah, it's going down. But Perfecto knows where 2 out of 3 are. He's seen one. He saw the bomb. They have a perfect read right now. Apex will still get a kill, but let's see. This retake, it should be doable. Bullish goes
Nova,
down.
Nova.
Got a quick trade. Simple runs in. Picked up an M4 and just takes
Oh,
him out. Nivera, he's
Nivera.
one
Kहाँ
bullet
shot
away
मारा
from
है
death.
Nivera.
Just needs the headshot.
Oh,
And he's gonna
Nivera.
get the spray
Nivera ने clutch कर दिया, guys.
Survives on 2 health. And Vitality get the round
Navya
that
is
they
14,
needed
I guess. नहीं,
in
Navya is 19.
regulation. What
Hand
an
massage
opening to
नाम की
overtime.
चीज होती
What
है.
a
Question mark?
bonkers play, dude.
हाँ मैं stream कर रहा हूँ.
Nivera in
Nova.
particular, he's bottom fragging, but that's the thing, man. When
क्या?
you come up with the high impact kills,
अपने CS
the
टूर्नामेंट का रिएक्शन
clutch
स्ट्रीम कर रहा है
play to get your
नहीं
team
नहीं
the
मेरा
round
नहीं है.
against
ये अभी
Simple,
live
no
चल रहा है
less.
serious tournament.
What
हाँ,
a
मतलब
monster
वही live
play. Yeah,
reaction.
Shoxy giving it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
These are
Watch
all
party,
the
watching
adjustments
and
coming through, and yet
enjoying
somehow
them.
Vitality, they
watch
nearly
party.
lost that round. And all
ऊपर
off of
चार्ट
IPK
देख लो सर जी.
getting
राधिका
kind of
बोला
caught
she is 15.
asleep.
राधिका 16 रे, उसने मेरे को बोला रे.
Again, I just thought the information that Kaido got was worth so much.
मेरी
Them
दोस्त
running to the
हाइड्रोफिक के
fire,
साथ खेल रही
Oh,
finds
double
a
kill.
vent dive,
Boom, bull.
and never
Boom,
putting
bitch.
out the Molotov.
Oh.
Well, then,
Was that miscommunication?
Navi
Was that
के हाथ
where
कह
it's
रहा
like,
हूँ.
I thought
Full
you were
round
gonna
हाथ
throw the
हाथ
smoke.
में.
They're all just pointing fingers at each other.
yeah,
Bangkok
I think
में
there's
है क्या
even
वो? नहीं, नहीं.
fire extinguisher on the wall right in there.
आ रहा नव्या, आ
Had
रहा, आ
all
रहा
the
नव्या.
options laid out in front of him, and nope.
What was that?
अब बुढ़ा हूँ, मैं बुढ़ा हूँ क्या?
maybe-
Same है.
Well, the highs are highs and the lows are low, Anders.
I'm
because
hot
that's
as
going to be a
fuck, bro.
deflating round here for Vitality. Not only do you come off of a
That's
massive
what the
clutch,
Buddhas
but then you
say,
kind of
yes.
just flub around the second round.
Navla watching, hello? Huh?
hello.
What actually happened is, 'cause you know,
Good सुना नहीं.
everyone
Yeah.
always gets taught to you stop, drop, and roll if you're on fire.
Tell
but
this Sajjan that you are
please, have to
15.
you have to put the fire out first, guys. You can't be like, I know you want to follow those instructions, but they did drop. So I mean, they definitely.
Technically. But they happen to have been pierced by a bunch of lead bullets first, right? And that's
Yeah,
just,
which is not part of the.
it's not
not
part
what
of the
they teach
plan.
people.
Not exactly what you
Wow.
want there.
किसने बोला?
Ah, that's well.
Well, I mean, listen.
24
I would love to see
ideal
the replay
frags.
because yeah, you're right. It is somebody's
Boom
job
day.
surely to do that.
भाई, क्या
The
खेल
timing
रहा है
didn't
यार
work
वो?
out.
Did the smoke get body blocked? So I mean, we
Shots
didn't
की
see
clutch
from
पे
our
1 लाख
perspective
पेटीएम.
what happened there.
Could be one of those hilarious smokes
ठीक
that
है.
if you throw them at the wrong angle, it doesn't
It
put out
doesn't
the.
put it out.
Miscommunication,
Let's
yeah,
see.
miscommunication था.
So
बहुत गंदा.
fire is there. They're sort of. I mean, it is. The fire actually doesn't look like
ये
it's.
third kill
covering
बहुत
that
अच्छा
much.
था.
They're just running. I think the fire is
आते
deep and
डिलीट कर
squeak,
दिया. A good
and
reaction.
they just
अबे भाई
ran.
तेरी तो भी GF कैसी है? अच्छी है. To be GF कैसी है? अच्छी है.
Again,
I feel like I'm
Apex
watching
पे
some
शक्ल देखो,
kind of
Apex
Greek
की शक्ल
tragedy every time I watch. You know, Apex is. It's like we should be
the
in the
thing is,
theater
you
right
could,
now.
you could do so many things with it. You could play any like quote from a movie or just like news or anything, and you could have it just pretend that Apex's reaction. It would just always be funny. What a great guy. 16-16, and they're trying it again.
ये हो
and
क्या रहा है?
it's
ये हो
the
क्या रहा है? ये
same
हो क्या रहा है? हो क्या रहा है?
Just burning and taking so much damage. I can't believe.
अबे
he didn't
मजाक
get
है क्या
that.
है
It's so
भाई?
close. Shots
This
on
is
Apex are
wow,
very, very
what?
close to death. And Flamey, he's got the right idea. He's down here. Apex is as well on the other side.
Exclamation
and then the
DBZ
rest of
Discord,
the
Cam Karan.
Battle is happening on the upside of the map. So I can't believe they actually went for it again. And they could have lost the round already. There was all-out madness.
Just absolute mad lads, and especially after finding so much success out in yard. Really feeling like
45 है यार, but I don't think doable है.
Well, they were trying to just throw some curveballs here, and
Well,
it just did not pan out.
That's what happened early in regulation for them on the T side. That's what worked. So, you know, that might just also be some sort of a nostalgia.
Oh, I
here
think so.
for
पता नहीं
Vitality.
क्या
Remember
क्या रहा है?
when
Casual
we kept
खेल
doing
रहे
that
हैं
and it worked out?
तो Apex
Now
मैच के बाद
it's
सबका
not working,
कोना
and
पकड़ेगा, पकड़ के रहेगा.
cost them everything here. Oh, what a spin! Flamey taking down Apex, getting shot
1v4.
He's had a couple of good defenses.
इसको
overall
2
that
kill निकालने के बाद
it's
plan
really
बनाना
been
पड़ेगा.
required.
Oh
He had that
no.
triple kill, all
Oh
headshots
no.
earlier. Bomb
Oh
plant,
no no
not
no
in the
no
cards
no
right
no
now.
no
RPK,
no,
I don't think
no,
there's
no,
anything that he could do.
Oh
So
shit.
he's going to get a kill here. Oh, actually getting a little bit closer. So maybe, again, the $800 bonus is absolutely significant here with the start money that they have in overtime. It
Oh,
makes a
they
big
know he's
difference.
not
Throwing in
planting.
grenades all over the place. 20 seconds left, and Now they're starting to get just a bit closer, and surely there's not much he could do. I think Electronic
He's
is
not
right behind him, about to
planching.
shoot him in the back,
He's
and
dead.
that will be it. 17
अरे
to
यार ये तो
16
कैशल
first
चल
half
रहा
of
है, मैं
overtime.
भी खेल
Electronic
लेता
now top of the board,
मैनेजर
tied
के
with
बैंक में
Saiwu.
पैसे
So
आ गए
between
लगता
those
है
two, actually
वाइटालिटी
Boomich
के
is up
वही
there
ना
as well.
वही ना
Boomich is right up
अंदर
there.
की बात
Simple is nipping at their heels with 23 kills.
अरे वो
I mean,
ज्वाइन
everybody on Navi
किया
is getting
हूँ
activated
लेकिन
here.
तुम बीसी में नहीं दिख रहे हम
Whereas,
सीक्रेट
Vitality,
एक लॉक चैनल में
they're starting to kind of drop off. It's starting to slow
चल
down on
आरपी
the
के
Vitality side. We still got Nivera sitting at 13, Shocks at 15.
क्या मारा यार फ्लेमी ने
Apex
उसको
16,
लगा
like, these
मर
guys
गया
are not up there,
एपेक्स
right?
ने
Now,
हग
the only
दिया
guy going toe-to-toe
एपेक्स ने
is
किल
Zywo.
कंफर्म ही नहीं
How
किया
did he not get the kill? Oh god, I could understand.
भाई
Apex
सैंटा अपने
reacting
सैंटा है
here.
भाई हम इसको सैंटा
Oh,
बुलाएंगे
this is
प्यार से
madness.
मोटा भाई
Here we go.
ना भी जाइबू की
2
ट्रिक
more rounds for
ट्राई कर
Navi.
रहा
They take it away in
था
overtime.
चलो भाई लोग
Otherwise,
अंधा फाड़ दो स्मोक के
Vitality
थ्रू
would
वही
need
ना
3
लेकिन
in a
काम नहीं
row
किया
on the CT side.
सब
They
हैक
are
करने होते हैं ना जाइबू
absolutely
की तरह
capable. So how much Saiyam was doing on the CT side, how aggressive he was, and how well it worked out. So maybe we'll see more of that. This time he's a little bit further back though.
But keep in mind, I mean, the T side for Navi, they came out ahead 8-7.
They did.
They were looking good on T side. I think Vitality, if they manage to pull this off and have a flawless CT side, that will be one of the biggest upsets of the tournament. That will be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Historically, that doesn't look like it's in the cards at all.
Zywu's shifted up outside of Nyard right now. He's going to have that AWP posted up, and he was the playmaker for Vitality on the CT side. You're right. So curious to see if he's going to get aggressive or he's just holding back. For now, he's just going to be holding back.
Deep smokes thrown from really far
First to
back in
19 yeah
T-spawn.
first to 19
So that means they're airborne for a really long time. By the time they land out there, you could be somewhere else and relocating. Perfecto.
नमन
Throwing
क्या
it
बात
over
है नमन
Molotov to force someone off the hut. See if there's a follow-up down behind
ये
the bomb
फाइनल है
site.
ना ग्रैंड फाइनल लास्ट
Doesn't
डे
feel like this is what they want to do, but they do have an entire new set of nades. I mean, there's the Molotovs and flashbangs to throw, so they could also just be baiting out some counter nades. 40 seconds, classic slow round out of Navi here, but let's see. There are more grenades. They just
Oh, ये
keep
smoke अच्छा था
Molotoving that
I thought
hut,
हग दिया
and now the counter smoke comes out at 30 seconds.
perfect smoke था
That's actually real impressive.
That is a sexy smoke.
Yep.
that is a very
silky
sexy smoke.
smooth smoke.
They're not loving this, are they? 23 seconds and the clock time is really running down.
Shocks,
Shocks is waiting in the
one
corner. He's
more.
going to take down
Oh.
Flamey. And yeah, they're walking in. They're feeling the pressure now,
Nivera.
Navi, and it is not working out the way that they had anticipated. Simple on his own.
Apex क्या कर रहा है
On the ladder. Who was that?
Ladder पे
Was that Apex having fun? I would love to see that. He was sticking his little head up from that vent. That is hilarious.
Dude, that smoke was
Oh, yeah.
so
तेरे तो
sexy.
सिंपल को ट्रेनिंग दी थी ना वो हग्गू है भाई
This is
काम
Zywo's
कर रहा
perspective up top, as obviously once the firepower starts, once the firefight starts kicking in, Apex is straight memeing on Simple.
वेलकम टू भारत guys
But this is the smoke from Zywo, and that is just
हाँ
the
तो उसकी स्टार्टिंग
sexiest
की
smoke.
डेज में
Yeah.
At
ट्रेनिंग
30
दी अब
seconds
थोड़ी
left,
एग्जैक्टली
dude, that's
एग्जैक्टली
nightmare fuel for Navi. What do you do when that goes off in your face?
Yeah, because, I mean, we could tell that that was the last smoke that they had, Vitality, but the point for Navi is
Apex up down up
if
down
there
up
is
down.
another smoke, then it would be around the 16-second mark when that would go down.
Yeah.
So they can't chance it. You know, they don't have the information that we have. We could have said, well, just wait, and that's the last grenade they had. Don't worry, you can still do it. I mean, you're right next to the bomb site, so theoretically you could, but they have to assume that there's going to be another one, otherwise it's just too big of a gamble. So what a turn of events now. Tied up 17-17. Technical pause, as you can tell, before we get back into it.
RPK
It's
को
already
नींद
been
नहीं आ
fixed
रही।
out. Great.
आरपीके की बीवी उसको मार रही है लग रहा है
Careful,
उसका डिवोर्स
Apex.
होने वाला लग रहा है
Apex is, he says,
जिगल
ready
जिगल खेल रहा है
as
ना
soon as, like, the split
OT2
second that Flamey
इनकमिंग
joins the
तू
server.
आरपीके के जैसा हेयर कलर करवा ले
He's just like, come on, go,
मैं
go,
पिंक
go.
करा लेता हूँ हेयर
Stop
कलर
wasting
लेता
time.
हूँ पिंक बना लेता
He's
हूँ
wound up right now. He's wound up. He wants to play. Well,
फिर
the countdown has begun to round, so we're
अपने
gonna get into the
इंस्टाग्राम
thick of it
में
here.
छपरी लिख लूंगा
Tied up
हैशटैग
17-17.
छपरी
No
हैशटैग
bomb
प्राउड
plant for
छपरी
Navi. It's worth
हैशटैग
mentioning. So
जस्ट
no
बिकॉज
bomb plant for
कैमकर
Navi,
सेड मैंने
no
पिंक
bonus
करा ली
800.
छपरी
If they do not get a bomb plant this round, and say they lose it
नहीं मेरा का
hypothetically,
खाना आरपीके खा जाता है और जाइवो
Navi
खा
could
जाता
actually
है
be in the
ना? I know,
doghouse
right?
going into the third round.
Who is that coach behind with his head in his hands? They look stressed out here on the Vitality side. They look like they're a little bit worried. Oh man, let's see. It's all still in play. Nothing has been decided yet. Apex trying to be aggressive, but now he's realizing, wait a minute, they could also be up on that high ground, and he wants to fall back. I still think that's interesting. I think they heard him, but I mean, even this is going to buy time, and maybe even grenades of Navi. It's not
Karen,
impossible
सब
that
पता
they'll
है
try and
तेरे को, सब
Molotov this
पता है।
container just to check if Apex fell back there. So sometimes even just a little bit of aggression will be
Simple,
enough. But Cyber
simple
goes
ने
down.
क्या shot
Simple,
ना
we
जाइवो को
talked
निकाल
about that
दिया
battle. We haven't seen it really all that much, but we know that Cyber's had a way bigger impact on this game so far than Simple has. So just a couple of fights like that can make a huge difference. 4 versus 5, they have the entire yard.
अबे Twitch Switch हो जाएगा ठीक है एक सेकंड में. Eyebrows, beard, hair सब pink. Wow, Sham. I will look like a Fortnite character, bro. Pink किसका favorite color है किसी का bro? Pink sucks. पागल है क्या?
And Vitality are just in a lot of trouble. They have two people
हाँ pink
downstairs.
करा ले,
That
lipstick लगा
means
ले और
that
road
A
पे
bomb
नाच ले.
side is basically a 2-on-5 if Navi show up, and I guess the same is true for the lower part of the map. If they just get the timing right here, Navi, Vitality
Twitch
are
OP,
so
yeah?
far away
Delete.
from being able to help each other.
Vitality are
Flamey
super
ने entry
screwed
निकालिया,
with
brush होगा,
Yeah,
hard
they
rush होगा.
really are.
Come on,
And
come
it's
on, भाई.
just you losing the yard. You just lose so much
RPK के
control.
हाथ के 2 किल हैं
Another
यार.
kill
बुढ़े
rings
एक बार
in.
नीचे देख ले.
Now it's 5
बुढ़े.
versus 3, and the problem has not got any better here for the CT side.
Yeah, Navi now, I mean,
Nivera,
they're
come
just
on,
going to
boy.
boa constrict you to death here. It's going to be just all of the kills. And it's just Shoxy alone now. He nearly could have caught Simple, but there was time enough for the rest of the team to come back. It wasn't like that was going to
Navi
win
के
the
हाथ में
round.
आ गया पूरा.
So Shoxy could be putting himself
Boom
in a
bitch
position to
game
try
now.
and save
मेरा
the game.
Kushwan Champawat.
that's just
Welcome to
not
the
gonna
live stream,
happen.
bro.
So Nivera, you're out of luck,
Welcome.
buddy.
Subscribe
just to
कर
give you
देना,
guys some
like कर देना
context
Kushwan
on
भाई.
that, right? Navi,
Refresh? Yeah, done.
win rate if they get the entry kill, like
Yeah.
on a round. That's
It really matters.
they don't throw away
OT2
entry
maybe,
kills,
maybe.
right? It is very
Belly dance कर
uncommon
pink
for
होके
Navi to screw
पैसे ही
that kind of
पैसे. Rishit ने
situation up.
बताया था. Okay, Rishit को पता
I
होगा.
mean, this was very well done. I think you're absolutely right. They did constrict them, and I mean, it's even that metaphor works even
1970.
better because they do
Shots
really
के
wrap
clutch पे
around
10
them.
लाख पेटीएम. Never
They're
mind.
just out in the yard. It's very, very hard to deal with.
कल
And I
कर
think
लियो please
Vitality
demo.
knew
Okay,
it.
okay, okay.
Now, Navi, when they're in that position, they try to push out. You
Good
see
molly.
that. They try to
But
be
वापस से
aggressive
वही
in
कर रहे हैं
the
यार ये
lobby,
लोग.
which
I
think
don't
is a
think it
very
will
good
work
idea.
again.
Oh, no, burning
निवेरा
is
के बच्चे
simple.
पागल है
He'll
क्या?
take down Niveria. They're going to go make a push for it. 18-17. They just need this round, and they will win the first map. RPK goes for the swing, but he is flashed, and he can only get one. 3 versus 4. Missed shot. Shox is going to try and fall back, but he just can't. He's stuck in there. Saiwu, combat orbing, and now it's Apex. He gets caught, and it's 19-17. They pick it up in overtime.
पूरा round निवेरा की वजह से गया guys. The whole round was thrown because of Nivera. Whole round was thrown because of Nivera. है ना कुछ?
What an absolute
निवेरा ने हक
battle,
दिया
and
पूरा
as we
round.
could not have asked for a better
नहीं,
first map in
Oh,
this
that
best of three.
shit happens.
Early round वो जो मॉली में जला और हाथ पैर दिख गया उसको kill मिल गया. Full entry.
Right off the entire best of three, like, all right, Vitality got this. We're going to overpass, and it's going to be absolutely brutal for Navi. But Navi fighting back in this fashion, showing true grit and heart. It's a fantastic lower bracket final.
निवेरा ने
Now we got a
सस्ते
game
नशे
on
है
our
ना
hands.
यार
I'm
क्या
so
यार?
excited about overpass coming up next.
अभी कर सकता तो मेरा कर दे.
definitely
अभी
do,
नहीं, अभी
and
नहीं.
I
अब
mean,
overpass होगा
someone's gonna
guys.
have
This
to
will
just
become.
plot a
This
chart,
will
graph
probably
out
be a very
Sim's
good match
performance
because
in this and
Navi
just watch how it
and
changes towards the end.
Vitality both are
Absolutely
good on
unreal.
overpass
Just
and
winning a couple
Inferno.
fights
बहुत
against
strong है.
Saiwu, but
Ultra strong.
overall, I mean,
No,
that
अभी
took
हो baby.
everything
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
them.
Navi
It's the
wants
way
to
he
win
puts you on a
straight. Yes,
timer.
bro.
Like you said, he starts off
चलो
slow
अब
at the
जब
beginning,
अब
but
start
you
होता
know
तो
the
आता.
train
Okay,
is
okay,
coming.
Grim.
You
Okay,
hear it coming
Karan.
in the distance. You're like, we gotta finish the map before
Get
they
off the
show up.
tracks.
It's just
Unbelievable.
nightmare.
What a game to start with here. We are going to go to the second map, but not before a break. Stay tuned.
Dusty will be a bad one. तुम्हें क्या लगता है guys कौन जीतेगा? Next match overpass में कौन जीतेगा guys? I want some predictions in chat. Come on. मेरे हिसाब से नावी ही जीतेगी next match भी. नावी is very strong, very very strong. नावी OP overpass में अच्छी थी. अभी भी अच्छी है, बुरी नहीं है. उन्होंने ट्रेनिंग की हुई है भाई. If it goes to third map ना वो नहीं देख पाएंगे हम. मिसीटा निवेरा जैसे फ्रैगर नहीं है पर समटाइम्स इट्स अबाउट गेम सेंस एंड फंडामेंटल रादर देन फ्रैगिंग. नावी वाइटैलिटी ओपी वाइटैलिटी भाई. अगर नावी को जीतना है तो पहले से ही लीड बनानी पड़ेगी. यस आर्च क्या नाम था? आर्ट ये आर्ट मेरी तरह खेलता है एकदम. P90 लेके घुस जाता गाइस. ही इज ट्राइंग टू कॉपी मी गाइस. ही इज ट्राइंग टू कॉपी मी ब्रो. कल कर दियो. हाँ कल करेंगे. मेरा इन्वेंटरी रिव्यू ब्लॉक्स रिव्यू वाली सारी चीजें कल करेंगे.
Knife in the pool. Who wants a knife in the pool? I'm in there. You're dead, bro. Oh, no, sorry, man. No, he hit me a lot. That is... Yeah. No. You hit me. Right, wait. Sorry, I got scared. How? One tap only, guys. Activate. One tap.
Australis is just too good. IDK about the finals not predictable at all. Yeah, facts. Art is the one who knows nothing but W. Yeah, I know.
Double. What's up, dog? Spawn camp.
But he somehow has fine skills, bro. उसका गेम देखा है तूने? इतना unpredictable है, इतना unpredictable है.
Of course.
समझ ही नहीं आता वो आएगा किधर से. Press W and run and gun. He plays Valorant in CS:GO. Bro 9-15 to 19-17. Nice throw.
Yeah, you mad?
मैंने बोला था यार, मैंने बोला था नावी को भी आप नहीं बोल सकते, वो कमबैक कर लेते हैं. नावी and Australia से कमबैक
He's
किंग्स.
holding angles. Look at that.
Dead, bro. No, you don't come here. Hello. This is my angle.
Hi.
Yes. Easy.
Okay, no scope? On
Yes.
the scope, let's go.
Yeah.
Art is ready to die on screen. भाई आलू को देखता है. Simple, I love simple too. एक टाइम था जब नावी ने ऑस्ट्रेलिया को 14-1 हाफ करा था, हरा किया था D2 में पिछले साल. नावी है bro. नावी का क्रेज किसी वजह से है. कैसे है वो अभी तक प्रो? पता नहीं यार, I don't
Waiting
know.
for Joe.
Which feature of Valor should come to CS:GO? कहीं भी बाय कर सकते हैं बाय राउंड में.
Wait.
How much at least?
मतलब कहीं भी बाय कर सकते हैं पहले 15 seconds में.
Why are you looking there, bro?
Anti cheat, oh yeah, anti cheat. Actually, he's right. Anti
No,
cheat.
no. He's owning.
It's close. Get up, bro.
Oh my god.
No. Nice for you, bro. Oh, how do you shoot me?
Ooh, revenge.
Everyone's insane on this side. Oh my god.
Bad reflexes.
He's still capping.
Nice shot, Sasha.
Nice shot, Sasha.
That is what we want from the start of a consolidation final. They're both grinding hard to make their way to the grand final, and this time around it went the full distance and some more. Navi took it over the
मोटा भाई से हिला ही नहीं जा रहा guys. मोटा भाई से हिला ही नहीं जा रहा पीछे. तो ज़्यादा हिले वो चेयर टूट
You
जाएगी.
feel the ghost of yesterday for Vitality. We have to be honest. Kudos to Navi for fighting back. They were
अच्छा
down
यार, Navi is
15 to
very
9
nice.
when Electronic finally
I
found
think
some
ability
form.
to buy
As a
himself
whole, I
weapon
think
during
Navi came together at the very end of this game. You know,
That is
varying
what
the
I'm
rhythm they will
thinking
play
too.
with, sometimes slowing
But
things
anti-cheat
up,
is also
sometimes
important.
accelerating, taking Vitality off guard. But I have to feel, mon cœur, j'ai mal. I'm hurting because Vitality had it in their grasp. And again, the ghost of yesterday, they lose the map.
The ghost of yesterday was them losing the map for sure, but one thing you got to look at is Electronic at the beginning. He seemed to find himself awkwardly being bullied. He couldn't get much done, and yet we credit him being such a good yard player.
Yeah, he was struggling a little bit in the beginning, right? We often talk about Electronic, we talk about being maybe, if not one of the best entry track players in the entire world. In the beginning, he was struggling a little bit. In the
वो ज़्यादा हिलेगा वो चेयर से बाहर निकलना शुरू हो जाएगा. साइड से एकदम फ्लैप होना शुरू हो जाएगा.
He was dying a lot first.
Aditi, welcome to the live stream. कैसे हो? How you doing?
This was a very important round as well. Vitality ended up winning this one, so
This was a
not
very
so
nice
well.
round. This was a
Electronic,
very
he
nice
was
round.
struggling. As
Mike
you said
Lilio
in the beginning
कौन सा?
of the
This
game,
is
but Electronic
BM800.
turned it around.
BM8
After these
BM800.
instances where he was not doing too well,
800
another
के बोल
pistol
रहा हूँ.
round where he goes down as the
BM800.
first guy. I don't know what happened with him, but he started to play well. He found the first kills. He was doing well. He was being assertive for his team. The kills you saw right here, you know, that made him go 1 for 6 in opening duels.
Hey,
Up
on.
until the
So
point you see right
why?
here when he
There
then
is
for
no
the rest
need.
of the match went 5 for 6 in opening duels. He found the first
Like
kills.
कर दो guys,
This time
जो
around,
अभी आया.
bullying
Let's go.
shots.
Let's aim for
Finding
35
out the
likes.
up towards side
Can we
right
get
here.
that? And we have to get
again,
to
you know,
1K by the end of
being
next month.
constant
So.
moving around on
वो
the
भी
map.
try
The
करना
next clip
पड़ेगा.
we're going to see Electronic, he's going to be towards Secret. Another little lurky smoke coming out from Electronic, getting another kill. He was the power behind this comeback for Navi, putting them into OT. So yes, he was struggling in the beginning, but he was the biggest factor as to why they fought their way back into the game.
Pimp
Now
is
I
right.
remember you
guys.
two
Pimp
saying
is
to me
right.
about,
Electronic
we're looking at
was
Booming
actually very
as being the
nice.
third
I did
star.
not
This we've
expect
got a
Electronic
problem.
to play
Well,
play
again,
like this,
he's
bro.
doing
एकदम से
so
end moment पे
much
simple
work.
and
He's
Electronic
delivering
did everything.
7 jewels won out of 8.
And
That
Boombits
is
too.
massive from
दो round
Boombits.
में Boombits
And I
ने
think
जब
this
game
map
खेला
is
भाई
once
मजा आ
again the
गया.
story of Simple taking
क्या
a little
game
bit of
खेला
time to
उन्होंने.
activate, but his team is actually allowing him to
इसने
take
mic
that
तक
time
ले
and wake
लिया,
up
आपने
because
face cam
Simple
नहीं
ends
लिया.
up at
उसने
what,
ले लिया.
27
I
kills,
think
which
so,
is
but वो
amazing, of course.
busy है
But he
वो.
was quiet for like 75% of
League
that game.
match
He was
यार,
slowed down.
मोटा
It
भाई
was the Electronic, like Jacob is talking about. It
कैसे
was
करते
Boomich
होंगे
with the
कुछ
opening kill,
दिखता ही नहीं
and it
होगा.
was
क्या
Flamey
बात है,
towards
क्या
ramp
बात
as
है.
well.
यानी
Flamey
आज
was
तो
tested, I think, 3
no,
times
no, Sham,
in that
no.
B lower
No.
defense, and he
No.
always
No.
got to minimum. That's
No,
a
no, no,
stellar
no,
job
no, no.
from
Maybe
Flamey,
later, but
and a
not now.
great victory for Navi, moving on to Overpass.
Now moving on to Overpass, yesterday we saw the great Overpass performance coming out of Vitality.
Actually बहुत
So
अच्छा
right
मैच
now,
था.
it's
इन्होंने
everything
कमबैक
in
क्यों
their
किया और
favour,
कैसे
surely.
किया करने
Shucks
क्यों
were
दिया
doing
और
one hell of a
Vitality
job
वालों
on
ने. I have no
Overpass,
idea.
He needs to be activated
लेकिन
again. Maniac touched a little bit
I
upon
did
him
not
when we came
expect
into the
that at
pregame
all.
segment, saying that the T
no
side
idea
from
why,
Vitality sometimes is
how,
a little bit hit or miss.
and क्यों.
The CT side, we know what it's capable of. You got Saivu, you got
Hello,
Shucks,
Blast
you
Man.
got
Hello,
RPK doing a
Aroda
good
ji.
job towards the
नमस्कार,
deep off
Aroda
side
ji.
as well, so that's stable. Whereas now,
नमस्कार.
they
Like
go
कर
into
देना जाने
Overpass,
से पहले
they
Aroda
pick
ji.
this map, so they will
शुक्रिया
have to
आने के
start
लिए.
in the T side.
Worth
And
a
as you
try,
said,
yeah, bro. Worth a
after
try,
struggling
but
some nuke, Nuke, where they
Afterwards,
must
not
have felt
right
they
now.
should have won that game after being up 15-10. Do they have the mental
11
capacity to
7
do
नहीं
it?
कितने में
Mental
थे 14 7
capacity.
पे थे I
For
think
Vitality,
या
it's
फिर
gonna
11
be in
12
their
7
head, in
I
their
think so.
heart.
And
This is
मुझे
where they
लगा
need to
था कि
find games on
Vitality
overpass.
खत्म
If
उस
you
time
ask
पे
me, do they have the Counter-Strike to win this second map? Hell yes, 100%. Vitality can win overpass. But how much did they hurt? How much did they bleed after that loss of Nuke? How much can they
Lied,
reset?
bro.
I'm looking
Lied
at
क्या
Apex, I'm
बात?
looking at the
Lied
stat, I'm
अच्छा
looking at
मैंने
the
कहा ये
team
झूठ
to
बोल
just
दिया
come together
ना
and
भी
accept the fact that the first map is
20
over,
plus racks.
focus on overpass.
कैसी
They
बातें
have what
कर
it
रहा
takes
है?
to push us to a third, and Counter-Strike deserves that third map.
Well, one man who's going to be reset coming into this, though, is going to be Misuta. We're going to see him sub back in.
Misuta आ रहा है,
Yeah, he'll have
nice.
to do better. He'll have to do better than he's done so far in the tournament. Coming into this matchup, he's the lowest rated player in the entire tournament. He
RPK
will
ने
have to do
आज
better.
सफेद
Let's see
क्या
if he
बात
can
है
do
Graham?
better.
How
Right?
do you
That's
know,
going to be
bro?
the next thing with all of
Daddy's
this.
back.
But
Welcome
before
back,
that,
Karan.
let's throw it
You're
back
small
to
child, bro.
Egon and Smix.
Your
As
daddy
they've
is
got the
calling,
watch
bro.
part going on, and I hear
Damn,
they've got a few
मैं
special
top points
guests.
में कैसे आ गया? I'm not even active in chat, bro. Watch time जितना जो देखता है, शॉक से अटक गया. Love.
15-9. It was
रो
looking
दिया,
pretty
रो
damn
दिया.
good for Vitality, but what an
RPK.
impressive comeback from
मोटा
Navi
भाई.
to take
RPK.
their map pick
मुक्का मार,
back
मुक्का मार.
19 to
कर दे
17.
RPK.
We
Smash.
could not ask for a better map to kick things off here, Digon.
I know, it's been an absolutely great watch, and
Grim
I
के
can
पास-
only imagine what it feels like for those
Grim
players
के पास ही होगा, हमारे
right
पास नहीं.
now. You can see it all over Apex's face. Welcome back to the Blast Premier Global Final Watch Party, hosted by
इसके
Ben,
shoes अच्छे हैं
your
यार.
new home for this spring's North America qualifiers. Subscribe to the Ben Esports YouTube channel to get all the latest, because this spring, the path to Blast Premier begins again.
The Global Final Watch Party continues. We welcome back Miss Harvey and also one of the most legendary operas in CSGO history,
Genius?
Guardian.
No.
So let's bring
Guardian.
them on.
मैंने तो बोला नहीं कौन
Guardian,
सा बोला
it
welcome
has been
कर.
a
Okay.
hot minute since
That's-
I've been able to
What?
speak with you, and how apt
27,
to
27,
talk with
26,
you after
23
a
tracks
series
Navi
and
में.
that
सब बहुत अच्छा
successful
खेले. Last
comeback
match अच्छा
from
खेले.
Navi. So what was going through your head to watch them be in that position of being down 15-9 and to see them have the resilience to pull it off?
I think it's great to see Navi coming back from that kind of deficit, because a lot of people maybe think they are mentally weak, but they showed mental strength here, and yeah, it was good to some the team I played with to be mentally this strong, because it's not something that our team or their team used to be. So I'm happy that they made a big step ahead in this part of the game. In this factor of the team. So yeah, I'm happy for them.
चाइनीज दीदी कौन है? दीदी होगी तुम्हारी, ठीक है? काम करो, दीदी होगी तुम्हारी. पहले बता तुम, वापस ले लो शब्द. मतलब मुझे बूम मिस पर बहुत गुस्सा आता है. ऐसा क्या कर दिया उसने अरुणा? घर पे आके आपका घर का क्या हो गया? क्या कुछ ले गया वैसे आपके?
You know, there's gonna be a done game. Navi woke up too late, but actually they woke up right at the perfect time to bring it to overtime and win that map. So I can't wait to see overpass.
Yeah, that was a heck of a game. But all right, we didn't bring you guys just to talk about the tournament. We also wanted to ask about some of your spicy takes. Since you guys have been playing the game for quite some time, we wanted to know about some of your most controversial CSGO opinions. Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do
yeah.
it.
All right.
All right, well, first things
2 मिनट
first,
तक वेट करना
what
पड़ा
gun
है.
that no one uses
ऐसी
do
दीदी
you
भी
think
बोलते
is
हैं. दीदी
secretly
नहीं
pretty
बोलते.
good?
दीदी
Steph,
नहीं
let's
बोलते.
start with you.
नहीं, मैंने तुम्हारी होगी दीदी बोला था.
Yeah,
काम कर घर घुस के मारूंगा तेरे को.
I'm someone that uses the classic, and I have to say I've been using the Tech 9 since it came out, and I still use it. So I'm gonna have to go with the Tech 9. I know some people still use it, but I never lost my love for it. More Tech 9 rushes. Bam, 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 bam. That's how I feel when I play with it.
Guardian, would you agree with Miss Harvey, or is there another gun that you have in mind?
Well, obviously Tech 9 is still pretty strong, so I agree in one like in this part, but I have one secret weapon that is really good for the kind of players like Nico is, maybe Scream, Forest, One Tappers, is the second machine gun after Nego, which is M249, I think. It's pretty strong. It can one-shot from close range, and when you're tapping, it's really accurate. So that gun is not for the kind of player like Getrat used to be, the full spray, but for the tappers, and it's pretty strong.
I can't believe it. The legend himself saying the M249. All right, moving on to skins. What is your favorite skin? Whether it's a knife or a gun or gloves, Miss Harvey, what you got?
Yeah, I have to go with the Owl, obviously, and the Glock Fade, because for me, they're conversation pieces. I play in a game, and I'm like, let me drop you this skin, you know, so you can have that great entry confidence, especially on pistol. If you matchmake and whatnot, you drop that glove fade and you're like, let me give you the power. And it creates that kind of chemistry with some of the players that
cute
potentially
hai.
could be a little bit
कितना cute है वो
toxic.
Boombits. Boombits is मोटा भाई.
Those are my two favorite skins.
I also like
that I
Tech9.
use.
Hey, Guardian, how about yourself?
बहुत तेज हो रहे हो तुम. तेज हो रहे हो.
For me, the Asimo skin will be always special, especially on the up, and unique because in the beginning when the skins came, I said I will never use any skin, and then I changed my mind and I got a gift from my ex-teammate back then when I played for Virtus Pro. He's a Scoocher, Emil, and he gave me the op Asimo, and I still have it. I have the same op.
Yeah,
and I'm using it
Camkaran,
still,
you're right.
so that will always
Hey,
be
Navya,
the
welcome back.
special
Navya,
one for
welcome
me.
back.
And
Radhika
in
और
general,
कुछ
I
बच्चे
love the
तुमको
skin.
याद कर रहे
It's
थे.
very simple and
Radhika, are you in chat?
simple
Navya आ
and
चुका है.
good skins.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to chat. That will be it for now from the Global Final Watch Party. But when Blast comes back from the break, get ready for map number 2 of the Consolidation Final.
Go Navi.
चलो, we are about to start the map overpass, guys. इसका नेम क्या है? पता करना पड़ेगा. कैमकरन. बंदे लगाओ अपने काम पे कैमकरन. कुछ बच्चे शर्म आती है बोलते हुए. नहीं भाई. कल डेमो. Yes, mother. We are about to start the map overpass, guys. This is going to be legendary. Legend. Wait for it. Legendary. कुश, तेरे हिसाब से कौन जीतेगा overpass?
Navi.
Navi. Why?
Because Simple is the best player.
Facts.
And I'm a Navi fan. अगर जीतने के चांसेस 2% भी है, मैं भी Navi बोलेगा फिर भी.
तो guys, Navi जीतेगी क्योंकि कुछ ने बोल दिया और पैसे खाए हुए हैं. तो अब तो Navi ही जीतेगी. There is no other option.
Navi and same colors. You know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Let's go Navi. अरे that's how I met your mother. Are you sure? Google पर blast me.
सिंपल दोस्त है भाई हमारा सिंपल शर्मा.
Simple Sharma. Yes.
भाई है भाई छोटा भाई सिखाया भाई बैठा के उसको.
Simple Sharma. Yes guys. Simple Sharma guys, remember that name. Navi, let's go. Patience at its peak. Welcome to the live stream. Like कर देना and subscribe कर देना and we hope Navi wins. I am hoping Navi wins. करण भाई फुल कॉमेडी मोड में करण. ये गार्डियन किस टीम में गया? गार्डियन किस टीम का बंदा है?
नहीं अब स्ट्रीमिंग करता है सब.
स्ट्रीमिंग करता है ना, कंटेंट क्रिएशन में चला गया गार्डियन. कोई मैप हेट करता है? कॉबलस्टोन. या कॉबलस्टोन. अब तो यार उसका बनना चाहिए ओवरपास में. ग्राफिटी 100% बननी चाहिए भाई डिवाइस का.
इस बात का
उसने कल 5 के लिए डीगल से क्लच किया, देखा नहीं?
अबे तू वैसा थोड़े सा तो बहुत क्लचेस होते हैं भाई. वो तो ऐसा ब्लास्ट सीरीज में तो मारा है. मेजर में मारता तो बड़ा बात होता है ना. वो सारे ग्राफिटीज इन लोग मेजर में मार रहे हैं भाई. और कोई 1v5 निकालना कोई बड़ा काम. गार्डियन ने भी तो किया था 1v5 मेजर में किया था. गार्डियन ने तो ओवरपास में ही किया था फिर भी नहीं बना है. थोड़ी होता है
ग्लोबल लोगों के लिए बड़ी बात नहीं है, हमारे लिए.
अरे नहीं मतलब कोई यूनिक चीज होनी चाहिए ना. अब सिंपल है वो हवा में कूद रहा है. कोल्ड जरा से पहले किसी ने मारा था किसी बड़े टूर्नामेंट में वैसा जंपिंग शॉट. और किसी प्रो टीम ने कभी फनाटिक की तरह वो 4 ऑफ लगाई थी क्या मिड पे डस्ट में? कभी नहीं लगाई ना.
Vertigo. Actually Vertigo, not Cobblestone. My bad. Vertigo. I would like to change my answer to Vertigo, guys. Laptop से PC पर switch करने के बाद कितना difference feel हुआ, कितना फर्क होता है दोनों में?
Oh yeah, come on.
Yeah.
All right,
laptop
so the reason why,
है.
like we were just talking about this going
this
into
is
it, right? Where I'm like, there is no way you go from bodying Astralis on Astralis' pop pick against you in a best of 3 yesterday. Right?
That is PC.
Vitality murdered Astralis on this map yesterday. You don't go from murdering Astralis to losing to Navi on Overpass, especially when
this is laptop.
Overpass looks like the weakest map for Navi out of their pool, or if it isn't their weakest, one of their weakest. Everything is stacked in your favor going into this map for Vitality.
I mean,
Cobblestone is
Well,
okay.
hold on.
Okay,
The
vertical
thing
is
like,
bad.
there it is. Yeah,
Vertical is
rounds 1 is T.
Cobble
That's the one you need
hai
to look
bhai
at
game
for
में,
Navi.
like inactive.
I mean,
I don't think
and
so.
that's actually kind of higher
है
than
ना?
where are they
हाँ,
getting
हाँ,
their
है.
stats? Because my
है.
stats are
Guardian still
35%.
top tracker.
Yeah, I think you
Guardian
went a little bit
insane.
further back than
Extreme volume
which is
बढ़ाओ.
fair, I
Extreme
think. But
volume
I mean,
like,
regardless, it
इन लोगों
is.
की
It's atrocious.
and stuff.
It's not looking great, is it?
Yeah.
I
Go
think
ahead. This is
everything
good,
you
this is
just
good.
said, you have to agree with. But there's some tiny part of me that's worried.
Okay.
It's just Apex reactions. Like nothing about this. They shouldn't have tilted from this.
No.
They almost took away nuke from Navi. That's really hard to do.
True.
They should be happy.
Guys,
Got
TK
that
तो
close.
बता
I
दो
know they
मेरे
probably
chat में.
felt like they could have won it. They could have won it. So
Let
that's
me
not
know
even,
all the
that's
top
not
TK.
even correct. But they should remind themselves. All right. Well, we almost did it. That would have been the luxury. That would have been the 2-0 for us, and we're through. Couldn't. Now comes like there should be some sort of mental reminder there for them. So that's like on the one side, and then the other side obviously is the fact that Simple was doing way better towards the last fourth of that map, but he wasn't even close to his top. And that's what's, I mean, if that trajectory just continues, I don't know. But I still agree. There's going to be just a lot of things that work out in against Vitality here. It's going to have to be like a whole lot of different factors coming together to screw this up for them. So I still think it's going to be a third map. I still think Vitality are going to be really strong on this one. So just hopefully the mental reset is there and it's not going to be an issue. And I will say this, for as much as people are, we keep talking about Apex reaction and how the thing that I love is that you can't doubt that he cares. He's not just playing this for fun, and if it doesn't work out, he'll try better again next time and see if we could change it. He's really all in. He's got his heart and his soul into this, and for me, I love that. I think it's amazing.
He shows.
Guys, क्या बढ़ाना है, क्या घटाना है, मेरे को chat में
others
लिखो.
like Glaive, they've got it locked away inside in this cavern. It's cold, it's dark, it's Danish. But like Apex, he's very French in that. He's got it right there. It's apparent to everybody. There's no hiding it. You can see how he feels at all times. Runs on emotion. Now, that can be a strength just like it can be a weakness.
Yeah.
And that's where, I think we saw that yesterday. Last map against the Straws, started to get a bit away from him. He was reacting that way every round.
It should be good now, huh? It should be good now. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं बढ़ा सकता मैं. That would become
fantastic, right?
Like
The highs
bad.
are high,
That
the
would become
lows are
bad.
pretty low.
Yeah.
But right now, they've had at least a little bit of time to reset going into the second map. And this is
Bye,
Vitality's
man.
map.
Thank you for coming.
So it's worth pointing out.
कुछ नहीं
He's
बढ़ाना, कुछ
singing
नहीं
going
बढ़ाना.
into this map.
Decrease blast
That
premium
must be a
sound.
good sign.
Bodes well.
I don't know what it is, but
This should be good, right?
Yeah, that's got to be good
now
news,
it should be
surely.
good.
Maybe we get some listening on that. If that was possible, that would be
वो
some
तेरी
great,
आवाज कभी
some
अलग आ
great
रही है
stuff
कभी
there.
अलग आ रही
I think
है
we're
अलग आ रही है
lacking maybe a
मतलब?
single player, and then they should be pretty
जैसे
close to
अभी
red. I think
नॉर्मल
we'll
तेरी
be
आवाज आ
waiting
रही है
that
लेकिन
much
इससे
longer at
पहले
this point in
2-3
time.
बार जो तूने बोला था
And
ना वो अजीब
from
सी
the looks
साउंड
of
आ
it,
रही
it's
थी
going to be Navi on the T side early, and
2 hours
Vitality on the
मतलब
CT
2
side,
कॉम
which is
मैच
also,
में और
I think,
2
you
लंबा जा
mentioned
सकता
the T rounds for
हाँ ठीक
Navi.
है ओके
They're
perfect.
going to be in a pretty rough position, I think. Starting
मोटा
off
भाई
the
को
map
देखो
with.
जरा हिल रहा है मोटा भाई.
They should be. But in order for that to happen, it's worth pointing out now that I have a little bit more time, I guess, before we get into the thick of things, right? How essentially 24th round onward on Nuke, Vitality just stopped performing.
सही कह
Zylo
रहा
was still
सही कह
the
रहा.
one hitting shots. The rest is they just stopped killing.
माइक थोड़ा
stopped
पास कर
fragging.
मुंह के.
We can't have that happening here against Navi
कह रहा सही कह रहा है
on
मतलब.
overpass, right? We need these guys to wake up again because they
I have 300 hours and I boosted
pretty much
Abyss.
ended
Yes,
with like a
Karan
negative
Bhai.
10 deficit in terms
He's
of
like
killing
Snorlax.
KD,
Would
whereas
love to hug him.
everybody
Oh,
on
bhai
Navi
sahab.
is
Sham bhai going
the
in.
first map.
Going in for
Everybody
hugs.
on Navi is performing. There's no weak link on Navi. So in terms of individual performance right now, we need to see Vitality step up here.
Yeah, you're definitely right, and more than anything, right? I mean, obviously, 24th round, that's close to the finishing line, but we all know, can't start celebrating early. You have to get there. You have to cross the line, otherwise.
Can't let the foot off
अब
the
ठीक है
gas.
guys, let me know in
doesn't
chat.
count. So let's just see. I mean, Vitality, they're a very, really experienced team. I'm sure they're gonna, and they have a lot of support. I mean, people have been talking about how many people are behind them, and like, I'm sure they'll find a way to find that mental.
Why are you gay? He's gay because he likes it, bro.
Otherwise,
He's gay because he likes it.
point toward this being Vitality's map. And let's see how it goes. Vitality on the T side, Navi on the CT side, and we are going to get right into it. So early on, just a single smoke and a flashbang picked up by Shock. So they're not going to have a very, very
I don't
deep
know,
execute,
Typhoon. I don't
and
know.
I don't really mind that. I mean, there's a lot to cover on this map. If you wanted to buy all
Same,
the grenades
Sham,
for an
same.
execute in the pistol round here, you wouldn't really have that much else to work with.
Indian
Shock's
gold
got
streamer.
50-50, there isn't one on Saiwu, and I don't know. I kind of would want to see that. He's been great with it.
पता नहीं यार. No idea.
Yeah, what we saw on Nuke. Quick in there. 83% win rate on pistols for Vitality. That's actually a monster stat. Their pistols are so scary, both sides on this map. So definitely something to keep in mind here as Apex clears out long. But already Simple kicking it off. RPK's out of the picture, and Boomich and Electron, they're getting smashed.
They are absolutely getting shut down here. Yeah, they needed that long push, by the way, from Apex to work, because that is the sort of the pincer maneuver onto the bomb site. And once that falls short, there's not that much left. Shocks and Saivu, it's a dangerous combination, but they've only got 1 kill so far. And, I mean, they already know that this is a bit of a switch. They're down towards the B bomb site. They're not actually on it, but they don't need to be. When you've got this much of a lead, just spot them out. Make sure you don't lose anyone else at this point in time. And then go for the go for the retake if you need to. Bomb will go down. And Shocks, I don't know. This is asking so much at the moment. But at least it's a bomb plant. And they don't have a kit. Otherwise, no one has one. They're going to go straight for it. No kit in hand. Saibu with a kill. Looking for more. Oh, he actually does line up a double. This is doable. Shocks, though, under some pressure and being forced back. Not all the way into the tunnel. He comes back for seconds, and Boomich will take him down. But they survive on 15 and 13 health. Navi just barely
Liquid King stream snipe कर रहे थे 10,000
I was going to say that
बिंदास काव्या गिरी तुम सिम करोगे क्या बात है आंखों में कांटे डाल लो इससे अच्छा दो स्ट्रीम पे 5 मिनट डिले होता है still not allowed
you know to be in that position but
Dada you're best CS:GO player ever
get out of here he takes Pursuit that way too yeah that is a sick
मेरा best player मेरे हिसाब से Shroud है bro मेरे हिसाब से
and you kind of did right Simple's warmed up now.
I meant stream.
There's no like ramp up where he's gonna start a little bit quiet
that's nice,
and then start getting louder and louder as the map progresses. We can expect a full power Simple right out the get-go here.
He's coming in hot, and what's so devastating to
useless nade zero damage
to think about is that as well as he was playing towards the end of that map, it's not even close to the top. There's so much more still ahead, which. You know, I'm sure Vitality are not thinking about
Pasha,
that
you're right.
If you haven't seen it before, you could be in for a bit
Pasha
of a treat
was
here.
also
Now,
God,
this buy out of
it's
Vitality
also
is
a God.
incredibly
Is
There's
God.
only really the AUG that's a very dangerous rifle here against what they have. The rest are SMGs, and they can still be good, but they're not going to pack quite the same punch. And I think more than anything, if you end up retaking against, you know, like an AK that's holding a corner or even a Galil holding a corner, that could be really scary. So that AUG on Simple either needs a really, really high output or they need to catch some of the people early on going into a bomb site with one of those SMGs. Perfecto and Flamey have a bit of a setup here. And I think a grenade, a Molotov, in fact, but instant kill. Yeah, they're running through the fire, but that's going to be traded, and that is probably still worth it. Oh, but a follow-up! More Molotovs coming in, even if that was Perfecto's grenade that killed him. I mean, he would have been dead either way.
That is
rough.
Brutal.
किसी का तो नाम ले देता यार मैं सिम कर ही नहीं सकता इंडियन गर्ल स्ट्रीमर है नहीं इंडियन गर्ल स्ट्रीमर अच्छी है
they just carpeted the entire entry with,
Scream in his prime time yeah Scream but Scream is only aim Scream is only aim
time Forrest Gump did not survive
उसके टाइम पे 20 था Pasha
just not happening
Papito.
Look at all this. Boomich. I don't know if they spotted him, but now they'll definitely know. Simple is up there on the high ground, taking down Saibu.
1 HP है दोनों के दोनों.
And he'll just continue to do that. And I don't think there's much Shocks could do. 6 seconds here. I don't think he can get the bomb plant, so he's going to go down. And the AUG does come through for them at the end. I mean, it was the setup earlier on that made this possible, but still a pretty good triple for Simple. And that'll be a 2-0 lead in favor of Na'Vi. And Vitality, I don't know, they did some damage, but this is, I guess, on the other side of it. When you
Scream,
you're not going to be quite
Scream is one-dimensional player. Mr. Frost hope even in the live stream. I'm not paying attention on CS, so I didn't get major finals. This is just CS:GO tournament ho raha hai. This is like fun. We're watching this for fun.
So USP is perfect.
Like kar do guys, jaldi se. Let's get to 30 likes fast.
And well, I mean, it's very
what about Zaya? Oh yeah, Zaya actually.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
Curious
You're
about
right.
Vitality. I mean,
I forgot.
No slouch on the T side.
Zaya.
55% win rate on T side overpass.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's like it's not a weak T side by any stretch, and overpass is just barely T sided these days. Barely T sided. So strong T side going into an even stronger CT side, just because the Strauss and Vitality are just better on CT.
Yeah. No, I mean, we should definitely remind people because. You know, whatever the result is at the end of this half, you have to consider that probably Na'Vi won't be really strong going into it. RPK and Cyber out here. They've got Deagles. Haven't seen anyone yet. Oh, Boomich though. Again, just with the USP, but he's just going to be buying time. And he's got backup here as well. Apex is very far back with the bomb at the moment. They they need a pretty great opening to make this even close to possible right now. Your vitality, you need, clean headshot on someone important with the rifle.
Sell kar rahe, there's smoke
and then
kar rahe
probably
hain
even
log.
more than that. Like
1k student bro, congratulations in advance. Thank you
then,
Frost, thank you bro.
then
I hope
maybe
आप वहाँ पर हो जब 1k हो तो advance की जरूरत ना पड़े.
on the clock. Now
Daddy,
used
what?
pretty much all
He's
their
Zaya
grenades,
Simp, yeah.
so that's
Zaya
worth thinking
25
about.
की है अपनी age
But
देख.
getting
Age
close
is
to
just
the
a
bomb
number
site,
bro. Age is
very
just a
slow
number. Doesn't
fashion.
matter.
I still think
दीदी
this
बोलना
is
पड़ेगा
very
Zaya को बात.
likely. Trying to make it work, but yeah, I mean, Navi are just playing it far back.
जीत गए, खत्म भी हो गया
Why
भाई.
wouldn't they? Apex has got the bomb
Bro
on the other
sim
side. Perfecto is here and
ही
waiting.
करना है कौन सा ये बनाना है that you know.
Alright.
Nick Jonas
Good
Nick
discipline
Jonas
on
को देखो
Perfecto's
bro.
side
सही
there.
बात है.
Everybody's rotating off of B, but he stays put because they don't see the bomb on A. So
yes,
you can see that kind of mistake.
ऐसे
Even at the pro level, it
तो
gets
भाई
made every
फिर
now and again. Just
दूर
the
के relatives पे
over-rotation.
भी sim
But
करके
Perfecto
कर
showed
ले
some
वो.
good discipline there. Stayed put on the site.
Relative
And
दूसरा होता है
Apex,
bro. This is
well,
not
no joy this
Pakistan.
time.
Nabia,
No
this is
bomb
not
plant,
Pakistan.
So they might be a little limited here.
You're always with you. Thank you so
coming
much,
into
Mr.
this
Frost.
round.
That means a lot.
Actually,
Thank
I
you.
was gonna have enough for a full buy. Yeah, no glass cannon.
I wanted
Were you
No
hoping
glass
for the glass
cannon?
cannon?
I was hoping for the glass cannon into the quad boost. It's all like straight off the bat. It would have been, well, probably wishful thinking, but it would have been cool.
It would have been sick.
Now, simple as look at this again. They got 3 MP9s and then the AUG and the M4. And again, it's really not that you can't make it work, but it is obviously not going to have the same impact as if you had the AWP and a lot of AUGs. I mean, look at how Australians are playing these days on the CT side. It's basically 1 AWP and 4 AUGs, more or less.
Pretty
वो
much.
दिख तो रहा है इसको. वही मैं सोचूं दिख रहा है इसको. क्या कर रहा है?
I mean, with the MP9 though.
Alabama vibes intensify.
Quarters combat. That's why Simple is still chilling around
Masuta.
here. Masuda's going to catch Simple out completely. So man,
Oh,
advantage
no.
for Vitality now in this situation. You can see Boomich is starting to peel
Timing.
off of B, or he was thinking about it. Do you just gamble B instead and just hope that this is going to work out given your inferior firepower here on Navi's side?
I'm confused about Symbol playing that much alone. Now, Electronic was up at the restrooms roughly around.
Step भाईजान, क्या बात है नमन, क्या बात है. Step
He actually
भाईजान.
had a flashbang. I mean, he could have flashed over.
I think
the
Simple is
trench
not
and
lit
simply
today. अच्छा
jumped
लग रहा
out
था
from
Simple
the-
last
from
match
the
तो.
stairwell there and just gone to
Top
the
track
fight.
कर रहा है
I
भाई
don't know.
अभी.
अभी भी
There
top
was
track
much
कर रहा है,
coordination
exactly.
between Electronic and Simple at that moment. 35 seconds. Vitality moving on
Rush
to the
है, hard
side.
rush
They
है.
still have plenty of time to go for a
Bad
good run here,
भाई.
but Perfecto winning the fight and the follow-up.
Oh, Masuta, nice.
That is a very much needed double kill for him to take. Third in the round for him, and Shox is already watching for Flamey, who's trying to get that flank in Electronic on the other side with the AUG. But I think this is all on Flamey to try and open this up for Electronic. Otherwise, I don't think it'll work out. And Shox, I think he's already seen it, and he still goes down. I can't believe it. He doesn't win the fight, and now it's a 2-on-2. No smoke on top of the bomb, so they're going to have to go straight for the fights here to try and get it done. Electronic
1 HP.
not quite hitting it. Masuta finding his 4th
5
kill,
HP.
and Flamey, I think, now realizing, yep, that AK is going to be a
Cam
big
Karan
choice.
बहुत
So
हरामी है.
Vitality will
Cam
pick up
Karan
their
बहुत
first
हरामी है bro.
round,
But
and I don't think that was as smooth as it could have
relatable.
been. Looked like they almost didn't breach that bomb site. Masuta, a bit of a hero in this
Masuta
round.
carry करेगा क्या? I don't think so. But he's the replacement. उसको Nivera को replace कर दिया Masuta से.
It's like cool you had it, but then just chuck it and still upgrade to AUGs. Because with superior firepower here, Na'Vi, I think they win this round. I think they're just held back by the fact that they're just missing that little bit. Right, that the rifle gives you over the SMG, in that you can back up Simple. Maybe Simple plays passively and backs off to the A site instead of lurking around connector, you know, if he has a rifle instead of an MP9. You know, it's these sorts of things where it's like, you know, the gamble.
And I mean, if nothing else, you could say there is some consistency in Simple
Naman
getting
bro,
the
ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे
M9
मत बोलो,
pushing
ऐसे
up.
मत बोलो,
Because
ऐसे
obviously you
मत
see
बोलो.
that the problem is
ऐसे मत
that
बोलो.
medium range. At least he was trying to go aggressive.
Nice
Now he's
shot,
got the
Simple.
AWP,
Good kill.
And that is an overpass classic. Pushing up to the corner and just sniping away at whoever was there. Nice shot, nice early takedown. RPK not going to be a factor in this round.
That's as bold as it gets.
With whom
Just
you? I'm
straight
with
up
Navi.
like,
I'm with
just
Navi.
Straight peak and Vitality. I'm so surprised to see that they just got completely caught out by that. So
नहीं
now
Cam
with the
Karan,
man
नहीं
advantage,
नहीं
that's
नहीं
been
नहीं
kind of
नहीं.
the theme. Navi, when they get that man advantage, they just don't let go. And so Vitality have got their work cut out for him in this all
I'm with
important
Navi.
round.
So
They
am
need
I.
to
So
chain
am I.
rounds together here, Vitality, to start getting some momentum shifting their way. Otherwise, Navi
मिल गया info भाई.
down, and
मिल
while
गया.
it is going to be the split onto A.
We've only got one smoke left on the Vitality side, but the flashbang will do almost all of the work. And Simple, he was just forced back there. He didn't want to stay on the bomb side with the AWP, so bomb goes straight down. And actually, in spite of it being a 4-on-5, that looked remarkably easy for them. You see the AI prediction there? Not looking too bad for Navi, but I'm not so sure. Boomich goes down. Simple next. It's Apex with a big double kill. And that should call the retreat here. Na'Vi, yeah, they pick up
Dumbbell in hand pumping. Okay, Sham. Okay. Gucci flip flop. Okay.
So
Arab alag mood mein
easier
chal
for
raha hai.
Vitality than I would have predicted earlier on.
And if we had electronics cam footage, you know, I think it would be a bit of that meme thing showing up on Reddit or, you know, Twitter or whatever, where he's just staring at his screen, totally white for like 10 seconds. Because I swear he just ate 3 flash grenades, you know, as Vitality push onto that bomb site. That was a brutal execute coming in from Vitality. If you're caught in the open the way Electronic is, I don't think you have a hope or a prayer. Because he is just like, you know, even Zywoo's getting flashed. There's so many flashes coming in.
And you're seeing, I think, part of the problem as well is obviously that there's the smoke at the bank, but there were at least 2 Molotovs.
Exactly.
Right,
Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
Look at that. 1, 2, there should be a third here. There's a third, you know, like, where do you look? You're just...
You don't.
What a nightmare.
You're just out. Buy some really good sunglasses next time. Hope you can make it. But I think some of the Molotovs there as well, on top of it, made it tricky for Simple to stay on the bomb site. Normally people try and ult from behind those boxes, and, you know, like that should be the big factor. And I don't know, Simple just got really pushed back in a way that I would have not normally expected. So that's interesting too. Simple here. Yeah, he's looking for someone. Not going to catch anyone there, but it's kind of close. Shots ringing through. Now, where are they going? They're looking for the B bomb site. There's a big stack down here. The AK and the AWP are both here. Boomich has moved out really far. Let's see if he can catch anyone. Sideway's jumping right out. And again, the flashbangs clearing the way for a Vitality early on here. Looking good.
It's not like Vitality are good at dealing damage with their grenades, but their flashes have been just tip-top. Perfect so far to create openings.
Simple crazy banda yaar, aage jaake
4-on-4 is a big deal.
Yes, I did switch to PC, bro.
He's not going to be there in time, and they have so many grenades. They should be able to Molotov and smoke this out all day.
Yeah, Ankita is overrated, bro. I don't know why.
Big opportunity. That's very dangerous. They could have easily been a snap kill there for Simple, and then suddenly it's a 3-on-3, and who knows how much more he does. So I'd say that's leaving a little bit too much up to chance. I realized they didn't want to signal that they were there, so I don't mind that they didn't.
Ankita CB एक streamer है. पहले वो PUBG Mobile खेलती थी, फिर पहले PUBG PC, फिर PUBG Mobile. अब I don't know, Call of Duty.
As soon as they heard the ult from Simple, they were just straight to the A bomb site. So that's a nice job. That's going to tie it up 3-3.
Throw mode पे आ गई है फिर वही ना.
But it also sets.
लेकिन कोशिश कर रहे हैं लोग एंट्री मिलने का. एंट्री करने के लिए कुछ भी कर रहे हैं लोग.
He's currently top fragging for Vitality. He kind of had a big struggle against Astralis yesterday. We didn't really see a level that we expect from him.
Yeah.
He's definitely been performing well. It's just that he kind of faded in that series yesterday. So if given the chance to play here against Na'Vi, starts off strong and maintains that, shows up with that firepower that Vitality needs.
Oh!
You see? Like if he shows up with this kind of firepower for Vitality when they really need it, this is a big opportunity for him to shine and really come through when his team need him.
बहुत अच्छा एंट्री निकाला मैं सीटा ने.
Definitely right. And it's
such a last skill बहुत अच्छा था.
Because we keep, you know, keep looking at
Try
Sangu
switching
and
mouse
Shops and
Logitech
all these names.
G402 in the future.
Those
Yeah,
players, and I think again, I think people was talking about RPK underperforming quite a bit.
Arguable है. मेरे को
yeah, like if someone like Masuta could do a lot here, it'll create space for the rest of them also to start to get a bit more into it, and you know, probably also feel like, okay, we've got to help him out because he's doing a lot of work here. Anyways, 3-on-3. This is really great news for Vitality. They're doing a fine job at the moment, and Na'Vi are trying to hang on to the economy as best as they can, but they lost the AWP at the end of that last round. And that is, I mean, that's a massive kill. On top of everything else that Masuda was doing in that round, that makes a big difference.
They've still given Simple the AK. At least they know who's buttering their bread these days. You know, just give him the AK. Let him hit headshots. Doesn't have the AWP? Fine, fair enough. Give him the next best thing right now on the server, although Apex, I thought perhaps he was going to get peeked there. The smoke has just cleared, and Electronic is going to actually back off and play with Simple. So showing a little bit of presence, but this is still Vitality setting themselves up for that B hit. Boomich, Flamey, and Perfecto are about to get hit here.
Yeah, and it's going to be a hard hit as well. Good trades though, Perfecto. That's an important one, taking down RPK, and now it's not looking that hot anymore. 2 versus 4.
Zaibu के 2 kill है भाई. नहीं हक दिया Zaibu.
But he wouldn't get the kill.
चलो good night Navya. Thanks for coming, bye. Thanks for coming, bro.
They're going to get him anyway, but maybe take a deep breath there at the end, Navi. He had nowhere to go. They will get the round, and from Vitality's point of view, I mean, you see the smoke that goes up that, you know, blocks off part of the defense, but it doesn't really matter in the end. They still just get completely funneled in there. And again, this is where you would want to say, where are the flashbangs to make this way more doable? Because we've seen them on the A-bomb site, but there were definitely a lack of grenades there to make that work.
I mean, Boomich wasn't blind, and he was standing out in the open completely. Yeah. So they just did not put a flash in a position that would catch him. They were worried about Monster, it looked like, a little bit more there, Toxic. And that just did not happen, did not pan out at all for Vitality. Still, money to buy for Vitality and back into a default approach here from Vitality. So they're like, okay, enough of the shenanigans. Now we're going to hold, and we're going to see, we need to get a little bit more presence over here towards mid, at least initially, but they're giving it up again. It really is the focus on B here for Vitality. That's the game plan.
Yeah, and they feel satisfied that no one was pushed up long, so they have a timing here where they want to hit it. Does a bit of damage, and now Flamey by the barrels. He has to come up with a massive multi-kill. Oh, this is not going to work out. They do line up. Flamey! Triple. No one checked it. He was alone on the bomb site. Oh! All the way up at the sniper spot. That doesn't really count. He should have been dead almost immediately. That is massive.
That's how powerful that position is, though. If you manage to stay alive in it, no molly on you, no pressure on you. Look at this. Just impeccable stuff. And this is also working with Boomich. The thing is, between the two of them, they're setting it up to draw attention from Vitality. Vitality are so used to checking. They've been conditioned to worry about the site at that L-band, right? That they have to check it. And in the meantime, Flamey is just murking them. So now, Vitality.
G304 या Razor वाला.
Start में discuss कर लो भाई, हाँ मत बोलो रे भाई.
Game plan that they're trying to execute on that B site, like a timing window that they want to exploit. But it may be that they need to try and slow things down again in here and have a little bit more of a presence in mid and maybe even a presence on long that we haven't seen for several rounds.
What's so bizarre is that the whole theory behind that round is actually completely solid. You know, they get Perfecto, it's all fine. Just no one checked barrels. That was really just the problem, you know?
Yeah.
If you repeat that round and someone checked barrel, even if Flamey gets a kill, it's probably fine. Because again, the backup that was there, I think, was just up on the sniper spot. And you can smoke that away or just challenge it and probably win. That's really interesting. 5-3 here, and they are...
मोटा भाई के हाथ का 1 किलो आएगा अगर बैठा है वहां पर तो नहीं मोटा भाई ओह सिंपल भाई डर्टी बंदा है भाई सिंपल
they are in I mean again even at a 6-3 scoreline it's not like Vitality
ओह क्या नेड पड़ेगा अगर वो छोड़ देगा तो ओह तो क्या नेड मारा
playing a little bit better on this map than I was expecting and I don't know. We'll see how scary it will get here. Shox takes a kill. Simon trying to help out, but he's going to get shot down. It'll be Boomich with a bit of a round.
Apex ही मरा. Apex ही मरता हमेशा भाई. Apex ही मुंह पे पड़ता हमेशा.
We lead into the 10th round. And
trigger हो जा भाई. Trigger हो जा Apex.
Pretty well in terms of kills right now.
Well, this is to be expected at least as far as Na'Vi are concerned because they have a
61%
on
the
CT side. So CT side isn't the problem on Overpass for Na'Vi. They do tend to perform, and especially coming fired off of Nuke, right, where everything was working, they were all hitting their shots. I expect them to hit the ground running here on the just barely favored side of Overpass. It's their T side that we have to be worried about for Na'Vi.
It's the T side where they really struggle. यहाँ पर scream one tap मारता है.
Win rate on it, and so you know going into
the dust tube है ना.
हाँ dust tube है. Exact same situation.
और यही बंदा
का It's the T side where they really struggle और वहाँ पर screams one tap.
8796 area.
Jumping one tap. Electronic का spray control हग दिया लेकिन ठीक है.
भाई average जामन per round RP के अच्छे. क्या मतलब क्या है? Decoy मार रहा है क्या लोगों को?
सबके नाखून काट रहा है वो हर राउंड. गंगनीर और प्रिंस गंगनीर. Gun Rice
versus Astralis yesterday. Maps, and he wasn't really. I mean, he lost a few key duels on Nuke as well that we were able to see.
Yeah.
So RPK, whatever's going on here, the coaching staff need to figure out how to get him involved, how to get him activated.
I mean, he's typically a very strong player, specifically on the CT side.
He's a rock.
Yeah. So normally, I mean, I'm sure there's something to be expected when we get there, but still.
यार skin इतनी अच्छी है, crafted deck कितनी सही लग रही है.
Something here so that you know just. Half a kill in a round, like it all counts. Electronic and Simple pushed up as a little bit of a duo. They're not too close to each other. You can still make this work, but it's hard for Electronic to fall back if they actually go and attack him. And I think if they do, he's just going to turn into bait for Simple, although they will call it off at the end. So starting to run back. Now Simple is alone. And again, this is what I was talking about earlier. When
ADP Medusa.
Here, you know, there should be some help. Just walking right in his shots. And that is really curious. Not even
क्या
thinking
मारा
about
यार.
it.
सबसे पहले
They're up on
Azimov
long,
और
so maybe they can just
graphite
leave
लगती
Simple
है.
in this position and try
नहीं
and
यार,
take the bomb
graphite
site,
इतनी
but
कुछ खास
they're
नहीं.
under
आदिमो
pressure
अच्छी
नहीं
है.
ग्राफाइट में तो
Nice
ब्राइट
headshot from
स्टिकर्स उसको
RPK.
क्राफ्ट
That's what
करके
we're
अच्छे
talking about.
लगती है
Find a
भाई.
way to have an impact in a
और
round. And that
Azimov तो
headshot could
फेवरेट
be
ही है.
everything that
साइड
they
एंटर
want.
हो
Gold
गया
kill.
एंड यहाँ पर
Thinking
बूम
about
उसका
walking
एक किल
through the
आएगा.
smoke,
नहीं
but
आएगा.
no, he's going to fall back instead. And Simple had to go back down through the
नहीं आ
B-bomb side
पाएगा.
and is now going to be joining. They're all retaking from the same side. That is a recipe for disaster. No smokes and 2 Molotovs there on the Vitality side. I think the French have got a very, very good shot at winning this round.
Misuda right now, the fact that Simple is pulling a fast one on him, Misuda expects Simple to be over in connector. So this is going to be a big opportunity here for Na'Vi. There's an unexpected edge that they have over Vitality.
You're right. RPK, another good kill. Finally gets overwhelmed, but Saibu and Misutra are left. That bomb isn't ticked that far. They need to hold on just a couple of seconds more. Flamey takes a kill, and out along it's Misutra.
full stick.
Critical shot, but the bomb is in the corner. I don't think he can get there. Oh, no!
Ninja defuse.
He almost had it, but
Ninja defuse नहीं मतलब defuse
instead,
हो गया.
defusing
Off
the
graphite
bomb,
with dragon
and
और
that
coil
is
and
a
scope.
massive
Oh yeah,
steal.
that's right. Black और
That
gold
round
glow
was
करते
so
वाले sticker बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं.
incredibly
You're right.
winnable for Vitality. They had everything set up.
Anders, Simple doesn't even need to shoot you to beat you.
No.
That is what you can
Jada
take
Simple
away from
doesn't
this.
even
He
need the
kills
shoot you to
Shoxy
beat you.
and never
क्या
shows himself again. Misuda that whole time is sitting in birthday, eating birthday cake, waiting for Simple to show
Nigger
up on that
defuse.
flank. It's just not going to happen because as soon as Shoxy dies, Simple's already rotating through the B site to join up with the rest of his team. So they've essentially turned that into a 4-on-3 retake. Instead of it being even, they give themselves that edge, and that's all you need with your Na'Vi.
Oh man, I have to go back and watch the replay. I wonder if they planted in that corner because of Simple's earlier kill on Shocks. Maybe they were worried about that. That, you know, they think, oh, we can't plant default. What if he just, you know, sneaks in and gets a kill? And then that comes back to bite them later. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, miss हो गया Simple.
Simple
Oh,
back, no scoping Masuta. Combat AWPing in the middle of the map, and now he's going to pick up an M4.
Oh, एक और बंदा मार गया.
Another headshot. He's so hard to kill, and Flamey chimes in.
Oh,
for a
देख
little
लिया
bit of
Flamey
late
ने.
action
Flamey ने
there.
देख
It's
लिया.
now a 2-on-3, and I don't know. I am getting very nervous at the moment here. In terms of scorelines, yeah, sure, like 7-3. They could still do a lot Vitality, but you're just getting that really weird feeling. Simple is starting to look much better. 13-6 on him.
I mean, yeah, it's just this is the difference you get when you see Simple just hit the ground running immediately, right? Nuke, the beginning of Nuke, the first map of this series, he's bottom fragging, very quiet, not really having too much of an impact until the end where he starts to ramp up and take over. Here, he's just taking over right from the beginning. So you're having to deal with this now, Vitality. The pressure is fully cranked on. But you have put yourself in a winning position now if you're Vitality. If you buddy up on the B site, there's only Perfecto here.
How do you win this? Yeah, I mean, from this angle, you are always going to be showing your angles first, and the AUG is such a weapon for that. Now, the flashbangs, again, they've been doing a lot of work for Vitality, and they take care of Perfecto, no problem. Flaming out of the open, 10 seconds on the clock. He might as well go for it. I don't think he's going to be planting the bomb here. He actually will behind. This is madness. Sneaking in and seeing him. And it will be a round for Na'Vi.
0.1 second पे buffer हो गया अभी.
Straight up fight him, but not quite the case. And
हम सोचते हैं सीन
8-3
स्नाइप
the
करता
score, and Na'Vi winning
सब
3-0.
games is not cool. Meanwhile, Vitality in a $1 million tournament. It's easy. But वैसे भी कोई देख नहीं पाए वो लोग. But attempt करने का फाइन लगा बहुत
definitely been taking some heat.
Yo, Chris, welcome to the live stream. कैसा Chris भाई? How you doing? Like कर दो Chris भाई जल्दी से.
Kills right behind Simple, and coming up with the clutches. It's like, it is really like the meme where just Na'Vi are just powering up. You know, they're just sitting there screaming at the beginning of the tournament. It's like every DBZ episode ever where it takes forever for him to
DBZ का
turn
नाम
into
आएगा
Super
इस
Saiyan.
DBZ का
Except that
नाम
when he
आया.
does turn into Super Saiyan, you know you're screwed. That's what's going on right now with Na'Vi.
They know कि we are watching.
All tournament long to power up, and now it's just starting to click in on the last day.
It absolutely is. It's working out
इन लोगों का
very
फाइनल
well for
हमारे
them.
साथ ही होगा.
8-3.
सही बात है.
They can still turn this around, Vitality. There's still space in this first
Trash
half to
players
actually
भाई
get something done.
उठा के मारेंगे सारे.
Not forever. Shox has managed
हम
to
लोग
walk
कितना सही
back.
खेलते हैं
If
इनके
they
अगेंस्ट
must
भाई.
surely
कितना
wait
ट्रैश है
out
सामने
Shox
ये
is so
नावी.
good on the map on this side. If they just wait,
आंखें बंद करके धूस कर दो सबको.
all on his own. This is meant. I've no idea how he got
हमारी
here.
एक भी डेथ नहीं होगी. इनकी एक भी किल नहीं होगी.
And Simple out there. The rest of the team,
destroy करेंगे.
Surely they wait. Surely they just said, you know, wait for Shox to do
कौन है
something.
Simple साले पिंपल बना देंगे तेरा.
Oh, Electronic is walking up behind him. Shox isn't looking this way. Let's
Time
see how this
current
works out.
attempt तो किया ना
They're turning
उन्होंने.
their back. There we go. Shox is going to be the first to turn around. Oh man, you could have flipped the coin. Who knows how that would have turned out. Okay, so that's
Good
an
nade
important
भाई
kill,
क्या
but it
नहीं.
doesn't
अबे
actually
हाँ ठीक है.
does do
एक
something.
damage दिया
Flamey
Nade ने और
goes
बाकी
down, and
99
Perfecto,
इसने
he
दे
had
दिया.
fallen back, I think, based off of that electronic kill, so it still helps them out. Boomich catching a kill on Shocks, but the bomb is going to be planted here, and the after plant.
Doom logs facts. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, hey.
This round should be favoring Vitality now. Yeah, exactly. The man advantage, site control. Still a couple of nades here for Na'Vi to work with, however, so they could still try and go for this retake.
Good flash, good flash.
Vitality, they've got
they need one more flash.
positions.
Nice.
This is super solid for them.
Team
They
flash.
don't have a lot of money either, Na'Vi, so if they lose the rifles, that's very bad news. Kill there on RPK will help them out a bit. Simple. Smoking up the bomb for a little bit later. Masuta taking some damage. I think he was wall banged a bit to go that low. There's Boomich with a headshot. Hunting for it. Not going to be quite enough. Masuta hitting some good shots.
1 HP.
Yeah, Cyber just has to stay hidden. Don't show yourself. He doesn't have a kit picked up right now, and it will be Cyber to pick it up instead.
5 minute के delay के साथ इसको 2 round के delay से economy predict कर सकते हैं.
Yeah. Fourth round after losing 5 in a row. They desperately needed that round.
Yeah, finally getting something to go their way. And that was off of some decisiveness there from Shoxy. Got to give it, yep, right here. Beautiful kill on Electronic, and Simple had to stay on long for so long
stupidity to
that perhaps they could be pushing up mid onto
Tell
the
that to the people who watch our
so
streams in
that
MM.
positional play from Shoxy made all of the difference. And the real issue, however, for Vitality here is that that's a fluke, right? Getting Shoxy up into that position that quickly, that's not a round that you can reproduce. And so what's the winning solution for them now after that? Is it just swarming mid and hoping that you catch Simple getting aggressive?
Guys, अगर ये Australis जीतती है ना, so that would be the end of the stream, I guess.
That's a fair point.
We probably wouldn't watch the third round.
Boomich ran out of bullets in that fight.
अगर ये last Na'Vi जीती थी ना,
because he had to switch to the USP, and that's why Cyber could even get away.
Australis कह रहा हूँ, like Vitality, sorry.
Happened, but
Anders.
I meant Vitality, boys.
Here we go.
Oh, why?
Na'Vi are gaming right now.
Is that?
मैंने का comeback सोचा ना, तो मैंने comeback में सीधा Australis और Na'Vi सोचा. Simple.
Sometimes you got to go for the BDP.
Yeah, well, here we are. Simple getting flashed and did not want to continue to take that jump. If they win this round, it's going to be absolutely disgusting.
You're doing NESH? Yes, bro, I'm doing NESH.
And I wouldn't rule it out. Simple getting a little bit surprised, and they're hunting him, which you got to be careful. There are other people here missing the chance for the CC, and it should be called out.
What?
RK only living through that because of the bullets. Electronic though getting a double kill coming up from behind.
पता
on the
नहीं जी
stairwell.
कौन सा
And
नशा
now
करता
4 versus 3.
है.
And they got so excited hunting.
Oh,
that
info
scout.
leak Na'Vi versus
They just
Australis.
track
What?
everything else.
Maybe I'm in the future. Maybe that was a fluke. Maybe that was on purpose. Maybe I know what is going to happen.
And now they're going to be able to push up onto the side here and hopefully get control. Apex and Misuda have to work together.
Yeah, very, very smart there for Apex. Very calm as well. Shock's taking down Electronic. He was waiting for him that whole time. He was just over the birthday party area. Don't fight this. It's not worth it. Simple. Getting a headshot. That's why you want to stay away. It's not done yet, but it is a 2-on-2. They do have a kit on Perfecto and a Molotov as well. Now it could get a bit awkward. Yeah, counter Molotov coming out on top of the bomb, but no one is actually defusing yet, and that might have even been really early. Trying to get the swing in. There's the grenade being used. Perfecto, he's the one that's going to have to go for this defuse. Yep, Simple has to cover it. He's looking for it. He needs a one-shot headshot, and that doesn't happen. Masuta, again the hero, with a couple of kills, but my God, everything is just difficult. But now, because of the force, they might get up to 6 rounds here, Vitality. I think that's enough.
Yes, this is, it was a gamble on Navi's side, and they decided to take it. This is, I mean, from Shoxy's perspective, it was solid, but this is still Simple doing everything he can here, in the sense that he is the one playing the sacrificial role.
0.4 left so close. Yeah, I know, right? But Masuta वो confirm था कि वो हारेंगे इतना तो मेरे को पता ही लग ही गया था starting में.
The bait and switch setup.
All around तो दिख गया था जब वो आगे आने लगे थे.
I think Navi are winning that round, but Vitality.
Oh,
sick! Perfecto with the surf. Surprise, surprise. Sorry, buddy. There was somebody waiting for you there. Oh, do we get the knife? Do we get the knife? Nice shot from Flamey, but I kind of wanted to see the knife attempt there from Boomich. That would have been cool.
Boomich.
Boomich isn't complaining.
Come on, dude. Shoxy's here. Boomich hears this.
I'm surely he's not trying to knife him. Surely if they come, he's just going to switch and shoot them.
No, it's a knife, Anders.
Who would be crazy enough to do that?
Please.
Listen, we'll find out. We'll see. He's got the USP out now instead, but he did have the knife earlier, not wrong. All right, grouping up outside of the B bomb site.
Okay,
Navi are pretty much all in on this bomb site anyway.
Thanks for letting me know.
No, nothing to really hold it with.
पंछी बना उड़ता फिर मस्त गगन में. Try अच्छा किया लेकिन थोड़ा late हो गया.
Listen, he's been playing very well. We'll get the opportunity. All right, here come all of the standard grenades. What we were lacking earlier, at least in some of those B executes, were really flashbangs onto the side. Now, this position, very hard to flash, but they find a way, actually, really close. Not checking it. He only has a USP. It's hard to get a lot of kills with. He's right in between them, missing the...
Hug diya, Manchi!
No, the knife would have been better somewhere.
भाई इसको बोलो अंशु राय के पास जाए. Oh my god!
किसी को छील देता अच्छे से.
Anything but that USP.
नाइफ कर देता भाई. पीछे पीठ में चाकू मार दो. क्या प्रॉब्लम? हक दिया. खुले में हक दिया.
Dude, he should have just gone for the knife.
Yeah.
वो देख इमरान हाशमी की तरफ किस कर रहा है उसको देख नहीं.
He would have gone down in history, man. It would have been amazing and that would have
भाई
been.
अगर ये अपने टेबल में मारेगा घर टूट जाएगा.
मोहल्ले में अर्थ के गा गया.
15th round, Anders.
मोहल्ले में अर्थ के गा रहा है इसकी वजह
से. Vitality somehow, when it looked like, I mean, the impression that you get is that Na'Vi should be utterly dominating this half. And
oh, finally!
There you go. There's your wish.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the boost now. It works.
Train.
Yeah, you could get the guy up the sniper spot. You could also just get a guy jumping down, and that's what Sai was looking for right now. Remember, he's lightning fast, so there's a bit of a chance, but I think it was spotted, so time to call it off. And this is, you know, you're not just doing this for free. When you do this, and you have, you know, you either go straight to B, but the risk is you don't know if they're out.
मैं नहीं हकता भाई. बग इतना प्रेशर था उस पे ऊपर. नाइफ को मैं गन से मारूं.
RPK has no idea.
बात ही ले लिया
anywhere out here, and he's actually he's being pretty quick about it.
Yeah, I don't think that they know, like that Na'Vi didn't spot it. Electronic and Simple didn't budge. Which, like you say, right? Normally they would have been charging top mid and taking control of playground. Instead, they just stayed put where they were, which makes you think that they just didn't know what was going on. And so Misudo and RPK just charging, taking control. And Electronic, however, is going to get a chance here.
That is the 4-man overpass boost. That is the most common boost you will ever see. That is very, very common. Camp Karan.
Think of his ADR.
हम लोगों ने कभी नहीं किया stream पे, but off stream हमने किया हुआ है सब.
Starting in the 10th round, now he's up to 9 kills. He also had 1 kill at that point in time.
Why not? Don't tell me you don't know that. Why not, man? Exactly.
From RPK. That's super important for what's happening here. 25 seconds and the B bomb side is empty. I mean, Na'Vi just putting it all on this A side to try and hold it, and it is not where they're showing up. RPK dies, but it's probably just fine. He did enough in getting that first kill. Bomb is going to be planted now. Everything is lining up really well for Vitality. They should be winning this round. Perfecto is coming in from the connector, and everyone else is trying to retake from the tunnels themselves. So let's just see. That bomb is already taking quite a bit. Not seeing a kit on anyone either. It's all just, I mean, none of this is trending in Na'Vi's direction. Headshot is pretty good, but the trade is going to be in for Apex right away. Boomich trying to jump up. Hiding behind there, Simple walking into the line of fire. He will survive, actually. And now they're in those tunnels. Can they get back out? They still don't have a kit, and he's going to shoot the guy defusing. Apex, an absolute hero at the end. The quad kill, surviving on 9 health and getting him that 7th round. What a monstrous performance at that last round for Apex. That just secured them, I think, a very, very good shot at winning this map. We're going to see if they can in the second
round. और CS streamer की चार्ट में लिखना था. ठीक है काम करें, ठीक है काम करें. Good try, bro. Good try, but you fucked up, bro.
Welcome everybody to another episode of CS Money Dream Skins.
Boom.
Boom! Joining us for an episode of CS Money Dream Skins. We're going to be talking Desert Eagles with you today. I chose Desert Eagles for you. Is it your favorite pistol? Yes or no?
Yes. You always have money for a Desert Eagle, even though you're an eco. So, like, it's the most satisfying pistol out there for sure. So, it's my favorite.
Is red your color scheme? Is that your go-to?
I mean, that's the Strada's scheme, right? So I have to support the boys, but I used to do like colored inventories back in the day, but yeah, then I grew out of it.
Are you into the brighter skins, or do you like the dark ones too?
Yeah, I think I'm more into the like more colorful and more white and more happy types of
happy type skins.
I think I know what 3 skins I'm going to present to you. Bubsky, the first Desert Eagle I want to show you is the Desert Eagle Blaze, and obviously the takeaway, man, it's the fire from the barrel.
I really like this one because it's like the theme of it really makes sense, right? It's on fire because you are gonna one-peek somebody, right? And I don't think any other skin really has a theme that kind of makes sense.
मेरा इको का बेस्ट गन है PD50 इजी से कबला तेरी रैंक में चल जाता होगा हाई रैंक में नहीं चलता.
I'm gonna offer you the code red. This one keeps with the reds of Astralis, the black base, and then the white tones. I'm going to throw it in factory new so that the colors really pop. Does this one float your boat?
The attention to detail is much more clear compared to the older skins, and this is kind of what I liked about the newer skins.
Naptol hai, Naptol HD, exactly, bhai, exactly. Naptol wale hain
I
log.
really like it. It kind of reminds me of the Neo Noir colors, right? It's very bright. It kind of reminds me of some of the skins that maybe Valorant has.
So, what
Kya
are your
raha?
thoughts
It
on this
reminds
one?
me of the skin
We're going
Neo
with the
Noir.
mainstream for sure.
All right,
How?
Bobski, we've gone ahead and
How?
selected
White
the
and
Desert
black
Eagle
skin
print
hai.
stream, but I
Kaise?
think we got to talk about stickers
नशे
now,
वशे
man.
में
What
क्या
are your
है?
thoughts?
दारू वारू पी रखी है
Yeah,
क्या?
I think
The फूक वूक रखा है क्या कुछ?
stickers is a great way to
Dude,
make
Teagle
your
print stream is
skin
super good,
I've
yeah.
got a couple of options.
Did you
here,
mean
man.
my
Two
rank
stickers
MG2?
I think make
No,
this
I
print
meant
stream look a
meant your
little
rank
bit
silver
better.
2.
The TSM.
I think it's really great. I think it has a really, like, as far as I know, the print stream also kind of got a holographic effect. So I think it really suits the theme kind of well.
Thinking about more the holographic or the
Mecha
pearlescent
industry
effect,
sleep in
it's
best.
the
Facts, bro.
G2
Facts.
Atlanta.
Golden coil is
This
also good.
one also has some history in it, right? Since it's
ये
Atlanta and it's the first
चू
major
है
that
white.
Australia's ever won.
It's
But I
white
think it looks
and foil
great as
color है.
well.
Yeah,
Is this your dream deagle? The print stream with the G2 holo.
Like if we win this blast, I'll swear by this deagle with this combination.
So Bubsky, there we go. We've got your Desert Eagle all shiny and slick. I just want to say thanks, man. Thank you for joining us on CS Money Dream Skins.
Thanks for having me on the show.
मतलब complete waste of time 5 minute के लिए and thanks कह रहे हैं लोग.
Welcome back, ladies and
Ah,
gentlemen.
yeah, that's my
Second
Smurf
half,
rank
second
from
map
which I
here. It's
boosted.
Navi
Okay,
versus Vitality at Blast Premier.
I really hope Navi जीत
This
जाए वाला
has
जल्दी से यार.
been just a bit of a roller coaster on that first half. It really looked to me like Vitality were about to crash
Easy for Navi, I
off
hope
a
कर.
cliff, but they hang in there, and
आप
now
तो
they're
किया
doing
क्या?
fine. 8-7. That's
Time
really
waste,
good.
exactly,
They're
भाई.
in
5
a
minute
perfect
waste.
position right now. I don't think mentally they're sort of showing it yet, but if they can win this pistol round, maybe even without the pistol round, they should be in a good position.
The odds favor them to win the pistol round. There was already an oddity that Navi won the pistol round in the first half, considering how dominant Vitality are with pistol rounds on overpass.
Cyber being flashed in, turns
Oh.
around, getting more headshots. Can he get
अरे
a
अरे
one
अरे
in
एक
there?
और ले
Not
लेते ना
quite.
खत्म था.
But that is really good. Some wall bangs being traded there.
9
Electronic
HP
nearly went
electronic.
down. That's a nice trick and
Skin दे देते,
leave it
skin
up to
देते भी
Cyber
नहीं,
to just
exactly.
spin
बना के
180
दे देते हैं
and
बस
just immediately execute whoever was behind him. So that's really well done.
Does Shoxy catch electronic though? This could make all of the difference. That was a nade set up by Shoxy as well. Let's see it though. He is going to get the timing.
Oh dear. Still got a chance. At least he didn't get completely shocked. Misuta going down. Now Simple's going to turn the corner and try and fight Shoxy. He's already waiting for him. Yeah, he knew what was coming. He's got that P215 hand. The bomb is down at B, and Boomich has already cleared it out. This is very well done. Vitality very quick to go out there and try and help Shox, and now Boomich is in the corner. They're not even going to check it. He's
वापस
gonna
से
turn
knife नहीं
around.
करेगा.
You didn't get your knife earlier, Sebo. Oh, now maybe. No! The knife could have done it again. We're going to have to learn. Electronic and Simple. 2 versus 3. This should be a 1 round already. It should have been done. Electronic trying to fight it. He's low on health. He gets 1. Can he get the second? Shox is right behind him. He's on top, in fact. Jumping down for the straight defuse. And he without the kit, he's going to have to time. I can't even believe it. Vitality should not have won this round.
It's too painful. I think we're going to see this again too. Why do we have to relive it? No.
Close your eyes.
Please.
Samla, you don't have to.
Panic.
Oh no, they're showing the other one too.
दूसरा भी दिखा रहे हैं.
Why are you doing this to him? Did Boomich like steal your lunch or something?
भाई
Like what's going on?
अभी हम हंस रहे हैं मालूम पड़ा लास्ट राउंड में भूमि में जाके नाइफ से एस कर दिया तो पकड़ गया
Shred of mercy. That old Viking side is shining through here.
हद हो गई भाई, हद हो
That's
गई
brutal, but
यार.
that's also Vitality really coming through in the clutch. They absolutely had to win that pistol round. The odds favor them to pick up that pistol round. 83% pistol win rate on Vitality on this map. And like now we go into their strong side, 62% win rate on CT side, Vitality. Like this is now going into their wheelhouse.
जले पे नमक
Navi,
छिड़क
I
दिया.
think, really needed
ड्राई का
more
भाई
rounds
तड़का
on
लगा
their
दिया जले
CT
पे
side
इन्होंने.
to pull ahead because their T side Navi needs a lot of work on overpass.
It's the T side with really struggle और फिर one tap. मजा आ जाता है
I
यार.
mean, and it is Boomich that sets it up. You know, he clears the bomb site, he keeps pushing.
Boomich
he's-
क्या
I mean, it's
किया
just
यार इस
all
बंदे ने.
working out really well, but that one little bit at the end, a little detail that was missing. Man, yeah, but you are right. This T side, we don't have we don't have a lot of hope that Na'Vi are going to be able to bring it all the way back.
कितनी अच्छी चैट चल रही है हमारे ऋषित नहीं?
If we are proven wrong in that, if it
गाइस
turns out
ऋषित
they're
और
going to
मेरी
beat
स्नैप
the
पे क्या
odds
बात
or
हो रही है
the
मजा आ रहा है अगर तुम देख रहे हो ना
that in itself would be a very interesting story and something that would really catch, I think, almost everyone off
ठीक है
guard.
ऋषित ठीक है कर लेता हूँ स्विंग कर
But it's
लेता हूँ.
going to take that kind of
Did
level
you
of
say
performance
something about my P250 high rank?
Na'Vi to get into the grand finals.
I told
Yeah,
him
they have to upset the stats.
Fuck you, Counter.
Statistically,
Fuck you.
Vitality are ahead in pretty much every metric against Na'Vi. Na'Vi is the underdog story.
बूम गन को मैं कोई भी नहीं मार सकता इतना मोटा है भाई वो उसको अपने पेट में दबा के गायब कर देगा तो क्या बात कर रहा है
We'll see.
गलत बात खुले मैदान में हक दिया भाई ना
three players ready and
अच्छा मुझे लगा यहाँ पर फिर से नाइफ करने को खड़ा है
Yeah, they do. And actually, I mean, some of these nades, look at where RPK is. One good Molotov on that and one good flashbang to get into the tunnel. It could be interesting, but counter Molotov coming out at 15 seconds. Apex and RPK, but there's just no time left right now. Even with the SMGs, this is perfect. The fact that they had held on to that last Molotov for the monster tunnel, I don't even know what you're meant to do. That's a masterstroke of genius right there. At that, you know, sub 20 seconds.
मेरे को कोई बात बताएगा क्या 20 सेकंड में कौन रेस्ट करता है लास्ट के 20 सेकंड में इन लोगों ने ये एज्यूम नहीं किया कि अगर दो लोग मरेंगे ये लोग बॉम्ब लेके आगे भी कैसे जाएंगे साइड क्लियर करनी है इनको 10 सेकंड में
Here we are again.
ठीक है
Running down the clock to the last possible second.
जब आता नावी जब अब जा रहा ओके ओके ओके
They can
टिपिकल नावी राउंड यार पता नहीं क्या
on the L-bend side. They don't have to worry
इसका
about
नाइफ ले लो
all go there. So it's a sort of three-man peak to do that.
मेरे को दे दो एस मालूम ठीक है भाई क्लासिक थ्रो पता नहीं क्या किया
Very, very tricky to hold on to grenades that deep into a round. I mean, even if you know Navi going to be slow and all the rest of it. Oh, Boomich is on a mission, but I think Simple is... sorry, Sai was covering this one from quite far away. Electronic getting caught. Yeah, and I think Sai was already spotted out that they are there.
अब अगर से ये हगा ना
For a minute like he was going to sneak through.
हाँ ये ठीक है हगना नहीं था ये हगा होता तो खत्म था ये बंदा करियर ही खत्म था इसका पूरा
So Boomich, that was beastly. Love to see it. But as far as Vitality are concerned, they're still fully equipped. And Na'Vi,
जब वो एकदम लास्ट में जाते तो एंट्री को रोटेट का टाइम नहीं मिलता है ना मैंने हमारी टीम यूजुअली लास्ट 30 सेकंड्स में निकलती थी बिकॉज हम एज्यूम करते थे 10 सेकंड फॉर बॉम्ब प्लांट क्योंकि वो ऊपर नीचे इधर उधर होने का 10 सेकंड फॉर बॉम्ब प्लांट 15 सेकंड्स फॉर साइड क्लियरिंग एंड 5 सेकंड फॉर एंटरिंग साइड ये एज्यूम करके चलते हैं हम लोग ओह मार दिया
Boomich actually, look at how close he got up long.
अबे क्या हग रहा है?
With the headshot, no one was covering long that whole time. That is confusing. Perfecto, Molotov forward, but I don't know what's going on. RPK, why is Perfecto out of the open? More grenades raining in, and the retake is on. Flamey continuing the fight.
Collateral
lined up there for Masuta. He does have a smoke, and that smoke could be worth its weight in gold right now. If he could force the fight, I mean, there's a scout and an MP9 on the other side, and they're far away. This is totally doable.
नहीं हो पाएगा नहीं हो पाएगा
Now he's been tagged up, and he's going to go straight for the defuse, but it's no longer possible. And Navi steal around, and I mean, also partially given around. I don't know why. I don't have no idea why Vitality weren't out long, like even looking for it.
Well, let's see again here. Well, this is for the bomb plant.
कैमकरन क्या बात है यार क्या बात है 1.5 मिनट लेके चलते हैं तुम लोग
showing up again. That nade is just not a money nade. You should be able to line that nade up onto the default spot every day of the week.
Yeah.
So I mean, just details, small details. But if that HE hits where the bomb is planted, as it should be able to, you're getting a kill with that HE. You're not having to deal with somebody else. So I mean, it's these little things that are really coming back to bite Vitality. Although I am still going to say that was a sexy shot from Zywoo with that scout. That flick.
Oh yeah,
Get out of here. That was.
वही ना दिखा कैसे इसको तो मैं यही सोच रहा हूँ.
But at that moment, Zywoo's holding restrooms and long, except he's never actually looking long. So Boomich he just sneaks up there the whole time.
वो बुड्ढा मर गया.
That is
बुड्ढा मर गया. नहीं मरा अभी तक. मर जाएगा बुड्ढा.
Shoxy getting bopped earlier, coming back to haunt them.
Yeah, I mean. That is a round that they should have never even been really close to losing. And the real issue is, again, we're just celebrating the fact that they had those 2 AK stolen. That's a lot for their economy. They still get the AWP on Shox, and it delivers off the bat. He's got no armor, so glass cannon AWP. But the fact that it happened so early on in the second half here, if they don't win this round, Vitality, again, like they're letting Navi right back into this game. And for obvious reasons, they cannot afford to do that.
Oh, bhai.
It's worth mentioning again that Vitality, you know, they're heavily favored on the CT side. They are comfortable on the CT
flash करोगे हम भी
side.
करेंगे.
Watched them smash Astralis yesterday on overpass. So Astralis tried to pull a fast one on him, and that definitely did not work. Vitality have the confidence on this map. So even given oddities
अभी ये
like
लोग
that,
full on aim पे खेल रहे हैं guys. There is no strategy
I
involved.
still
Complete
think that
aim.
Vitality just have every edge here in the second half.
कौन
and
है
it's on
बुड्ढा
Na'Vi
RPK?
to keep coming up with
Can you
miracle
DM me the
rounds like
name
the
of
one
the
we just
team
saw.
which will win?
So
Gotta go.
simple,
Okay,
you know,
okay,
1v4 work cut out for him.
अगर
Bomb
नावी
drops,
ये
it's
मैच
just
जीत
nightmare
भी
stuff here
जाती
for
है और
simple.
चालीस से हार जाती
And
जाएगी
he's
तो
gonna get
नावी
spotted. So
जल्दी
easy
एग्जॉस्ट हो जाती है
peasy. Now,
प्लस जो खोने
what's going to
लगेगा
be really fun is to see the presence in mid from
Vitality के
Vitality.
flashes
They
are
tend
on
to like
point.
to
Yeah,
have,
that's right.
they tend to just really focus on restrooms and that kind of long passive setup there for Shoxy. Like that's their hallmark. What I want to see out of Vitality though is a bit more
Liquid
like
का
an
boot camp
Astralis
बहुत
kind of
बहुत
device
है.
position,
Liquid
like
का I think
getting up
best
into
boot camp
birthday
है.
and
I think
really
so.
trying to, or like simple, right? Just
Yeah.
getting up there and just going for the pot shots. Zai will get in there with that op and just feed it to him, you know? Just be aggressive and not let Na'Vi get the ball rolling and set themselves up.
They have the skill for it. There's no doubt about that, right? They definitely have the firepower to try and do that. I'm really curious. However they play this this CT side now they have some money. I want to see some sort of stability now out of Vitality. I feel like some of these rounds are just they're so all over the place now.
Bully them.
Yeah, or at least just
30 minutes
get into the groove. I just feel like they're outside of their comfort zone right now. Every round seems to be weirdly more difficult than it should have been.
Yeah.
I just want to see them calm this down.
They're giving him too much respect. You're the number 2 team in the world.
Maybe, but also, but not even. I mean,
you've got the number 1 player in the world.
Just before, when Shox was running back from long and getting caught, there's absolutely no reason that happens. They knew that Boomage was there. Just they need to really find a way to calm this down a little bit. They're up against pistols. This should be again one of those rounds that they just sort of walk out of.
उस दिन जब देखा ना मैं पागल हो गया भाई, फैन हो गया मैं boot camp को मजा आ गया.
think that
Hopefully team मही भी ऐसा कोई boot camp बनाए लेकिन Zai wow.
We're realizing.
Yeah, I think they're giving a bit too much respect to Navi, and that's coming back to bite them. I think that's what cost them on Nuke in that second half, where they just let it slip through their fingers. And now you know it's about getting in here and knowing that you are the better team. If you are Vitality, you need to make the plays. So Shoxy, he's changed it up. He's no longer got that AWP. He's got the AK. But again, he's in this one and done sort of position here where against pistols, close quarters, he can get overwhelmed by flaming electronic without a doubt.
क्या कर रहा है यार ये?
That's a good shot from Saivu. And I mean, normally in that position, it could be even worse because they could pop flash you. So yeah,
अबे क्या miss किया यार?
No, neither of us are big fans of that spot on the map.
क्या miss किया?
Shock's probably going to be kicking himself that he didn't at least just get the kill. I doubt that it will change the outcome of the round, even though it's
EBZ has KaIdo. KaIdo को देखा कितना मोटा है KaIdo.
Even if you get the kill in that position, what's the best sort of scenario?
Oh, missed chance. Perfecto getting a headshot. Saivu now close range. She's doing more, and right on top of him is Perfecto.
1v1 पे ला दिया. हक दिया. Oh, Apex हक दिया भी.
Got the headshot. Saivu with a quad kill, but honestly, that was about to spiral out of control.
Dude, there was a world where Perfecto hits that shot on Apex.
Yep. Saivu, I mean, again, this is all great, but the round should not be based on this. This isn't how you should be staying in the round. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Some of these rounds, they're just... Why is it that chaotic? Why are they not managing Vitality to hold on to rounds? Because again, if nothing else, that's super expensive for them, right?
Third map अगर गया तो मैं stream नहीं कर पाऊंगा guys. मेरे को जाना पड़ेगा.
For really almost no reason.
चल मैं also go Discord DM कर दे कौन जीता. मुझे अभी DM कर दे ताकि मैं बाद में भूलूं ना.
Perfecto catching shots. So this was the identical setup that they just used in the last round Vitality, and this time around it is not going to work. Shoxy is gone. And now with the man advantage, Na'Vi, they can start that boa constricting.
Bye, by the way, cancel. Bye.
Yeah, so Shock's playing that position that Electronic was playing on the other side, catching a nice kill there on Misutra. And RPK, I mean, if he goes down, that's the end of the round. There is nothing that they could do right now. Apex and Saivu on their own, separated on different bomb sites. I don't know what it would take. Na'Vi would, I mean, they're such a slow team.
They're such a slow team, slow ekdam team.
That would be the dream right now if you're a Vitality, for them to just try and go for it and let you have that fight. But you know they're going to slow it down. Electronic is sneaking up onto the A-bomb side, so he's going to be checking that. When he finds an empty site, they can just rotate back. They've got all the time for it. Yep, he's going to be saying, yeah, well, you could just run the bomb over here and I'll cover it. Or you can wait for me to go and shoot them in the back. I mean, all of those options are on the table. Yeah, they're going to bring the bomb back. Why not?
Makes sense. Zaiwu and Apex. Actually, best case scenario for Zaiwu and Apex, there's a chance that they can save their guns now.
Yeah, he's right.
That they wouldn't have had otherwise if Na'Vi chose to go B.
Bye bye, Gamkaran. Thanks for coming.
They would die.
There are just a couple of things that I'm wondering about with that position, and I think I brought up the same thing when Electronic was holding that position alone, because he was, and you know, he had Simple just really far back. So we're gonna try and make his escape.
Oh, पैर पे मार दिया.
But that position that the Shocks went down in when he was playing there.
20 seconds.
He's got two teammates there, over by the L bend by the B bomb site. I mean, if he really wanted to take that fight, there are a couple of things. He could either throw a pop flash on his own, or his teammates could flash him in. But he's, you know, he's that they can throw a grenade that goes through those little windows that are up there. So there's just so many things that I don't understand about that particular setup. It really feels like that's just Shocks all in on his own. And he's got nothing to help him with. Like, he's not smoking it. He's not throwing any Molotovs or anything. It's just, let's hope this M4 works out. Yeah. Anyway, 10-11. And now they're out of money yet again, Vitality. That's where that 1 versus 1 from earlier comes back to really haunt them, right? Even though they won it, it just depleted their entire bank. I think they're so far off their center of gravity right now, Vitality.
And look at this setup here from Na'Vi, holding so far back. They don't even care that they've given up mid, given up restroom. Electronic is just sitting pretty back here, just waiting for these pushes to come through. And, well, Zai was going to walk around the corner, or is he? He may just hold. No, he's going to hold, and he works out perfectly. So Electronic gives up that AK. Now, that's so unfortunate that Electronic felt like he had to go and push there, because now that opens up the flank, and Na'Vi have to worry about aggression coming through from Vitality from different parts of the map.
Yeah, they pretty much have to push B. I guess the only real advantage is there's not a lot of firepower on the other side, but still, the fact that they know that this is going to be a B
bhai,
right
now,
that could be pretty dangerous.
Flash.
All the way back. He didn't want to try and flank them. He just wants to try and see if he could get a little bit closer to the B bomb side and help out. So 40 seconds.
What do you do now if you're Na'Vi? You've got not even a single set of nades going. You've got a couple of smokes to work with here. Simple's gonna have to get something in. Boomich is trying to make some noise in mid, trying to draw some attention from Vitality back over to this A site in case they were stacking, which they were. So this is actually not a bad situation, and this is actually prompting the rotation, but with 20 seconds left, Anders.
Yeah, it's going to be low, but they think it's better. They assume that there's not going to be many people on this site, but Cyber's going to get the early warning, and that's an... Oh, no, what? That should have been an easy kill. He was running out with a grenade in hand, and
नहीं, अब time से नहीं हारेंगे.
Kill on Apex. I just can't believe it. That should have been...
Because बात है जब इन्होंने एंट्री लिया ना तो वो टाइम लिमिट मैटर नहीं करता. वही सीन था कि लास्ट टाइम जब इन्होंने ये किया था, जब टाइम का इशू आया था कि उन्होंने एंट्री नहीं लिया था, कोई बंदा साइड पे दिखा नहीं था इनको, तो ये जब घुसे तो सब मरना शुरू कर गए क्योंकि सब ढूंढ रहे थे लोग, एंड वो लोग इनके हाथ में लगा के बैठे थे, इनके मुंह पे एम लगा के बैठे थे. दैट इज व्हाई दे लॉस्ट द लास्ट राउंड. इसमें एंट्री मिल गया तो पैनिक बन गया.
नो
सॉरी, इनमें पैनिक बना दिया और उसके बाद इजी राउंड निकल गया जैसा भी था, क्योंकि एक बंदा मारा तो सारे रोटेशन कैंसिल हो गए कि करे ना करे.
This is turning into
we'll win finals. I think so.
Yesterday's game against Astralis. Like, you know, I think possibly worse in a bunch of different ways.
What's uncharacteristic of this is that it's almost breaking the trend that we're seeing where teams are just chaining rounds together. 3 rounds here, 4 rounds here, 5 or 6, right? They don't really go back and forth. This second half is getting scrappy. It's like 1 round here, 2 rounds, and then they're just trading back and forth right now. Thing is, that's going to favor the T side heavily.
It's trash
now, I mean, they're going to catch out Shoxy again, who just seems to be dying in connector as part of his contract. And the rest of them, just USPs. Nicely done there by Zaiwu, but this should be an easy cleanup.
Last bullet kill.
Zaiwu.
Ammo nahi hai itna. Oh, wow.
Spray. I can't even believe it, but he's very low on health. They know where he is, and eventually they're going to come find him. Electronic will get that one, and that is the lead now for Na'Vi, 12-11. They are 4 rounds away from putting themselves in the grand final against Astralis in, I think, would be a shocking turn of events if they took this map away from them. And honestly, all of the stats, we've already told that story many, many times. That's not what this is about. This is about emotions, I think, for Vitality. It has to be. Wow. Not many grenades on the Vitality side, so they can't hold on forever. It's going to be a bit of a rush on PK. He needs some backup, and he needs it quickly. They're not checking the barrels so far, but Perfecto will, and that takes him down. That's very important. Apex trying his best to fight, but yeah, this is a lot of trouble coming their way.
Simple, nice shot. Play me good. Bye. Kya baat hai.
It's a 2-1-3. Na'Vi, they have run the bomb site right over and the bomb has been planted here. Saiwu and Shox, how do you retake this now? If you lose the rifle, you're in deep trouble. And if you don't, I mean, again, you're giving Na'Vi that 13th round. They really want to do it.
You have to. You have enough time. The bomb just got planted, and you have a smoke. You have 2 smokes to play with here to block them off, to create some room. Simple is putting himself in a position to spray. Or just lightly throw an HE in there.
Oh, Boomich, that's a nice shot from Saiwu. 7 seconds. No kill. He's trying to no-scope, but he's not seeing him. He can't find him. 1 second left on that defuse, and it's a full-on 10-second defuse. That smoke was worth so much. An entire round, in fact. 12 to 12. As we move into the 15th round.
Simple ने क्या किया यार?
I mean, Saiwu also has to hit that shot on Boomich coming out of the tunnel. Oh, they land right next to him, don't they?
What even is this, Anders?
Simple, why not? क्या यार? Pistol तो थी उसके पास. Pistol से क्यों नहीं मार रहा? जहाँ पर भी डिंग का साउंड आए वहीं पर spam देता रहा.
As well. So to be fair, it's kind of balancing out a little bit. But for Vitality, they could not have asked for a better opportunity, and that was all Na'Vi with the setup. It looked fantastic, and I was going to say, what a fantastic call as well from Boomich or Blade, whoever's calling the shots. The rush into the site to pressure a low nade buy. You know, if Vitality are low on nades, they're going to be vulnerable to a rush. Na'Vi make the power play. I love it. That's a fantastic call. It just doesn't break their way that time. What a cool call, though, from Na'Vi. Just showing some real grit here.
So far out of the realms of what you would normally think of as a Na'Vi round.
Indeed.
On top of that. So, yeah, that is very cool. No damage being done just yet. Shox is playing on his own out here by the restrooms. And again, he's been having a very, very tough game out here. It has not been fun at all. See if he could turn it around. I mean, Vitality, they're so close to doing it. They're so close to that third map all the time. But even the rounds they win, they lose so many rifles. That's a nice headshot. Dropping Perfecto. I think he was even slightly flashed in there. And now, call it off. Fall back. This should be, again, about the basics. You know that you've got the advantage.
Pistol करता है यार. Pistol क्यों नहीं?
9 seconds here.
Yep, Shox is holding close as well. And he wins that duel. All important. 6 health on Shoxy, and he gets out of dodge. And now you can just establish the lockdown here for Vitality. Although Flaming is going to try and make a play.
नहीं हुआ.
Very well done from Vitality. This is a round.
CS नहीं खेलना क्या
Keep everybody alive here, Anders.
CS क्यों नहीं खेलना है? खेल लो यार CS.
Terrific for Vitality going forward. As far as the money is concerned, it's not fantastic on the side of Na'Vi. They are going to be the ones who are going to start feeling the heat.
Oh, he's going to Molotov the AWP. He wants to make sure they don't get it. I don't think it went quite far enough, but yeah, Apex burning some. Well, that's pretty malicious, isn't it?
एक भी नहीं जीता 1v1 है ना?
Sick. I mean, it's details.
कम से कम इनको at least 3 round जीते थे इस बार, लेकिन ठीक है. सारे round.
I'm not sure if I think I heard a flashbang. I'm not sure if it was that, but certainly Shox wasn't flashed. Very important double kill for Shox. Again, think about the context of how many rounds he's died with no impact here in the second half. Absolutely great.
I'm really happy to see this graphic here from utility damage as well. I mean, Perfecto's a monster for sure, but Vitality as a team right now, they are the lowest damage with utility in the tournament. And that is, it's always so fascinating to see them do well.
मुझे भी वही लग रहा है यार. मुझे भी वही लग रहा है करण भाई.
Themselves by not
क्या
getting more damage on the board with grenades, whether they be mollies or HEs.
थोड़ा पैसिव ज़्यादा खेल रहे हैं नावी और. ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर्सेस नावी में लोग रश कर रहे थे कुत्तों की. जीत रहे थे भर के.
Type of setup. Shox and Saiwu, though, playing a little bit more, close to each other. I'm glad I'm not seeing Shox in connector alone. I just don't think that was working out enough to want to try and repeat that. He is pushing a little bit forward here. So let's see. Can he find a kill and retreat? That worked last time. This time it's going to be again. Boomich, just as the smoke was fading, and Shox, he's going to put that up and just make his escape. That's back-to-back rounds with Shox's this very, very important kill to begin with here.
बॉल अच्छी थी पर डुअल नहीं जीत रहे यार. वो एम के ऊपर था ना. एम के ऊपर था. थ्रो यार.
The patience really kicks in now for Na'Vi, as they have to wait and hope that Vitality are the ones to make a mistake.
Well, think about one of those rounds where Saiwu wasn't looking long and they crept up close.
Yeah.
That is the thing they have to avoid this time. That can't happen once again. Electronic is the one sneaking through, but a nice attack there from Shox, taking down Simple and the bomb on top. Saiwu also catching a kill. That was Electronic sneaking out long. So all of the danger has been averted here. I don't know if they can really get to the B bomb site.
एक
Flamey's
B
down
side पे
there.
बंदा है भाई.
Perfecto's only now
एक
picked up the
बंदा है
bomb,
B
and it's
side पे.
about 14 seconds. They have, I don't know if they
अब
know about
बोल
Flamey.
रहे
If they
हैं,
don't,
तेरी
and they
बात
just,
मानेगा
if
वो.
they panic and just run in here, maybe Flamey could do something. The bomb making its way. No, it's gonna get stopped. Apex, that is the kill. They've lost the round here. It's gonna be 14 for Vitality. Apex just needed that one shot. It's really critical. Imagine though, if he gets there and puts the bomb down and they don't know about Flamey, that would have been an absolute disaster.
I'm very curious if Na'Vi are falling apart over there. Because how many times are they going to lose to the clock, Anders? It's not even Vitality in the sense that, I mean, Vitality are getting opening kills, and they're obviously putting Na'Vi under pressure and forcing them into these slow sorts of situations. But how many times are Na'Vi just going to run out of time? And then it's not even rounds where Vitality are winning. It's just them not being able to get any kind of impact going.
ये लोग इतना late
round situations here.
टाइम में पता नहीं क्या कर क्या रहे हैं, इनको टाइम मैनेजमेंट ही नहीं आ रहा. खासकर भी यही बोल रहे हैं, हम भी यही बोल रहे हैं, हम भी यही बोल रहे हैं, तुम भी यही बोल रहे हो.
I just think
पता नहीं क्या
I think the credit goes to Shox, right, for finding those kills in the middle of it, and just, I mean, Na'Vi said they're already a slow team. When they lose people like that in the middle of the whole thing, like they just don't have the time to adjust. I mean, that's one of the downsides of playing that style.
I mean, that is Shoxy playing to his strengths, right? Restrooms, getting in there, just getting on these little these little tricky angles and hitting the shots.
I'm super impressed. This is the second half here for Shox. Overall, he's at 17 kills. It's completely respectable in terms of the numbers, but it's been I think mentally you could tell, very hard game for him in the second half, and he's managed to recover it all on his own. I mean, he's still playing on his own and making it work. Only pistols, and Cyber will get a little bit there. MP9 on Shox and wants to have a little bit of a field day. I think he is much deserving of that kind of a vacation, Semler.
Oh yeah, he earned it. He earned it. Get some of that money as well. And so these guys are going to be fully bought up, fully prepared for this last round against Na'Vi. Simple.
He's going to
doing what he can. I mean, this kind of plays out again into. It kind of follows the narrative that we were building up going into the second half. Na'Vi not quite packing the punch on the T side to go toe to toe with Vitality. Vitality really coming into their own. Although of course we saw Simple alive. Not going to pull a device though. RPK going to take Simple out of the picture, and it is.
Device से जो मारा था ना भाई वो पागल कर दिया था.
Funny thing is though is that we said this on Nuke. You know, Vitality were up there, and they weren't able to seal the deal.
इसी में आप पे मारा था.
Get the job done this time.
Overpass.
Cyber at 27 kills, Masuda at 20, Shox at 19 now.
Masuda's changed. That changes the dynamic as well.
It does.
He was here early on to carry at the beginning of this round and maybe get everybody moving along, right? And then that gives time for Shoxy and the rest to come into their own.
All right, Krieg on Simple. Let's see, they need 3 in a row. And it seems like Vitality find something that works here. Cyber getting a kill on Flamey at the beginning of the round, and he will fall right back. He's ready for more. Yeah, that is the Krieg up there, but against the AWP, it's going to be a little... Oh, nice! How does he do that? He pushes Cyber back by pushing through the smoke and then spins to still get the kill. Now, can he escape? He's trying to make a run for it, and he'll make it back around the corner. But that was incredibly cool move.
Can I join DBZ? Non-beta. Just want to improve. It's an open group, bro. Exclamation Dawn Busted or exclamation DBZ. You can join, and आजकल तो काफी ज़्यादा लोग हैं, around 300 members हैं अपने. अबे miss कैसे कर दिया?
Okay, well now let's see.
थोड़ा बंदा miss कर दिया.
This is going to be a B hit.
कल सुबह स्कूल है. Damn यार, D2 tough होगा इनके लिए. Burnout हो जाएंगे. Burnout हो चुके हैं ये.
Because then it's a 2-on-4 down there at B, and that could be interesting. Actually, smoke goes off from RPK in the tunnel. That's really expert timing. They have to push through it. They've got no other choice, so they're going to run out again. He has a Molotov behind it. The bomb is on the ground. Oh no, Na'Vi, that smoke just absolutely foiled their plans. 30 seconds here, and it was simple. What do you even do? He's blind, and he is going to be dead. 16 to 12. Vitality recover their strength and put it on to a third map. We're going to go the whole distance, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we wanted. That's what we deserved between these two amazing teams. But I have to be honest. This looks so shaky from Vitality. They need to find a way to recover their just a mental game into this.
पता नहीं क्या किया नावी ने, guys. I don't know. हाथ से निकल गया नावी के. जाइबू ने लास्ट में बहुत अच्छे किल निकाले. लास्ट के तीन राउंड बहुत अच्छा खेला. खेलना वगैरह. कॉम्प्लेक्स हमारे साथ खेलने के लिए you need to improve and plant tag लगा के रखो. And we will definitely check your progress soon.
Start giving Na'Vi opportunities, and all of a sudden it's looking a little closer than it should
be.
At the end, they can go back to what works, get Shoxy in mid, get him in the restroom, lock things down. And it all
अच्छा,
goes
मना
well
नहीं
from
कर रहे
there.
हो
So
किसी
now
को।
they've set themselves up for dust too. And well, I mean, how many times
Yeah,
have
I think
Vitality
burnout
been
हो
pistol
चुके हैं.
beaten?
नावी वाले कुछ कर ही नहीं पा रहे. नावी का हो गया खत्म. D2 शायद वाइटैलिटी जीतेगी. अभी भी वो कम्युनिटी सर्वर है. कम्युनिटी सर्वर
ओके, बताओ 2 मिनट 10 मिनट डेथ मैच खेलना।
मैं CS जा रहा हूँ. चलो गाइस, आज के लिए सिर्फ इतना ही करते हैं बिकॉज मैंने
ये
एक्सपेक्ट
क्या
किया
हुआ?
था
नावी का मैच का क्या हुआ?
ऑस्ट्रेलिया और वाइटैलिटी जीत गई. 15-13 आई थिंक 15-12 या 15-13 दोनों में से एक. हक दिया यार उन्होंने. अपने हाथ का राउंड जाने दे रहे हैं लोग. एक बर्नआउट हो चुके हैं लोग. दिख रहा है इनके चेहरे से.
ओवरपास पे वाइटैलिटी बेस्ट वर्ल्ड
बहुत
में तो।
अच्छा है. बहुत अच्छा है भाई. खत्म. टाटा बाय बाय. वही ना नमन भाई. अच्छा मैच था यार. पहला वाला मैच बहुत अच्छा था. सेकंड मैच थोड़ा बेकार था. एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं था. अब मैं बस निकल रहा हूँ गाइस. आज के लिए सिर्फ इतना ही करते हैं. I'll see you all in the next stream which is going to be tomorrow. तो तब तक के लिए आप बैठे रहिए. एंजॉय कीजिए. जो आप बाकी लोगों ने देखना है वो देखिए ज़रा. आई होप आप लोगों को अच्छा लगा मेरे यहाँ बैठना मेरे साथ. And I'll see you all in the next stream. Till then, good night. Stay safe. Have fun. Don't cheat. Bye bye.